I don't want to say anything. Well, at least not too much. I gotta make sure these settings are all good. It says I'm live, but I've had problems with this thing before. Give me a second. Yeah, there's always some delay. There's always some sort of delay with this. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm forgetting something. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Hold on. Oh yeah, I didn't mute the sound. I gotta put in my Ethernet cable really quick. Okay. I knew I was forgetting something. I was forgetting one thing. Alright. Now you guys see me again. Okay, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Darren Gilliam, aka Black Flags Matter. It has been so long. We have not done a watch-along stream in a minute since late March last time I checked. So this is going to be a first for 2021, and we're going to try and make this a regular thing. I know I said that last year, but with all due respect, there was like a ton of stuff going on, so it was like the last thing on my mind at this point. But yeah, no, we are here tonight. We are going to watch a classic. I have never seen the entirety of this race before. I've only seen snippets, only parts. I've seen like the ending and stuff, and if you've seen this race before, if you're a diehard fan my age, then you know this. So yeah, we're going to see the 2002 Food City 500. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is the first time I've been on camera on this channel in 6 months too. Isn't that crazy? The last time I was on camera on a stream on this channel was back in August. I think like late August, early August, around that time. So yeah, I've definitely grown out my hair since then. I'm trying to do that. I need to get a better fade though. Like I'm learning how to cut my own hair sort of on the side. And sometimes you mess up and all this stuff, but I think I've gotten it. I think I've gotten something. I got something going. I got something going now. So we'll see. But no. But anyways, so the season's right around the corner, and a lot of news came out. NBCSN's gonna be leaving. They're gonna be shutting down actually, and then IndyCar and their problems too. Well, I mean IndyCar. It was the last year of their contract anyway, so a lot of news came out today. But no, we're gonna leave all that to the side because we will talk about that on the NASCAR Weekly podcast this Wednesday on the Icebergs channel, and we're going to have Mark Martin as our guest. So Mark Martin's going to be back on for a second time. That's going to be fun. No, 40, I'm not making you a mod. No. You got to earn my trust, man. I trust you to an extent, but not that. I don't trust you that much. I'm just being honest. But anyways, I love you, 40. But anyways, let's get down to it. I think I have the audio sounds patented down. I think I got all the issues. I think I got the audio 100% down. My audio's good. You guys can obviously hear me. Hold on. Can I? Okay. I'm just checking on the chat. Okay. So here we go. We are about to get started here. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2002 Food City 500 in its entirety. Well, sort of, I guess. This is on the NASCAR's channel too, so props to them for uploading this race. Okay. So I'm going to go full screen. Just give me a second. I want to see what it looks like on the stream before I hit play. Now I have the audio up all the way as well. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, awesomeness. Thank you for asking. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see if NASCAR is going to be on like where they're going to be on next down the road, because NBC's shutting down. They're going to be on USA Network probably for the next 4 years, the final 4 years of their contract. But then we'll see what happens after that. But I mean, I think one thing's for sure, you can't sign long-term TV deals anymore, at least not 10-year deals like that anymore. Like it worked out in the early 2000s for both parties, but now it's like TV's about to go the way of the dinosaur. It's about to be obsolete any moment now. So just everything's moving online, so you just got to innovate that. But TV's always going to be around, though, so it's always going to be around in some sort of capacity. But yeah, watch out for CBS to be involved, and maybe ESPN. I don't know. You never know. You never know with these things. But anyways, let's get down to it. The 2002 Food City 500.
Bristol Motor Speedway is a racing stadium. Take Michigan, University of Michigan football stadium, add half again as many more seats. The banking here is steeper than Talladega.
How's the audio?
Straightaways
Let me know how it is.
Steeper than the corners at Phoenix, New Hampshire.
If the audio is good,
this
put a
is
1 in the
one
chat
tough
if it's good.
Racetrack. Time to go trackside for today's opening ceremonies.
Oh yeah, opening ceremonies. I forgot about these.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise for our invocation to be presented by Mike Rife from the Van Zant, Virginia Church of Christ.
Dear God, we thank you for your goodness and for your patience, and we thank you for this event today. We're grateful for those who are responsible for bringing it to us, our sponsors, teams, and officials. And a special thank you, God, for the workers at this track who have worked so hard this past week following the floods. This afternoon, God, we ask you for safety and pleasure. In Jesus' name, amen.
I don't know. I just kind of bow down whenever we do this. I just kind of go with it.
Tammy Cochran.
Oh, say, can you see by...
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to pause that. It didn't sound like it was going to be good at first. Okay. All right. I was like cringe. I was like, wait, what?
the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars.
Oh, that doesn't sound good to me at all. I'm sorry. This sounds terrible. Am I the crazy one? Can y'all let me know? Am I the crazy one? That sounds terrible, right? I think you guys are in the same boat as me. Hold on. All right. Let's finish.
Through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Okay, it's a little bit better now.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Okay. She made up for it.
O'er the land of the free, in the home of the brave.
See, I didn't know where that was going at first. That sounded horrible, but then it had an amazing ending. So,
on behalf of our more than 9,000 associates, gentlemen, start your engine.
Oh yeah, we're going right into it. What would you rate that? I'd rate that a 6, a solid 6, or a 6 to a 7. So a solid 7. Let's go 7. But damn, they immediately started the engines there too. I forgot about that. They did used to do that.
Set to go racing here at Bristol, and there's your pole sitter. Budweiser, official beer of NASCAR, proud sponsor of the Bud Pole Award, given to the fastest qualifier at each NASCAR Winston Cup race.
Nostalgia.
Jeff Gordon's today's Bud Pole winner.
I never
and earns a
started
spot in the
watching NASCAR
2003 Bud Shootout.
2004 though.
Since 1979, Anheuser-Busch has
I
awarded
know
more than
about
$7
the
million
themes
as
and all
title
that stuff.
sponsor of NASCAR's Pole Award program. Dick Berggren.
Used to be a huge advantage to pick on the backstretch when the yellow flag flew. NASCAR has fixed
God.
things up so it no
Bro,
longer is.
Fox needs to bring
Regardless
this
of whether a driver
back.
gets
They
on
need
the
to
front
bring
or
this
the
music
backstretch,
back, man.
He must enter the pit area off turn 2. And regardless of where he pits,
Oh my
he
gosh,
must
everyone's
exit
like
off
2 out of
turn
10,
1.
5 out
That
of
is
10,
new.
3 out
First
of 10.
time in Winston Cup
Okay, I guess I'm
today.
being too nice
Mess
then.
it up, either go to the end of the longest line or it's a stop and go. To Matt Yoakum.
Well, taking the driver's meet today, they asked more questions than probably
Yeah, that's a shame, Matt
in the
Yoakum's
last
not
2
gonna be
years.
that
One of the hot
next year.
topics was lap traffic, especially after
sucks.
Saturday's Busch Series race. Leslie Walls and a number of drivers said, why don't the lap cars just try to stay to the high side?
Yeah, him
Someone
and
else said,
Alan
what
Kamana
happens if
aren't
they
gonna
come
be
down?
that.
Mark Martin said,
Yeah, Alan
I
Kamana, that
guess
was the one I
we
was
get
really
another
surprised
caution.
at because he's a young guy. So we'll see.
Well,
What
Matt, Kevin Harvick led 137 laps here a year ago before having a problem, and all these crew chiefs off pit road have said the
I
same
apparently
thing.
got banned from
We love the
IDK's
car, we
Discord
made
server.
changes,
I don't know why,
but
but
none of that
I'll I'll
competitors
talk to
unless
him
we
about
bring the
this.
race car home in one piece. Mike Joy.
R.I.P.
Thanks, Steve. Darrell, it's going to help pitting under green, but if you have to pit under caution, now you have to go down both pit roads at pit road speed, and boy, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, it takes a lot of
I
discipline.
forgot. Does this race
to
have a
run
lot of
30 mile an hour
cautions,
all the way
or was
around
that the
this
night
racetrack,
race?
knowing
Do
that the
both
pace
have a lot
car's
of
coming,
cautions?
knowing
I
you're
mean, this
losing
is old
time
school
on the
Bristol,
pit
though, so
lane.
I would
But let me
assume
tell you
there
something,
are a ton
that
of
lap
cautions
car
in this
thing,
race.
every
But I can't
year,
remember.
it never fails. Bristol,
Can't remember off the
Martinsville,
top of my
the
head.
drivers all get together and say, we've been
And yes,
letting them down
yes,
on the
kids,
inside to get her
this
away.
is
Let's
exactly
move
what
the outside.
NASCAR used to
Well, here's
look
the
like.
problem.
It was
When they're on
a
the
real
inside,
thing.
they're in the way
It
going in the
really
corner.
sold
When they're
out
on the
this much.
outside, they're in the way
It was a
coming
big
off the
deal.
corner. So it's still
2
a lap
decades
car.
ago.
Still
Hopefully we
way.
do return to these days. Hopefully.
All right, let's have a look at the Walmart starting grid for today's 500-lap race.
Movement banned me?
All California driver front
Okay.
row. With
I don't
Jeff
know what's
and
up with
Robbie.
him.
No
I'll have to
relation.
talk to IDK about
The
that.
Chevrolets share the front row.
See,
for
even the
today's race.
graphics, man. Even the graphics look so beautiful. It like it was simple things like
Skinner, that
this. Like it was
fourth car, this is
little
their
things
home
like this
racetrack,
that made the
Morgan Memorial
broadcast so
Racing.
enticing to
Jerry
watch.
Nadeau, he was fastest
We need
in
to return
final
to
practice
these instead of
yesterday.
like the usual
There's
just
Elliott
plain
Sadler
old
won this
graphics.
race a year ago.
As you look back through the rest of the starting grid.
Really loud. Free race too. And see, like
Casey
most
Atwood, his
races,
better
like
qualifying
look like that
efforts
they
this year.
looked sold out like up until like I want to say like 2012, 2013 you started to see it scatter a little bit. But 2014, as Jared pointed out in his video, aka the iceberg, if you didn't know. Like he pointed out, 2014 was the last year. Like that was the last year of the golden
Bill
era.
Elliott
Like that, you know what I
starting
mean?
deep
So
in the
then
field, row
2015
30.
on,
Bobby
it's been like a
Labonte makes his
rebuilding.
300th Winston's Cup start today.
Yeah, movement. Hold on. Why'd you ban me from IDK's server? Is this like? Are you trying to get attention or
Cars
something?
occupying row 18.
Like I got you. I have you as a mod
And
on
here's
here.
provisional
Don't do that.
land. Couple of veterans there.
Let's see if we can get Robbie Gordon on that.
Oh yeah, Joe Nemechek's just driving the plane 26. That's right. Oh yeah, and Hermie Sadler.
Robbie
That's
Gordon,
Right. Hermie
it's the
Sadler's,
DW up in the TV
02
booth.
car,
Got a copy?
Little pine tree car.
Gabby, how are you?
It's, he would run that
Doing good,
occasionally
bud. You can go ahead
sometimes.
and use that left foot on that brake pedal today. How's your car, man?
All right, Chad, let me know. Sound everything good? Sounds good. Audio's good. All that. Just let me know. Robbie Gordon, he's gonna cause havoc too. And I know he's gonna have
Well, I'm
beef
sure
with
your
one
friend there
particular
beside you
driver in
would
the race.
probably
I know,
slack
like
up a
there's
little
some,
bit, let you down in front of
there's
you,
a few
wouldn't he?
things from this race that I've seen before, but I've never seen the whole broadcast. So,
All right, good, bud. We'll be watching and good luck, man.
like that's the only way you can see if a race was truly good.
Should be good.
Like I feel like a lot of junior
Robbie Gordon
fans
from
would say
the outside
2004
pole. Let's have a
500
look at
was one of
Dr.
the
Scholl's
greatest
race
ever. Like
analysis.
historically,
Remember, Dr.
yes, but like
Scholl
from a
helps you to
racing
look,
standpoint,
feel,
not
do
really.
better.
It was just there.
43
Even that was the
cars,
first race ever.
43 came, nobody went home.
Gotta watch the whole race.
You know, it's
They're on
kind
here
of
on
funny
YouTube.
because I
Thanks
was
to
thinking
NASCAR.
as I watched those two take off, I said, this start's going to be
Thanks to the
exciting.
race
'Cause I
uploaders
think
and
those two cats,
NASCAR.
you know, they
for
like each other, got a lot
allowing
of
them to
respect for
upload.
each other, but Robbie Gordon would like to get down in
Because
front
Formula
of Jeff Gordon
One,
if he could.
they don't
Let's take
care.
a look
Formula
at the
One, they
weather.
just freaking,
This
they'll
is the
just
one
take
we're
something
gonna pay
down.
close
That's why I'm so
attention
afraid to
right
make
here.
F1
80
content.
degrees track temperature. Yesterday in practice,
Like, I'd love to,
53
but
degrees.
it's just
Even though
so
the
risky.
concrete is not that sensitive to
straight.
weather changes, that is a big swing in track temperature. These cars are going to
And
slide
hello
around
to all the
a
parody
lot more
accounts
today.
And
and all
guess
of
what?
the,
Driver
the
comfort
subs
just
out there.
it got a little more
Joining me,
difficult with the
joining me on a
temperatures
Friday
being
night to
higher.
watch this race.
You know, we saw
So what I'm gonna
tempers
do
flare
is it's
yesterday
just
in
gonna be
Speedway.
races at
Just add
random.
to it.
Like I was thinking about doing a Daytona 500 race, but then I saw
They
Danny
could be
B's been doing
related.
that. So we're just gonna pick whichever race we
I
think
just
is
hope
cool,
we- today,
and we'll watch
you know, we
it.
had
And we'll be
15
doing this
cars
with
yesterday.
IndyCar
I
as
wanna see
well.
some
I really
racing.
want to watch some old kart
There's the
races
Motorcraft
with you
cam
guys.
on board
I've been
Elliott
watching
Sadler.
some, and oh my goodness,
I know
those old
Rubin's
kart
racing,
races,
but
and when they
Reckon
had
ain't
the
racing.
Hanford
Sure
devices
saw
at
a lot of
Michigan.
wrecking yesterday.
Holy shit!
All right,
Excuse my
DW, I've
language.
told you a lot this lap here,
Those
but I'm going to tell you
races
one
were
more time. Pull them belts real tight, buddy. We're going for a ride. 16 seconds a lap.
Getting ready to take a deep breath. I'm taking the green flag. Go, go, go. Green, green, green.
And they're
Buggity,
off.
buggity, buggity, and let me down in front of you,
I
Jeffy.
gotta have one
Thank
off.
you.
I only have to have one headphone on because I feel like I'm gonna be talking too loud. Both of them on.
500 laps, a short track
Damn,
Sunday.
Gordon, damn, Robbie Gordon got a good
Hey, I
race.
told you to let him down in front of him. What was he worried about?
Robbie Gordon in that 31.
I haven't
car,
watched
he's gonna lead
old
the
school
first
Bristol
lap
like
of
this in a
race.
while too. So I gotta remember, it's not a two-group
Black
race.
flag for jumping the start. The pole sitter controls the start. Jeff Gordon. He'll come to pit road at 30 miles an hour. Now,
He got black flagged already.
He has to go on the front stretch.
Robbie Gordon got black flagged already,
He's
bro.
still gonna
The
go
black
at
flag
least a
emojis
lap,
are in the
close to
chat for
2
the channel
laps
members, by
down.
the way. But damn, I was like, yeah, that restart was too good. good. It was too good to be
Stop and
true.
go in his pits.
Of course, that figures. That figures he would be doing that. Only Robbie Gordon be doing this stuff in the start. He's always getting into something.
I'm not so sure.
What?
I'm not so sure. I guess he can do it under a stop and go like that, but he's supposed to stay on the apron till you get to the back straight.
Damn, he just doesn't
Oh,
care.
trouble down here.
Buckshot Jones.
We already got our wreck. Oh, no, not Buckshot.
Brad, the
Jesus.
first crash
We're only
is
5
at
laps in and
lap
so much
3.
is happening. I didn't know what to
Just got
say.
a-
I was a little,
just got
I
a
was
free
blank.
pass.
Yes, he did. He's going to be way back in the
Poor
field, but at least he's not a lap down.
But jeez. And this is during the era where you didn't have lucky dogs. You had
There
to
I have
cycle
2
through.
pages.
Like, the way
The
NASCAR
right down
cycled the
caution
field
flag.
was you had to
Yesterday
earn your
we
way
ran
back.
out of
So you
paper.
literally had to pass the
We
leader
had 15
under green
and 250
and race back
left.
to the line.
Is there any way we could have 30?
But yeah, Buckshot Jones.
Let's not try for a record.
See, I've lightened up. And by the way, NASCAR busts will be
I was
returning.
watching the start.
But I've lightened up on like what I
See if there's
consider
any
a bust
contact and
nowadays.
send Buckshot
I don't
Jones
know.
into
Like
the wall
a
in the
lot of people
44.
consider Buckshot
There's
Jones a bust,
Steve
and I'm
Park
like,
right behind him,
yeah,
and
to an
Steve
extent,
Park,
yeah.
yikes.
But like he didn't have
A little
much to work
aggressive
with
in that
at
corner.
RPM, and
Little,
he was
little
pretty
early.
good in the Xfinity at least.
Bad
So we
place
at
to
least
give a
need
guy a
address
little
that.
show.
But no, the next bust video I do is not. Oh, I accidentally pressed the button. But the next bust video I do is not going to be. It's not going to be about Buckshot Jones though. It's
Doesn't
gonna be
take
about-
much to climb the wall and hit the concrete.
It's going to be
here
about
in
a very
Bristol.
interesting character you probably never heard of. But yeah, look, we're already 5 laps in. There's already chaos. I didn't expect that right away. Like I said, it's been a while since I've seen this old school type of story. It's been a minute.
Green, green, green. Here we go again.
Oh, good. NASCAR edited
First
out some
caution
of
is a
this
quick
stuff, too.
one.
That's great.
Jimmy Spencer now, second to Jeff Gordon.
And he's go ahead, Larry.
Even though Robbie Gordon stayed on the lead lap, Jeff Gordon took the green flag at the start-finish line. Robbie Gordon in 41st was in the middle of the back straightaway, already a half a lap down.
And I just noticed, like on that restart there, Jimmy almost got a run on Jeff. So Jeff's getting off to a little slow start. Oh, Spencer got sideways.
Yeah, real side.
Robbie Gordon was
I think this
penalized
was
because
right
you're
after
not allowed
Gordon
to
got
pass the pole
divorced,
sitter
I think.
before you
Or
come to
he
the
was
start
filing
finish
for
line on the initial green flag
On
of
the
the
green
race.
flag lap, he just beat
If
Jeff
you haven't
to the
watched
line,
Danny
and
B's
that's-
video, Danny B
an
Talks video on
infraction.
that,
Now,
make
on
sure
a
to watch
restart
that.
after a caution period into the race, once the green flag's displayed, it's every man for themselves, but you have to pass to the
But yeah,
right-hand
everyone's
side.
single file. That's right. Oh, no,
Michael
Mikey,
Waltrip
no,
against the wall in the
Mikey.
backstretch.
What are you
Tony
doing?
Stewart got
You're only
together.
like 10 laps in. What are you doing, Mikey?
He's going to get freight trained here
Come
because he's
on,
hung on the
Mikey.
outside.
He was pushing it too hard, and now look. And then look, first 3 races, only one top 15, first 3 to 4.
Continues to lose
Oh yeah, he did
positions
finish
here.
5th in the 500.
Well, it's just like
So he
Daytona and
does have at least
Talladega.
one
This is a
top.
little Daytona and Talladega. You get up on the outside, they're all going to go by you, and there's nothing you can do.
Oh, he got
Just
loose.
ride
Never
and wait.
mind.
There's
So he
some-
didn't
you see the
overdrive it.
replay, maybe just a little
See, that's
help
the only
from
way you
Tony
could
Stewart.
pass.
I mean,
Like,
everybody's in a
there's no
hurry.
such
Even
thing.
though
You
it's
gotta move.
500 laps, you know the leader's coming in a hurry, especially if you start deep in the field.
Oh, yeah. You're going to get lapped if you don't go.
And my
And you
hope
can't-
is that
you-
Auto
the
Club
spotter and the
is
crew chief
similar
are
to
both
this.
hollering at you from the drop of the green flag. You got to go. You got to go.
Buckshots on the apron. Oh,
He's still not able to
Benson.
get in.
Oh my
Still
goodness.
can't
Yeah,
get back in
oh
line.
yeah, I completely forgot about that
He'll
pace.
get in line back here at the
That's
tail
nice.
end of it.
Let's check with Matt.
He didn't run that too
Mike,
often.
under that caution, Jeff Gordon came on the radio to Robbie Loomis's crew chief. He said, I don't know what he was thinking, meaning Robbie Gordon. He says, I told him in the driver's meeting to be careful and not jump the start. And that's exactly what happened.
I don't know. See, Robbie Gordon was always into something.
If you watch the 2 cars, they go
Yeah,
at
let
the
me watch
same
this
time.
replay because
Robbie
it looked
just got a
good,
little bit better.
but it was coming from a camera angle.
On further review,
But you can't beat the pole sitter to the start.
Man,
finish
okay,
line
that's
at
a
the
little.
start
Yeah,
of the
you can't beat the
race.
pole sitter
After a
though. So I mean, that is
caution flag on a
rules, but
restart,
like
you
that
can
was a
once
that was a
the
good
green flag's
restart.
displayed, but
That
at
was
the
a good
start of the
restart.
race, the pole man controls the start.
yeah, and Robbie was about a half a car length ahead of Jeff back here when they,
Oh yeah, I
when they
got
initially
waters by
took
the way.
off.
I also
And
got
then
Cliff
Robbie
bars
Gordon
too.
caught a
I got
lucky caution when Buckshot
banana
Jones got in
peanut
the wall,
butter.
so Robbie is still on the
Banana
lead
peanut
lap.
butter. I got it.
He's a half lap down though. But that's better than being a lap down.
Yeah, Gordon's already gone. I haven't even looked at the leaderboard too much
Jeff
yet.
Gordon
I've been so
wasting no
enamored with the
time. He's
racing.
put a lap on Dave Marcus.
Oh yeah, but Johnson started in the
Out
back,
after
Martin
they-
started in the
Rest of
back.
the tail end of the
Those are
field.
some
Dave
notable
Marcus's car
ones
with
from
Dick
this day.
Trickle, yeah,
At least
71.
Gordon's on the lead lap.
Now, Michael Waltrip, he started 9th. He
And poor
finally got
Buckshot.
in line.
Already,
He
like,
had to
not
go
even
all the
20
way
laps
back
in
to
yet.
the
He's already
30th
7 laps
position
down.
behind
Poor
Bobby
guy.
Labonte here before he was able to get in line.
He
you
deserved
know
better.
that sooner or later somebody will cut you some slack and let you in, but it's all sometimes it's way back there before it happens. And he's up there again. He can't get down.
And when you're up there, since no cars has been running up there, that's where everybody's rubber off their tires
Yeah, there's
going.
Harvick.
And he gets on your tires, it makes you feel like you got
Previous
4
day.
flat tires.
My tractor
He was
won't get no
kicking
traction.
Biffle's ass.
Ricky Rudd makes the pass for 14th on
Bush
Dave
race,
Blaney.
because
John
Biffle wrecked
Andretti
him.
and the 29 of Kevin Harvick follow through.
Oh, that sound. Jesus Christ. When they come full speed in this era.
Really loose, Larry. He jumped sideways just about every lap off the corner.
Yeah, he started in
Oh yeah, Park's about
34th,
to
and that's
dump
where
his
he's running.
teammate. Looks like. See,
To
I just
week at
forget
Darlington. I mean, this
how
is the
close
worst
they are here.
racetrack you can
You know,
come to as far as
old Bristol was. Oh,
Sometimes
ad.
you
We
just
got
need
an
money
ad.
fast.
Oh God.
At
That
H&R
snuck
Block,
up on
you
us.
could get
God
up to
damn it.
$3,500 today.
Okay, we're gonna be facing those problems.
physical ability required.
Larry, this place makes you dizzy.
But yeah, no, I'm
matter
saying
what. It
there's
just,
no
it works
progressive
on
banking,
your eyes.
so you
You're
can't run the
bouncing
top.
around. It's just like riding a real rough roller coaster.
Fortunately, Park said he did not suffer the vertigo that, say, Ricky Craven had after his
Turn my
bad
mic up.
crash.
It's really
Terry
hard to hear
Labonte
me
had-
over the race audio. Say no more. Give me a second. Let me turn up a little bit. But yeah, sometimes we'll face ads in this during this stream, so just deal with it. Give me a second. Okay. All right, we're good.
That problem too, you know.
Yes.
Oh, over 200
And
watching.
Park
Make
is
sure
saying
to
it
lick the
doesn't
like
bother him
button.
to run here. He likes it. How about Tony Stewart? Very, very sore lower back after that crash at Darlington.
Craven was underrated too.
Talk about a
He was
place where you
underrated
gotta
here.
come and tough it out.
Really, he was
Here we are.
underrated in the 32 in general. He got the most out of that car.
Well, we've run about
Ought to
20,
be only
what,
2 wins in
24
3
laps,
seasons
and look
from
where the leader is.
01 to
He is
03.
right at the back.
Then he
of the
raced in
pack, ready
04,
to
but
put
like
people
they
down
were
in
like dead at
24
that
laps.
point.
Well, we
but
talked about
not
Steve
bad.
Park a while ago. He's got troubles because the leader's only 2 seconds behind him. I'm the crew chief. I'm saying take care of that race car, but the
Oh, yeah,
leader's
Huck
coming. Come
Strickland.
on.
Go, go, go. Don't let that guy hold you up.
Oh yeah, even
And
Hermie
don't
Sadler
let
has
that
it
guy
on
hold
board.
you up. It's what caused
See, that's
you
how
to
big
bump
the
into
sport
him.
was back
Because you
then.
want to nudge him out of your way.
Right behind the red 23.
You know the
Huck
sport was
Strickland will
big
be the leader.
in 2002 when
Jeff
Hermie
Gordon-
Sadler,
Jimmy
of all
Spencer now
drivers,
has caught
had
him.
his
He's
onboard
caught him in
camera.
a hurry. I mean, Jeff Gordon pulled out to over a 2-second
That's no
lead,
disrespect to
but now
him,
Jeff
but, like,
Gordon is
you know,
early
he
race.
just wasn't
has
a
to
household
show that
name, you know?
patience.
And the outside pole sitter is just a few
Oh.
cars in front of our leader right now. And here comes Spence on the
And
outside.
Spencer's trying to make
He's
it work
got
on the
lap
outside.
up there as well.
You don't see too many
Rebel
passes
11
here.
car.
Oh, but Brett!
Back down.
Can't go. Got to close
See,
the hole.
Spencer is about to make a killer move
Mike
on the
Skinner was getting
outside
ready to shoot in
at
there.
old school Bristol, by
That was
the
a
way.
Mr. Excitement kind of move.
It was.
But
He
he
had
got
to
to
back
make
out.
something
for the
happen.
lap.
It's
We'll
just
see
to let
plenty
you
out
know
today.
that I am here.
That's right. 27 laps complete. Jeff Gordon has led them all, but now
Poor
he's
Bill
getting
Davis.
into
The
some
Bill Davis
heavy
cars
race
are
traffic.
already about to be a lap down, not even 30 laps in. That's right, JC. This was the final year of Pontiac and Joe Gibbs' partnership. That's right.
36 laps complete. Jimmy
Like Joe
Spencer
Gibbs, they
has
won a
muscled his
championship
way
with each
into
other,
the
and then
lead,
they're like,
Ward
nah,
Burton
we'll
is
see you
off
later.
the
We're going to
pace.
Chevy.
Let's show you the lead change here. Coming up on traffic.
Spencer's car looks
Well,
really,
he finally
really good.
completes
He can
it.
cut it to the inside and stay in the throttle. He drove under Jeff.
Yeah,
Watch
this
his
is
car
one thing I
accelerate
know.
off the
I know
corner.
Spencer
Jeff's got to give him the
was
room there.
really
And
dominant that
Skinner
day.
got to run
He was really
because
dominant in this race.
of the 41 car taking the line away.
And there's Ward Burton, who continues
Ward
to run,
Burton.
but has dropped off the pace and gone a lap down in the 22.
And I
He
ain't
needs his own
debating, there's a whole
reality
lot
show,
of
man.
shaking going
Someone
on
who
around
talks
here
like
right
him.
now.
Yeah, Ward Burton definitely looking
He
for a
needs his
golf
own
flag
show
where they
on,
can
like,
pit road,
CMT
see
or
what the world's
something.
going on with that thing.
These lead cars are just closing up on the back of the field so quick.
I think it'd be better than Racing Wives. I'd rather have a show with Ward Burton than Racing Wives, to be quite
I'm
honest
sure
with
he's
you.
tried all the things you would try on the racetrack going to the second
Racing
ignition
Wives is
system.
really overrated.
Evidently, that's
Like
obviously
with drama
not working.
TV, bro, you gotta. There needs to be real drama. Like they have to be trashy women,
Jeff's
and
car,
like
Jeff
this is actually a
lost
good
the
thing.
lead
So that
because
means
of
like the
just
women in
traffic and
NASCAR
getting
aren't,
up out
you
of the
know,
groove, and Spencer took,
TV trash,
made a run
basically.
on him, and he had to
But
let
that's
him
what
go,
makes
and then
good
the blue
reality
car got
TV,
by him,
is
but
it
he
need to
got
be
back
TV
around the
trash.
4 car. Now he's closing back up on Spencer again.
Now
Yeah,
it's
Racing
Spencer's
Wives
turn
is
to deal with lap
so it's like
traffic.
a boring reality
Well,
show.
Mike, during the final
Oh, oh,
practice,
God.
Gordon's team up and crashed.
Stacey Compton,
Stacey
right?
Compton
Yep.
in the back straightaway.
I was about to say Ron
Has
Hornaday,
spun
but
and
no,
crashed
that was
into the
2001.
inside retaining wall.
Caution is on
But yeah,
the
no,
speed.
Ward
And that's a
Burton
good break from
needs
Robbie
his own
Gordon.
reality show.
Costly mistake
Let's
at
make
the
it
beginning of
happen.
this race. He's sitting on that
Or give him
outside
his own
pole,
YouTube channel
and
to
he's
start
2
off with.
seconds from being lapped.
Someone explain to
Everybody
Ward,
got a lap back. Hermie
how
Sadler got a lap
YouTube
back
works.
There. Back stayed on the lead lap. That's good.
And he can
good
start
deal.
streaming on here.
Rick Mast.
Yeah, Rick Mast as
Let's
well.
get him to react to
Kyle
races.
Petty was
That
in
would be some
danger.
funny shit.
See if we can see what happened here, guys. Down in the corner, 29
Oh yeah,
and
Harvick ran a
12.
special scheme in this race
Here
too.
comes Stacy. He runs
What
out
happened?
of room. He gets into the side of it.
Oh damn.
Ryan Newman's
Those are like
car.
NASCAR
Run
heat
over
physics.
Newman, spin direct.
NASCAR Heat 5 physics. You hit the back of the car and you start spinning. Not the car in front of you, you start start spinning.
It's just a matter of getting down there, you run out of room, and you try to stay.
Yeah,
up with that guy.
that's
Wheel
exactly
hard left,
NASCAR
and
Heat
the back
5
end
physics
comes
in a
around.
nutshell.
And this thing is what we call,
Exactly.
Mike, self-cleaning track.
Oh, yes, right down to the bottom. The
God, look how full it is.
43 laps complete.
So full.
2 cautions. Jimmy Spencer is the leader.
That's right, the ET scheme. That's what this is. It's the ET scheme for Harvick. And he ran one the previous day in the Busch race, too.
Today's Track Facts brought to you by KFC. This is the 83rd Winston Cup race to be held in Bristol. Jack Smith, the inaugural winner.
Oh, it held
As
its
we
first
told you,
race in
it's the safest track on
1978?
the circuit.
That's
They
right.
Switched the pavement. The
I
asphalt
figured
wouldn't
it was
hold
like
up,
the
so they
60s or
concreted it
50s
in
or something.
1992.
That's Martinsville. Martinsville has been
And
around
started
since the
running here
sport's
under the lights
inception.
in 1978. There's fast food, and then there's KFC. Steve?
You're right.
As
The woulda,
Sterling
coulda,
Bond's
shoulda
talking to
series.
Tony Glover and leave
Yeah,
a call
that's right. We did have
now,
that talk.
Mike, and
Don't
he's
worry, I
saying
haven't
he's
forgotten.
A little bit loose from the center off.
But
They're going to talk about,
I want to make
they are
sure
talking about making
I'm
an
not
air
putting my
pressure
best stuff out too
adjustment
early.
and a
Gotta
wedge
spread it out.
adjustment when and if they do stop. Matt Yocum.
Steve, during the final practice session, Jeff Gordon's biggest worry was the car not having enough forward bite up off the corner.
But yeah, I
He
think
makes some
after this
adjustments
race, it was either after
He
this
is
race
so loose up off the corner, he just can't
or
get the
this
gas
was the
when he would
first
like
race
to.
after
Today.
Gordon's divorce.
Tony Stewart stayed on the racetrack with
Poor
his
guy
number 20
lost
car.
30
Complained
million.
He'd like to get some more forward bike,
Oh my
and
gosh.
he'd like to get a
I don't
clean
wanna get
windshield,
into
but he's still out there. Didn't pit.
Going green, guys, and that's every car out there is fighting forward bite. I mean, that's just kind of like what I probably
But to be fair, he's caught, doing the
He's got
whatever.
about 60
I'll
miles
let you
an hour
read
before
in
he
between the
gets to
lines on
turn
that
one.
one.
He's up to
All right, green
112
flag's
miles
back
an
out.
hour. Just barely at 100 miles an hour in the middle of 1 and 2. This is down
Spencer
the
off to
backstretch.
a good
The
start.
mid-box
Got a
tracks,
good jump there.
130 miles an hour into turn 3.
Oh yeah, and this is where the lap cars. That's right. I forgot. Yeah, that's right. It's also the era where the lap cars would start next to the leaders. So this made for very interesting restarts. So Hut Strickland's just holding them up. I don't know. To be fair, Hut's he's keeping up. He's keeping up.
He's back in 39th position. We had a report that they was going to try to change.
But there was
that
always
battery
some
under caution.
unwritten rule
The ignition box
in this
swap
era
was not
too,
working.
where the leader would just let
And
the
Bobby
lap car
Hamilton in
go,
the 55.
unless he hated
That's
him
Hermie
a
Sadler
lot.
up above a lap
But
car, and
that was
Hamilton's
that
lost
was a
about
rarity.
8 spots because he can't get down to the bottom of the
I think there was
racetrack
some
to
incident
get
in
underneath
2003
Sadler.
Sonoma.
Now he
There
gets
he
a
is.
place in line.
Robbie Gordon wouldn't let Jeff
Tough
Gordon
break for Hamilton.
really is because he's running
get
pretty
off
good.
the lead
But, you know,
lap or
there's certain
something. I don't know. I
guys that
can't
you can
remember.
almost depend
Or it
on
might have been the
to
other
give
way
you a work.
around.
Then you wait for one of those guys to come along. Oh, trouble on the back.
Oh,
43
trouble on the
car
back.
round.
Trouble on the
Hard
back.
into the outside, inside
Oh,
wall.
no, not
43's
Andretti.
around.
Oh, no, not Andretti. R.I.P.
Third
Remember the
caution
last
today
time we
comes
did
at
a
lap
stream like this, he
52.
won the race. We were talking about
That's
the
43,
watching the
44,
1999 Goodies Dash
and
or
14.
Goodies Headache
14.
Pain 500. I can't remember the name of
14
it
did
now.
go behind the wall. They're trying
And
to make
then
repairs.
he had won the previous
43
year's
will have to
race
go behind the wall.
too.
He's got a lot of damage.
Oh wait, no, he didn't. I'm sorry. No, he didn't. That was Elliott
And
Sadler.
nobody got a
No,
lap back
John
on Jimmy
Andretti finished
Spencer.
second in the
Okay,
2001
1 lap.
City 500.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, I
still
almost got
want you
that
to stay
confused.
out.
He
Stay
almost
out,
won that
okay,
race.
10-4. A little hot in here right now. Can you be sure you give me plenty of water next time I come in?
John.
You told me yesterday it was cool in here, so you just got to live with it, DW. I'll get you a
Right.
glass
But
of
damn,
water
3
if I can, but I
cautions
can't hold
already
the
and
pit
53
stop
laps
up.
in.
Oh, man.
I think usually nowadays our first caution
know
for
it's gonna
Bristol
be
comes
70
like
degrees today.
around that 50, I think. If
Should
I'm
have
not
watched the Weather
mistaken.
Channel.
But yeah, oh
I
yeah,
taped it.
Petty Enterprises already crashed. I just realized that. Thanks, Isaac, for reminding me of that. So we have 2 of the 3 Petty Enterprises cars wrecked. Wait, Kyle Petty made this race
NASCAR
too,
Winston
right?
Cup Series on Fox, presented by UPS, is brought to you by Singular Wireless.
Oh, we got sponsors.
Never pay long distance or roaming
We got
again.
old
It's a
sponsors, so
singular
the
nation.
spout is up times 10.
50 laps and already 3 caution flags. Lap 4, Buckshot Jones
nice.
into the wall off of Steve Park. Lap 41, in the backstretch, Stacy Compton. And
See,
lap
Fox for the
52,
throwback race. So
John
that's right. I
Andretti.
forgot.
So
Fox
do the
does
math,
have.
Tisha.
They are broadcasting the
Every
throwback
three-
race this
every
year.
50
They
laps
better
will have 3
do
cautions.
a lot of nostalgic
30,
things
just
with
like
the
you
broadcast
asked.
this year. I would be highly disappointed
There
if
you
they
go.
don't. NBC. I know there's
Kurt
like,
Busch?
people are like,
No,
oh,
that's the
NBC
29th
Sports shutting
going
down.
on.
But
Oh,
the least you
Ron
could
Harvick.
say, at least they put in a lot of effort. They put in a ton of effort
McBurgman.
I'm
into
with Stacy
the,
Compton.
to
He's
the
had a tough
throwback
weekend
race.
so far. Crashed yesterday in the Busch race. Now
You
behind the wall.
need-
How bad is this race car?
That's what you need to do.
Well, it's pretty bad right
You guys
now.
need to hammer NASCAR on Fox and make sure they put in a lot of effort to this year's throwback race with all the graphics and bring back DW too, maybe. I don't know, but they need to put in effort
Guys, I tell you what, this team is about to
a
turn
little
corner.
bit at the very least.
We just can't
That'll
find any
still
luck
disappoint.
right now. Hopefully we'll get some luck going our way.
Yeah, poor
And,
Stacy Compton. He's already
we'll be
out.
back next
Buckshot
week.
Jones.
Okay, they're
He's
beating
like
on it. Just keep
20
burning.
laps down already.
Well, Dick Michael Waltrip's having a lot of problems.
Oh, yeah,
here early in the
Mikey,
race.
not
He's
Mikey.
been on pit road
Oh,
no less
Mikey.
than 4 times. They adjusted
All
the
people.
toe out, and
All the
Michael Waltrip
drivers.
was afraid that they adjusted
adjusted it the wrong way, so they've had to come back
Oh,
in, take a
goodness.
look at it, and they're expecting him to hit pit road
I didn't
again.
see that.
And we got the 12 car on.
Yeah,
pit
yeah,
road here,
Gian. I
Larry.
agree. I agree with that.
He's
He
taking
would've.
on. Looks like he thinks. Oh, he must have some damage to the left rear there.
Steering
Looks like
the left rear tire was rubbing the quarter
Damn.
panel. He was actually one of the cars that pitted on lap
Hit each other.
45, Dick Berggren.
Yeah, that's the problem, all right. The 12 car, Ryan Newman, has had contact with another driver. He had a flat tire, so this
Probably
is the second
Mikey.
pit stop he has made
It was probably
to try and
Mikey
repair
he
the
had
damage
contact
to that automobile.
All right, we're getting set for the restart. They want us to crank it up, and we shall.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Baby.
Crank it up.
Tony Stewart going to
Okay, I can talk
squeeze
about it.
between a couple of lap cars.
I've decided just not to talk about during the
That's
crank it up.
exactly what he did. He squeezed through there. That's what you got to have. You got to have a car that you drive where you want it to go, not one that's kind of driving you.
But Darryl, we watched
Oh
this
yeah,
car
if you were a
yesterday in
slow
practice.
car,
He
you
by
just
far
had
the
no
best race
choice
car.
but to
That
run
car
outside,
did get
because
down
if you
there
kept it on the
racetrack,
inside, they'd
I
just
think
move
the
you.
question was, can Tony go 500 laps here today?
If he doesn't give out physically,
Yeah,
his
Bush is
car's
only
there for him.
15th.
But you know what makes him feel a
And
lot
Junior's
better? Is
18th.
that race car. is a
I
good
didn't
race
know
car.
Gordon was so
Leadership.
dominant early on in this race, though.
Jeff Gordon was all the
Oh,
way
yeah,
underneath.
Spencer's
Jimmy
on it.
Spencer
Yeah,
down
he
the
was
front
on it
stretch.
from
Here he
the
goes
jump.
again.
Whoa, Spence. Now, Spence, you'd get mad if he did that
Right
to
now,
you.
Kenseth is the best Roush car. But that'll change very
Give him some
quickly.
room, bud. He's faster than you are.
Damn. Yeah, Spencer, like, he reminds me of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Like Ricky Stenhouse Jr. basically reminds me of Jimmy Spencer. It's basically Mr. Excitement. Their careers are just similar. And yeah, and now Gordon's like, I mean, he's like, no.
Right now, Jimmy's up in that
See, that's what Jimmy does. He just pisses people off because, like, we're not even 100 laps in and stuff, and Gordon's, Gordon's like, stop racing. Like you don't have to race like that, you know? But because it's so early. But nah, Spencer's the exact opposite. That's what made it
needs to get
fun.
back down the bottom of the racetrack.
And you know what I think about that
Fun to
17
watch.
car, Larry? The way he ran at Rockingham, this is a kind of a similar racetrack. You know, that's a mile, I know, but they've got a lot of characteristics the same. Running good here today.
Yes, a lot of teams
That's right.
are
I
using
forgot how
their
single
Rockingham
file
car
they
here.
are here too. See, the progressive banking at least has its like it provides side-by-side racing like
Sure
that.
is, DW.
I personally like the new Crystal we have, but like this is still good though. This is still great. And hopefully Auto Club Short Track is similar to this, so we can have a circuit like this. You know? That would be amazing.
Matt gave the thumbs up, so the tire's okay.
And what happened?
Yeah, that's right. He did. Jimmy Spencer. Yeah, Isaac, dude, you keep coming with all the facts. That's right. Spencer was like the last of everybody, I believe, to still use an open face helmet. Yeah.
That's why the crew chiefs are
Because
always
Stewart changed it in
Now
October
clean 'em up
of
because
01
you always
after
got
Blaze
built up on them after a caution.
Alexander's tragic
Tony
passing.
Stewart in 6th. He has Ward Burton.
But then
lap
Spencer
car in
was
front
still
of him
using it.
as he moves toward the front. Dick.
And as you heard earlier in our broadcast, Tony Stewart has every intention of finishing this race, but he is a badly beaten up race car driver. They're keeping it very low key, but Todd Bodine is in the area, and he will be ready to get in that car if needed. He is not in the pit area, but he's on the property, and he is the designated driver.
Stewart had to sub out of this right. Damn, this race is actually entertaining. It's more entertaining than I thought it'd be. There's all this stuff going on. At the restart, and now Stewart might have to. It's like, okay, I'm glad I picked this race. We're not even 100 laps in yet. I guess Stewart wasn't feeling well that weekend. And they had Todd Bodine on standby.
They went over and gathered up a bunch of pieces of Victory Lane and took it back to the shop.
Well, I tell you one thing they'll have
By the way,
to do.
243
They may have
watching. Make
pull
sure to
Tony
click the like
Stewart
button,
out of
everybody.
that
Appreciate
car
you guys
after
tuning
this
in.
race is over with. And I don't believe
It's a
he's going to get
beautiful
out of that
Friday
hot rod.
night.
Bobby Hamilton works around Michael Waltrip. Jimmy Johnson comes along with him. Then Steve Park, Ryan Newman.
Yeah, Mikey, you're too slow. Get out the way. Get out the way.
Injuries I ever had in racing, when I was in my race car,
And we still need to do a video revisiting Steve Park. I owe him. Because like I did the bus video when I was younger, and obviously my opinions have changed on that. I want to do a video detailing his 2001 season. It was a lot better than you think.
Race car, you know how many aches and pains you had.
Okay, Kyle Petty did make this race. So Petty Enterprises did have 3, but 2 of them already have severe damage, or they're either out. So, and Rick Mass, Rick Mass is holding up Gordon. That's why I forget that he did race for a brief period in the early 2000s. Happy early birthday!
His crew has already gone back into the garage to the crash car. They may have to bring Michael Waltrip in.
Well, something so simple.
See, the lap cars are probably doing their best to stay out the way, but this is old school Bristol, so it's like you have no choice. It's like you're out of the way, but you're not out of the way. That makes sense.
Gordon started catching the lap cars, and he's right on his rear bumper again.
Jeez, yeah, Spencer's been on him, and like I knew Spencer was like he's gonna be a factor in this race from all the clips I've seen. But damn, like right from the jump, his car was fast. And then this was in a period when Chip Ganassi Racing, like I think it was Chip Felix Racing, or I can't remember. It was Chip Ganassi Felix Sabatis Racing, something like that. It wasn't just Chip Ganassi Racing, Ganassi Racing. But in this era, particularly in 2002, they were dominant from the jump. Like Marlin, I think, up to this point has 2 wins. Vegas and Darlington, and then Spencer was running well, so life was good back in the day for Ganassi at least.
It's very important that you keep me on the bottom. He says, I've tried the outside, and it's just not there yet. You need to keep me on the bottom.
This place looks like.
But yeah, let me know in the chat which Bristol you guys prefer. Old school Bristol like this, or the progressive banking Bristol we have today.
You're never out of track.
Because if you were to give me a choice, I mean, I this is a personal opinion. I just go with
that's the way it is all day long.
Progressive
bank. It's like getting in a big crowd of people.
I mean, there's a lot more side-by-side racing here and stuff. The only way you can pass here is like you just gotta dump them basically. And yeah, that's entertaining to an extent, but if you give me the choice, I'd for sure probably take the progressive bank. I know some of y'all might feel some type of way about that.
While ago, it's about 2 3/4 seconds.
Oh gosh. Oh no, not Park. Damn.
Lap 81, 4th caution of the day.
There goes his race.
All right, DW, 80 laps. I believe I'm going to give you 4 tires.
Yeah,
now.
Steve Park just. Okay. See, I knew Jared would say that.
I have a feeling that group may stay out.
Well, let me
I'm not saying like it's so close to me. So close.
As long as it don't cost my pit stop. Not going to give up no positions.
Like old school Bristol is a very close second, like 2/1000ths of a second, like a close second. That's that.
In other words,
hey, Blue Jimmy, what's up? How's it going, man?
In your hands. Is that what you're trying to say?
But yeah, poor Steve Park. He's already.
Let's see what happens to Steve Park
he's not out.
in turn 2.
Fun. Let's see what happened. Oh, he just got on the apron.
Too low on the racetrack.
Dude, NASCAR heat physics. Again, this is the second caution of this race with NASCAR heat 5 physics. The first one, Compton, hit the back of Newman. He spins.
He was already loose when he got.
Oh, and he did it again.
Same thing we saw happen to the 14
so heat
car.
5 physics again in 2002.
Leaders are on pit road.
So NASCAR heat 5, 704. You guys put the wrong physics in.
Turn 2.
It's not from this race. Come on. That's not usually what happens.
Pit road is continuation through 3 and 4. There's no teams pit there, no
heat
wall.
5 physics
but it's a
caution,
continuation.
part 2
you still
of
have
the
to maintain 30 miles an hour.
Oh, look at that arrow.
See, they entered right here.
2002.
This is still part of pit road right here.
It's all
30 miles an hour.
there.
A lot of those guys are pitting right here on the front stretch. So pit road goes from turn 2 to turn 1.
In a way, I'm kind of glad this era didn't have social media.
And not be a disadvantage pitting on the back stretch.
Like, can you imagine NASCAR Twitter in 2002?
The 48 car, here comes Terry Labonte.
That would be crazy.
He's off of back.
It'd be a lot more crazier than it already is. Like NASCAR Twitter is already a bunch of crazies. I'm proudly one of them.
They want to make a wedge adjustment.
No, in 2002, bro, no way.
Tony Stewart is tight in the center of the corners. He's asked for more forward fight, even though that might make the fight in the center worse. He said he's going to fix it the way he drives the car. And Matt.
Yeah, Gordon's on it. Yeah, Spencer's on it too.
They made a slight air pressure adjustment in the right rear.
I think Kurt Busch is finally inside the top 10 now. A lot of guys are waiting for some more cautions to come out.
One member of KC
NASCAR MySpace page.
Across the wall, he was bumped hard by
Sorry, I keep thinking. I thought I heard something. There's always some noises outside my door, outside of my apartment from time to time. You never know. But anyways, yeah, NASCAR had a MySpace back then, right? Did NASCAR have a MySpace page when that was big? See, I was like 2002.
at turn 2.
Yeah, I was like 5 years old when this race happened.
Now the 5 leaders did
Yeah, I wasn't
not
on
pit
MySpace.
under this caution. Dale
I
Earnhardt
don't even think I
Jr.,
knew my name when I was 5 years old.
Jeff Burton, Dale Jarrett, Mark Martin. Now here are the fellows who did pit and where they came out.
The real
Ooh,
loser
yeah,
there was Mike
politics in the
Skinner,
chat.
came in
Hey,
fourth,
come
went
on.
out 21st. But I talked to a lot of the crew chiefs this
Just
morning,
racing.
especially guys that
Just need
qualified
pure.
bad.
We're just,
and was
we're
on
just
the
here for the
backstretch
love
pit,
of racing.
include
That's what we're
Dale
here
Earnhardt
for.
Jr., Jeff Burton, Dale Jarrett, Mark Martin, and Joe Nemechek.
If I were a pit road member, what position would I pick? I'd probably be a crew chief. I'm not. I'm like okay with numbers and math and stuff. When it comes to to statistics and racing and sports in general, I'm pretty good with that. I'd say. But when it comes to estimating like fuel mileage and tire price, like, I don't know that stuff. But if I had to learn, I'd learn that for sure.
Out of sequence, that's what I like.
I don't think Junior pitted.
That's a good move sometimes.
Oh, and the lap cars, they gotta hurry up.
Getting set for the restart.
Oh, that was a sloppy restart. There's no way NASCAR would let that fly today. There's no way. Oh my God! What? Your teammates. This is crazy. These are lap cars too. And Junior, yeah, that's right. Junior stayed out. He's the leader. So you got 3 laps. See, the racing in this era was crazy. The lap cars got to start right beside the leaders, and they got to race in front of the leaders because there was no lucky dog. So you had to. So they got to hold them off in a sense.
Right there, you see about 8,800 in the straightaway.
So you almost saw 2 teammates wrecking each other just to stay on the lead lap, not to win the race. Just
Up to
stay on
about
the lead lap.
8,900 right there. The end of the front stretch.
Oh wait, now he's in second. Okay, no, Burton's the leader. Okay, so Burton's the leader.
Up to the fence as he got boxed out in traffic and lost about 7 positions.
Apparently. Oh, Benson almost finished him off.
Benson right there. He was on the outside, blocked behind Hermie
Benson
Savage.
almost finished him off there.
Nerfed again, and they were 3 abreast. And that cost Mark, who makes his 500.
So they just get so congested here, and it can just be one car. Just one car can get congested here, and can just mess up the whole field. See, Joe Nemechek, in that 26, that's one of those forgotten rides. Because I forgot, like, I knew he drove the 26 sometimes,
He has those fresh tires.
but I didn't know it was like a plain black.
Be a little bit better right there.
That's such a. I mean, I know track position is important, but more when you lose grip and the guy behind you's got 4 freshmen, he's gonna use you up.
And that's the thing, they don't seem to give up on the stopwatch.
CCDW's voice is always funny.
It's just the
Use
grip
you
it
up.
has.
Can't maneuver the car around.
I
That's
can't
what
really
happened.
do a good country voice. I can do a decent one, but no, these guys pull it off.
Jeff Burton, the leader, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Dale Jarrett, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Spencer.
Damn, this camera view too. I haven't seen. Have we seen this camera?
This man, Rusty Wallace, the winningest active driver here with
Damn,
9 wins.
like, do they still do this camera view? This one specifically? Or do they do only the one with the showing the driver? You know what I mean? I mean, I guess they have the helmet cam though, so that's a good substitute. But like this camera angle in particular, onboard view, pretty good, pretty underrated.
Dick, Jimmy Spencer came out of the pit second, right behind Jeff Gordon. Currently rides in the 5th position. Jimmy.
Yes, GM. I've seen F. Lemonsdale Senior video. I think, I think at this point, almost every NASCAR fan has. So you should make another NASCAR video like that. Hopefully down the road. He's a NASCAR fan too, Ed Blemington, so you never know. Oh, that ET. Oh. I know he's running 24th, having a bad day, but that's that's good. I've never seen this. Yeah, this scheme. I don't think this scheme was in NASCAR Thunder 2003. I think his Looney Tunes scheme was, and I would race that at Richmond a lot. But no, I don't think this ET scheme was in the game.
Larry, you're exactly right. And one other thing we want to keep going back to is all weekend it's been really cool at this racetrack, and we got a whole lot more a warmer temperature today. And you know yourself,
oh, yeah, Jeff Hammond, he was a bigger part too. Yeah, Jeff Hammond in this era of Fox, he was a large part of the broadcast. Well, yeah, I keep forgetting Jeff Burton's in the lead because I keep wanting to say Junior for some reason, but I thought Burton was the lap car.
The racetrack gets greasy when it gets like that.
Yeah, what'll happen? You know, your driver tell you, well, I'm tight in the center. A little loose off, you'll fix the tight in the center, have it turn, and they'll
What's
say,
my biggest prediction for the upcoming season, Justin?
Yeah,
Eric Jones will win a race.
It's got little ridges in it. It's
Eric Jones is he's a lot more underrated than people give him for, or he's a lot better than what people give him credit for. And I don't know. It's just Joe Gibbs. They have a system, and so is Toyota. They just want to move and shuffle drivers. They want to keep their 3 championship contending drivers in place. And it seems like there's always one young guy that gets the axe every now and then. And who's to say Bell's going to do any better? Like, I mean, I'm hopeful that Bell does better than Jones. Like, I mean, Bell has a ton of talent. I mean, that was demonstrated last year, too. And so was struggles with Line Family Racing. But at the same time, Jones is not a bad driver. And hopefully RPM can get their sponsorship figured out, their sponsorship situation figured out,
Some guys can handle it, some guys can't.
Contend for race wins. Especially on the restrictor plate tracks, because he does have a win at Daytona.
As we saw in the telemetry while
we'll see.
It's not about the motor. It's about getting up off of these corners and getting down these little straightaways in a hurry.
But yeah, meanwhile, we're now past 100 laps
Let's show you what happened back
yeah, this is peak NASCAR. Gordon and Jr., whenever Gordon and Dale Jr. were competing for the victory, everyone would just go crazy. Oh, no. Okay. He clipped him. But I think he hit the back of Atwood's car.
And he's okay, Steve.
Okay, he's okay. But damn.
Yeah, Mike, they're going to take Drew Blickensderfer from the Infield Care Center just to look at him. They think it's a superficial
and that's
injury.
another race we gotta watch.
A big abrasion.
You gotta watch races from like the 80s and 90s, particularly the late 80s to early 90s, because they didn't have any speed limits. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen. We're obviously not gonna watch the 1990 Atlanta Journal 500, if you know what I mean. I'll let you do the rest of the season on that for obvious reasons, but we'll watch other ones.
107 laps.
They would not.
On the last 35
slow down for anybody.
Caution free here
like
in Thunder Valley.
120.
Jeff Burton
as they
leads them
enter
at Bristol.
Like, what is that? That was nuts. But yeah, no, Burton's
we are
on his
under
own.
caution for the 5th time today.
Already under caution.
Sadler
Speed the devil.
has crashed up in turn number 3, and after he spun to a stop, Dale Jarrett did not have room to get through, bended up the nose.
Yeah, I don't think he didn't hurt it much. I thought he might hurt it, but it looks like it's all right as he went by here.
You've knocked the left front fender in. That's probably a lot of the
he got turned on the straightaway. Not Hamilton. R.I.P. to Bobby Hamilton.
55.
Damn, that sucks. We got 2 drivers who have passed away.
I think Dale Jarrett
Bobby Hamilton Sr.
he was
and
going to
John
slide down the
Andretti.
racetrack.
Oh, Jarrett.
Yeah, he got more damage than I thought.
Jarrett.
From Sadler's.
Dale Jarrett just coming in here, finishing him off in the back of the rear end.
He's working with it. He's trying.
He tried it. He tried to save it there. He almost did. Doesn't hit anything until Jarrett hits him there. Yeah, right there. A little nudge right there.
From Dale Jarrett.
Thank you to the fine mods for keeping this chat clean.
Couldn't get stopped. I think he anticipated a car, which normally will happen, was going to roll down the racetrack.
But the spotters told him to hold the brake because all the traffic was going low. They'll just happen to be forced up high, I'm sure.
If he'd been off the brake, the banking would have been self-cleaning.
That's right. Derek Coe's back in 500. That's right.
Now Hermie Sadler's driving that
win.
autism awareness car.
He's not really going to win, but
last February.
His last Daytona 500 attempt was Derek Cope's last Daytona 500 attempt was 2004.
In addition, there's this educational video
Arnold
for teachers
Motorsports,
who work
I think.
with children with autism
And his last
special
restrictor plate
needs.
attempt was
Information, follow the
2006
number
at
on your
Talladega,
screen, or visit
if I'm
their
not mistaken.
website.
Either Talladega or Daytona. So it's going to be funny to see. And he's locked in, by the way. He is a Charger. So he's locked in automatically. It's with Rick Ware Racing, I believe. So he's locked in. You got to love the Charger system, right? A guy who hasn't raced on a plate track in that long, he's not going to qualify for the race on speed, but because he already has a position blocked.
If it stays green for a long period of time, those other guys will eat my lunch.
When we have the new car, unveiled next year, in 2022, the next gen car.
Dale Jarrett with minor damage back on track.
I know they're saying like it's gonna be cheap and all this, but I don't know. I mean, like David Land said in his This Week in Racing video, he's been through this song and dance before. He's been through this fiasco before. New car comes in.
Let's have a look at the NASCAR Busch Series standings, the way they stack up after yesterday's slugfest.
There's going to be more entries
Bristol.
at first,
Greg
but like, no,
is the point leader.
There just won't be.
Jeff Green, Kent Wallace, Jack Sprague.
So enjoy this year's
Jason
500
Keller.
because we have like 44, 45, maybe 46 entries for the Daytona 500 this year. So we might not see that for a little bit. Not a long time, I'm saying, but we
better look out.
It might be a couple years before we see that again.
These guys that pitted the last time, are now leading the race. The guys that didn't are now back in the field. But they're all sequels.
Oh,
They're
there,
not
really?
like
I didn't know that.
It can
Dick
definitely
Trickle,
put some
really?
different
Oh, that's
strategies,
cool. See,
especially
I didn't
getting
even
near
know
the end of
that.
the race, and I believe we're going back to green flag racing here. Pace car is
See,
on.
they pull up the
Long
lap
way
cars
to
so.
go
Oh yeah,
still.
but like the track is short, so it will take a while for the lap cars to cycle
caution
through.
period
I
over.
just realized that. All right, green flag's out.
And we begin at lap 124.
Stewart just keeps inching closer to the front.
See, yeah, Gordon and Spencer, they've just been the two most dominant. There's still a long way to go though. But damn, I didn't think they'd be this dominant. Just particularly those.
Boy, Tony Stewart's car is so good. Just past the center, he's able to put that throttle down even on older tires.
Oh, I know, Auto
in.
Rocker.
Makes it
I know,
look
bro.
like he's
I
got
missed
50
I missed those
horsepower
too.
down the straightaway.
I missed those
But
too,
you know
man.
what?
They would
I'll
always
tell you
pop
what,
up for a
I
brief
believe he's
moment,
pulling
those other
529
series standings and stuff.
It's a
They just
friendly
showed the
gear
truck
drive,
and Busch
but you
series,
can match
and they
the
go in
throttle and it
detail
won't try
of
to
what's
bust
going
your
on in
tires
those
with it.
series
It
too.
will, right, it won't spin the rear tires. But
Like
Tony
in
got to be
NASCAR,
patient with those lap cars
NBC
there,
and
the
Fox, they
23
kind of
Hutch
do that, but
Strickland.
like not to the
Long way
level
to
they
go,
used to
buddy.
back in the day. There used to be dedicated
He
segments
doesn't want to lose
just for that.
contact with that leader anymore. He wants to keep him in sight.
And he won't. That's the end of the
And
lap
now they
car,
kind
but
of
for
skim
Brett
over it from
Bodine,
time to
who
time. Like some races
Jeff
they'll do
Gordon
it, some races
and
they
Jimmy
won't.
Spencer just dispatched.
Spend Bitcoin and
See who's quick here.
What's funny is I'm actually about to invest in Bitcoin. Actually,
Gordon.
it's funny
then
that ad
Marlin,
popped up.
Then Wallace.
Oh yeah, the old Fox speed tracker. That's right. I missed those ones. It was so simple too. As soon as they cross the line, the speed
Gordon,
show
your
up.
leader.
Yeah,
There's
they show you
Spencer,
the
there's
top
Stewart.
3. I think NBC,
Then Wallace, Kenseth,
Fox
then
would show
Johnny
you the
Benson.
top
You're
3,
looking out at Johnny Benson's car here.
and then
This ninja's a
NBC
little
would
bit
show you
different.
the top 5.
He has made some gains. Started in 28. Johnny and this group hadn't given us a whole lot to talk about this year.
Wobbling
Best
there
finish
for a
at
second.
Vegas.
He's wobbling on the
This is
straightaway,
one of their older
No, he's,
cars. In fact, they finished second
hauling
here in
ass right
2000
now.
with his car. I think this type racetrack has
Yeah,
always
see,
been a Johnny
he should have
Benson
ran the
style
scheme more
racetrack.
often. He should have
Yeah,
ran
he
that
runs good
black
on the
and
short
red
tracks. Grew
Valvoline
up on the
scheme
short
more
tracks
often.
in ASA.
And he's up to 6 right now.
And then that scheme on the 2003 edition car, because they used to have the
Tell you,
old
Larry,
schemes from the previous
this,
seasons.
and Jeff does too. Some
like
drivers'
sometimes
cars
from
can be handling
97 all the way up to
terribly, you
02.
never know.
Turn 2, Rusty got into the side of Hutch Strickland trying to lap him and nearly paid the
But yeah, no,
price.
they'd have different schemes.
It's okay.
And those would be one of them. And like this scheme in particular on the 2003 edition of the Pontiac was
Sterling Marlin gets in
underrated.
the back of Johnny
But it was
Benson.
in video.
10 car, hard in the outside wall.
But jeez, like, all this stuff keeps happening. Like, all this stuff in his. Oh, no, not pit. No. No. Oh, he just said it. I didn't hear it. Bro, he was just running 6.
Right rear, and you just run out of room getting in the
Dude,
corner.
I was just complimenting his scheme.
Well, you got
And this
you're
race
moving
happens.
so
So you can't
fast.
say I jinxed
You know, you got to turn in. You can't just stay up there out of the way. You got to turn in. And sometimes you come together with the guys that's trying to get under
the
you.
back end's
A lot of
crushed
damage
up. So
to
this
Johnny
day is
Benson.
basically done.
Benson goes right behind the pit wall.
Yeah, go to the pit wall.
Down, and he
Call
come
it
right
down.
up and hit him.
Yeah, who
Here's a look.
hit him? Oh, it was Marlin, wasn't it?
Turn 4 right here,
Oh,
down
let's
the
see
front
this.
stretch.
Sterling's got to run. He's got a nose under there.
Well,
Just didn't quite have enough room. And that's one of those things that neither you don't know. The guy on the
You
leading
could say
doesn't know if the guy
Benson
on the
should have
inside's
gave him
gonna go on or if
room.
he's going to give him a break.
And it's
Or
happening
Marlin
so
should have
fast.
gave him
It's
room.
such a
I don't
short
know.
distance from off of 4
I don't know
to
whose
down
fault
to
that
turn
was.
1.
No,
Here's
let's see
another
from
look.
here.
Sterling doesn't
Oh,
much
yeah,
get
yeah,
under
yeah.
there.
It's just one of it's a racing deal, racing
Didn't
deal.
quite have enough room, but I'm sure.
I mean, the
he
closing
might have
rates
thought that Benson
sometimes,
was gonna
especially
give
at
him the
old school
room.
Bristol like that.
Can't do that.
When someone's high up a little bit like that, then that's what happens. That's what happened in this era.
See, right
And it
there,
still
I think
happens
that's what
today,
cost
too.
Johnny
Even with the
Benson. He had to
progressive
check
banking.
up. Sterling got the run
Yeah.
off turn 4.
Yeah. Jeff?
Racing deal. That's what it is. It is what it is.
Sometimes that's where that spotter is so important, because if you see that guy move to the inside of you like that, you can at least tell the driver he's looking. He may not be there,
Jeff
but you
Hammond's
tell the
voice.
driver
And that's
he's
why the
looking.
spotter's
And
so
sometimes that'll
important.
make a driver either
If you
look in his mirror
if
or
you
go in just a
let the
teeny
spotter
bit
know
behind,
what's going
kind
on
of
like
feel
that.
that guy beside him. Steve?
Hey, Jeff, I was just listening to Sterling Marlin on the
Right,
radio,
Steve.
and he told Lee McCall and Tony Glover, he said, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to get into him, but he
I don't
just
want to
chopped
say
me
like
off.
I get sad whenever I hear Steve Burns because like I mean like he's passing stuff like that, but like yeah, I don't know. It's just
Temperature and tempers, perhaps.
I
Your
miss him. I
Bristol
miss
Johnny
his
Benson has
analysis
climbed
so
from
much.
his damaged car.
big part of my childhood. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right, Noah. I actually got a comment too saying that like that Sterling Marlin killed Dale Sr. Like even 20 years later, it's gonna be 20 years to the day Dale Sr. died on February 18th,
The spotters for
2021.
Benson and Marlin talking
And
it
still
over.
to
Now
this
they're right
day,
up on top of the front
people,
straightaway.
like,
That's a change from
crazy
last
people
year where they
are
were
saying
up above turn number
still
3,
to
the
this day
spotter
that
location.
Marlin killed Earnhardt.
Pretty much right in front of the
Relax,
incident
like,
there.
what?
McBurgren.
It's 20 years ago, my guy. And no, he
Well,
didn't.
Rusty Wallace is
They're
concerned about the
still
front
on
tire. He
about
just
that.
rubbed into another
That's
race
ridiculous.
car. He's asked his spotter to take a look at it. They've also
They're
asked
not
other
trolling
drivers
either.
to take a
I can
look
tell,
at it.
like,
He just
I
is
can-
very
I think
concerned.
I
He's
can
also
really-
concerned about the
I can usually
23
tell
of
when
Hunt
someone's
Strickland.
trolling.
They've asked him to get out of the
The
way.
ones
or
leaving
he'll
those
be the next
comments are not
caution flag.
trolling. They're dead serious.
Dick, earlier in the race, Mike Skinner survived a possible flat tire, but he couldn't survive the lug nut that fell off on his last pit stop. It dropped him from 4th to 21st, but
This was a simple scheme. It was simple. Some could say it was bland, but it was really historic.
21st,
It's
but also
Kodak's
one
scheme.
note, keep your eye on the 21 car. He's a tick tight, but quietly move back.
And once again, Spencer and Gordon 1-2. It's just their race right now. Nobody can compete with them. Those are clearly the two best cars on the racetrack. Oh, and Strickland. Oh, he's like, I got to get on the lead lap. Damn. Strickland was not playing. He wasn't playing at all. And now, finally, we have some action in the top two. Now, Stewart's going to get to his inside. It's about time.
Gordon could not clear the lapped car and paid the price, falling to 3rd.
But I always like to know who that guy is looking
Yeah,
on
I
the
know.
inside
Junior
of me,
said he had
because
nothing to do
every
with it,
driver
and
has
then
some
people
kind
are
of
like,
history,
oh, he had
a
something
track
to do
record,
with
if you
it.
will. And
He
sometimes you
killed
wanna
my
give some
hero.
of them a little more room than you do others.
But Darryl, the last two
Fucking stupid.
restarts, Hut Strickland had nothing for the race leader. Well, this time he did.
Well, he got in front this time.
Defending race champ Elliott Sadler got his fenders pinched a moment ago. In the middle of 3 wide, now with Mike Skinner and Steve Park. Elliott got squeezed.
Okay, Steve
a little
Park's still
hard
in
just
this.
to
He
whisk
might have
the
spun
car
out.
because
He
comes
might have
off
gotten
too.
played by the
Especially 1
Heat
and
5
2,
physics.
they're starting to move up just a little
But
bit, getting that second
he's chugging along. I think he's still a lap down, though.
Is me. So that's where you can really make some time once he comes in if you can get up there first.
Strickland Dodge scrambling to stay on the lead
Mr.
lap.
Excitement
Right
and
now,
Tony
he
Stewart.
seems to be as
I don't
quick
think
as
these
the
guys had too many battles for the lead, so this is like one of those rare
leader. Man
moments
was
where
marched
like,
from the back. Robbie
one of the
Gordon,
two
the outside
personalities.
pole
Oh
sitter,
yeah,
white flag for
Gore.
Jordan
Okay,
to
this is the
start,
first
and
time.
he's
This is gonna be
climbed up
funny.
now to
This is gonna be a
18
funny
place.
ending. I already know what happens between these two. I won't say it, but yeah, now Junior's like, no, you gotta go. You gotta leave. Get out the way. Yeah, Junior's like, bro, you gotta move.
Junior and Blaney right
And again, Robbie Gordon, amazing driver, probably had some of the most raw talent of any driver in motorsports history. But still, he was a head case sometimes. And at the same time, it was still extremely entertaining. Poor Benson. Poor Benson, man. Benson, like, he just started. Early in the race, was running top 10. We're talking about his scheme. And he gets taken out.
Johnny, can you get back in the race?
It's foreshadowing.
We'll get back in. I'm not sure how good the car will be, but we need to. We started off really bad and trying to turn the whole program around. Beverly Pontiac and going
By the
pretty
way,
good today.
170 likes, 233 people watching. Make sure.
Sixth-place run going when he got
Appreciate it.
turned around.
And also make sure to tune in to the NASCAR Weekly podcast next week on the Iceberg Channel.
42 cars are out on the racetrack. Boy, Robbie Gordon just
Ha! Yeah, Junior. Yep, I knew it. That's what I'm talking about. Junior said, I have had enough of your shit. Get out of my way. And now Gordon, now, oh, dude, he's.
Well, he's trying to get, Robbie's just trying to get back in line. Nobody's letting
doesn't
him.
care.
But what happens
He
here?
doesn't care, man. And now Robbie Gordon's gonna remember this the whole race. And he's gonna pay back Junior some point.
Show you what happened between Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Robbie Gordon.
Junior's like, you gotta go.
Almost lap 150.
Yeah, get out the way. Too slow. You're already a lap down. Move. We're not even halfway in the race, and you're doing this. Come on. And then Gordon tried to close back
Nice
in.
save by Gordon. He still can't get down to
Gordon
the bottom of the
tried
racetrack.
to
Now,
Robbie Gordon tried to
finally, he
close
finds a
back
place
in.
in line.
And you want to know
Jordan
how you
Mayfield
pass
and
at
almost took
Bristol?
out the field there.
That was a pretty good example of it.
Yeah.
Just a
Yes.
little tap.
Yes.
You don't have to
In
knock
the
him
words of
hard,
5
just a little
points,
tap.
Robbie Gordon probably
I like
has
it,
the
Jeff.
most
Get out
punchable
my
face in NASCAR history. But still not a guy you want to mess with. Ask Tony
Usually
Stewart.
think there's some
Ergo,
communication
2000.
between the driver and the spotter. As you heard a little while ago about the 23 car. Go tell that spotter, I need by.
Yeah. Like Junior. Now there, Junior was clear of Craven. Craven gave him a lot of room. Lost a spike to Jeff Burton, but he and his car survived to race some more, and Craven will have another chance.
And what happened there?
Damn,
Craven's spotter say,
Johnson
"You're clear
started
behind the
35th.
99." or you're
He's already up to 8th. We're not even halfway through the race. Who knows a rookie Johnson was always on it.
At the front, Jimmy Spencer.
Like, imagine saying
Tony
Johnson
Stewart,
was going to be a
Jeff
champion in 2002. People would have, like, fans would have thought you were crazy.
Once again, John Andretti and now Dick Trickle.
But yeah, the top 3, they're in the blanket right now. See, even the 4 was competitive. See, even the smaller teams at these short tracks, they can still compete. You see that still from time to time today.
Got mixed up there while ago with some of that lap
parity
traffic.
in the sport back in the day.
This for 11th place.
Indy 500.
Kid, I'm impressed.
Yeah, yeah. That's right. Gordon, Robbie Gordon almost won the Indy 500 in 98. That's right. I need to do a video on that.
I talked to his crew chief this morning, Chad Knaus. He said, Jimmy has finally figured out you just can't drive this place like you drive a Busch car, and he's up in the 8th position after starting.
Yeah, it started 33rd. So he started
now,
33rd.
All the Henry cars are
already
running
in the
good
top
today.
10.
Right.
They're all
Only
three of them. They're in the top 5 or 10.
In Bristol, this wasn't even
Have
particularly
they
one
run
of his
this car
best
this year? He
tracks.
said, no,
Some
this
other
was a
notables. I
car
see
used by the
Casey
24
Asbury.
team as a backup car for most of the year
Kurt
last
Busch
year
is in
front of the truck.
26.
And that includes Darrell Terry.
When's he going to show up?
Also in the top 15. So all
I thought he was going to show. I thought he was going to be like Spencer and run up front.
Good job, guys.
Never mind. But yeah, we already got like.
Oh, trouble. Gordon is around.
Gordon's around.
In the turn 2 wall.
See, DW's reactions all the time. Gordon's around. Every time. Oh, see, that's not a good week. So okay, so let's review Gordon's week in a nutshell. Up to this point, gets divorced, loses $30 million, is on the pole, has the best car in the field, or one of the best, and he gets dumped. Bad day, bad week overall. I think Gordon's had better.
No, it'll do that to you. This concrete will do it to you.
But yeah, DW like Gordon's around.
Well,
Oh no, he lost it. Nope.
The
Heat 5 physics again. He hit the apron. Oh, no, that's reaching. I think
Sometimes
it's
you stick
reaching. I
that
don't
left
think.
front
He
tire
didn't hit
down
the
on
apron
that
that
guy. It
much
makes that
though.
car loose. It takes the wedge out of the car.
Guarantee you, it unloaded on him.
But yeah, I guess this was another thing. Old school Bristol. That's like you hit the apron a little bit. Nope, it's over.
Well, Mike, right now Steve Letarte is beating on that left rear quarter panel as
Yeah,
the crew is
Gordon
looking at the
definitely
deck
has had
lid, which is
much
crushed
better
in.
weeks in his
Also, the
life.
drive
Not
ring
that
area. That looks like that might be okay. So refueling the car.
They should have showed the crowd's reaction.
Now Letarte
Because people used to scream at the top of their lungs every time.
On that quarter panel.
Every single chance they could. It was crazy because it was like one of the best ever.
Looking for his fifth
They
career
were
win
like, no,
here in
we
Thunder
don't like
Valley.
it.
Steve Letarte still looks underneath. Looking to see what else. What other kind of damage they have here on the 24?
But yeah, Chip Ganassi Racing's on it today. Now Marlin's in the top 5.
You pretty much
Spencer's been up front all day.
You don't schedule it for a few weeks because you know it's going to have to be rebodied after you leave here. All of our leaders are on pit road. Steve Burns.
Well, there Sterling Marlin getting service. They're going to go down a round and a half on the track bar in the right rear. They contemplated
Even
taking
my
2
mom
tires, but don't take 4.
We were at home. Like, yeah. My mom's from the South, though. I'm not from the South. I'm from Vegas. But my mom's from a small town in Virginia, so that's where my family roots are. Every time Gordon would wreck, I think she would scream at the top of her lungs, like, yeah, like, he's like one of these go, oh, there they hit. Oh my goodness. It was tight. Yeah, it was like him, like pucker tight there, like puckered ass tight to the tightest.
Still have a slight disadvantage.
Damn, I mean, they were bumping, nothing too major. But yeah, no, my mom would scream every time Gordon would wreck. Like, even if it were like a blown engine, he'd be like, oh,
gain a spot or two there.
Like go crazy. I'm like, I'm just sitting there watching. I'm like,
exiting pit road. This won't fall under the new rules because it's under caution.
I like his car.
He'll have to start at the tail end of the longest line, so he's put himself in another hole again.
NASCAR went to Martinsville. Oh yeah, they cheered "We Want Brooke" in the crowd, in the Martinsville crowd. So it was a couple weeks. That's right. I thought. So it was a couple weeks. I think.
This is pretty interesting
After
here.
That,
but if you have a look where Jeff Gordon's pit is, and you widen out to see
Skinner
the
didn't give a
speed
crap.
lines,
And
where they
neither
measure the
did
speed limit
was that
on pit road.
who was trying to squeeze
All right.
on.
Now right
in
there,
the pack,
there's one line, and there's the other
was-
line of the other box. Here's where.
But yeah,
Skinner
no,
comes out
NASCAR
of the
fans,
pit, so he
even
thinks, well, they
even
can't
with
time
Gordon
him from line to
being
line because there isn't
on
enough
NASCAR's
distance.
Mount
But what
Rushmore.
happened? Skinner
Up to
pulled
this
out
point.
and
Even
was
up to this point, he
visibly
was on
faster
NASCAR's
than the
Mount
cars that were
Rushmore, even in
already in the
2002, that's
outside
how
lane
great
of pit
he was.
road. So it was very clear if
But
there was
still,
a culprit, he was it.
But
The
Mike, I
fan
think
base
what
would
they've
not
done, they've
give him his
increased where
props.
pit
They
road
would never
speed
give him his
actually ends.
props.
Is that line right there? They've added another segment here. That way you can't get going and get too fast. It all happened after they started having those pit road accidents.
Could have got him either place.
Exactly.
puckered ass tight, not pucker ass
Either
tight.
way, the
puckered
verdict is
ass
guilty.
tight.
And
There it is.
here it is.
Oh yeah, that was
never
Nadu. So
seen
Nadu, and then Burton hit. Burton
There's
hit, got
Skinner
into the back of
scoot
Rudd a
I
little
don't
bit,
see how
and
you
then
know if he is
Skinner
speeding.
got into the
there
driver's
he
side
goes.
door.
See right there, he's
Yeah.
visibly faster than those other cars, and if you get the watch between those lines,
I need to make a NASCAR Bus Mike Skinner Cup Series.
It was a ball and strike
Yeah, maybe.
call. I believe
We'll
that was
see.
a strike.
But he was like, he
Jeff
wasn't
Gordon puts the
bad
left
though.
front
That's the
down
thing.
on
Like,
the
he
flat
wasn't
and puts
terrible.
the left rear into the concrete.
Like he could have done better, but he wasn't a scrub, you know.
They just restarted one lap ago. Rusty Wallace
Damn.
won
Man,
the race
they
off
would
pit
break
road,
off
but he's the
on
ninth
commercial
place car.
break like
Trouble
that.
in one. Hut Strickland
We just got
slams
back.
Joe Nemechek,
Oh, not
and off to the wall
Nemechek.
they go.
Not Nemechek and Strickland.
Caution is on the
Jeez.
speedway.
Dude, like, he didn't even get a chance to breathe.
Stopped and let his teammate
Yep.
Steve Park in the one car get
I
his
just
lap
told
back.
you guys. I told you earlier in the stream they used to do that. Especially teams.
And that a tough break for this Travis Carter team, which is now down
Travis
to running
Carter.
one car for Joe
Right.
Nemechek.
Travis
Part
Carter
of the top
Motorsports.
car, seeking
They were
sponsorship
sponsored
to
by
go the
Kmart.
season. This won't
Full
help.
time in
Very
2001
unsure
under
about
Jimmy
what they're gonna
Spencer.
do for Texas in 2 weeks.
But after that, the money ran out. Like Kmart was like, no,
Steve
we're out.
Park got a lap back here. As let's show you what happened going off into the
Kmart
corner.
did sponsor Travis.
Once again, the guy on the inside just
they
gets
did
in
sponsor
there
them for the 2002 500.
The guy on the outside.
But
It's
it
just
was a
classic
66 entry,
Bristol.
and Todd Bodine didn't even make the race.
That's why I
So
always ran that little mirror on my left.
it wasn't
corner
money
right
worth
there,
investing.
My left row bar. I always like to know whose nose was sticking in there.
So the relationship between them
We've seen this happen
didn't
so
end on the
many
best of
times
terms.
today. You go off in that corner, drive to the bottom of the hill there. Not enough
I don't
room
wanna
for
see
two
that.
cars right there at the bottom.
You're going so fast, can't turn.
I
can't
felt bad for
stop.
Strickland too. Like
Nemechek's
Strickland was
taking
like
his car behind the wall.
moving and
You should
grooving
mention
through
that
the
on
field.
the previous caution flag,
He was getting aggressive. He
Ward
almost
Burton
wrecked his
got back on the
teammate
lead
for
lap.
just to get
Here
back on
comes
the lead
Steve
lap.
Park with like a house of fire to beat the leader, Earnhardt
And that's
Jr.,
funny
his
too,
teammate.
because
back
Junior
to
just
the
slowed
line
down
and
in
get
front of
a
the
lap
leaders.
back.
Like the leaders could
What
have
you
easily
hate
just
about
dumped them.
what happened to Joe Nemechek there is he's one of the cars that one of those 8 cars that stayed out to try to get the track position, hopefully stay out of trouble, and he gets in trouble with a lap
See, it
traffic.
makes perfect sense. Kmart filed for bankruptcy.
Like we said
in
yesterday,
2002, according to
DW,
GM.
and the hits
Just
Okay.
keep on coming.
I thought it was years later. Oh. That was good audio. Oh yeah, I forgot. No safer barriers neither. I just noticed that.
Welcome back to
Whenever
the
these guys hit the wall, I
We're
get
live in
a
Bristol,
little tense.
Tennessee. Remember, NASCAR taking a break next week for the Easter holiday weekend, but we'll be back live from Texas beginning Friday, April 5th with Winston Cup qualifying. That's on Fox Sports Net. Then Saturday, April 6th on FX.
Todd Bodine did. Yeah, oh, that's right.
Followed by Busch Series
Todd
races
Bodine would
presented
get
by
sponsorship
Ownsley,
from
and that's
Discovery
on Fox.
Card.
Then Sunday,
That's right,
April
Discover
7th,
Card.
start your race day with
They
NASCAR
sponsored them, that's
Sports,
right. I
presented
remember
by
their card.
Stern Off Ice on Fox
NASCAR
Sports Net,
Thunder
followed by
2004,
the Samsung
2003,
Radio Shack
excuse me.
500 on Fox,
Right.
a pre-race show on the NASCAR Victory Lane All Access.
Mm.
Sterling Marlin.
And this is
Fox
nostalgic
Sports
too.
Net, the Fox Network.
NASCAR This Morning,
for
NASCAR Trackside,
Jeff
NASCAR on
Hammond, earlier, You
FX.
talked about this being a concrete track and how the temperature sometimes change things. In fact, it was John Andretti who said, the guy who poured this, I wouldn't let him pour my driveway. But we were talking with Richard Childress beforehand with our 8th caution.
Damn, they
getting
just
ready to
really,
go
they don't
green.
wait
As
for the
do go
restart.
green, he said that they're going to have to change.
They kind of just
Dale
returned.
Earnhardt
Like,
Jr.
Fox was a lot
They're gonna have
different
to
on how
change
they
the
would
corners and
do
repave
race
them in the
coverage.
future here.
Yeah, he really thought the corners were more square. And
Because nowadays they just like talk a lot in between the caution lines.
Guys kind of cut
And this broadcast so far, they came back like, nearly
He'd like to see
perfectly
that
every single
transitions
time.
smoother, where the guys can drive a little lower and get in the corners, kind of slide up a little bit would help them a lot, as well as the exits.
One of the
I guess
reasons we're on
Junior was a
pace for what
contender.
would be a record
I didn't know
23
that.
cautions. Earnhardt Jr., who started 23rd, your leader.
Because Junior's been up front. He's been like coming and going in the lead.
Let's go back up.
So I guess Junior was a
Larry
contender.
McReynolds and Mike Joy.
Thanks, Chris. Jeff Gordon stays on the lead lap, but that car it's maintaining speed, but it's not going to be a contender, and it's pretty badly damaged.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're going to rebuild this racetrack to make Richard Childress happy when there's 160,000 people back here.
And I'm corrected. We're showing Gordon as
Like
one.
Gordon's
he's beat
bumper's
one lap
nearly
down.
dragging.
One lap.
Right, Matt.
Oh, he's still not a lap down. So his day might not be.
Robbie, how bad's the damage? Is the hose kinked?
Scored pretty good in the back end. You know, we're just going to try to ride it out, get a caution here.
Oh yeah, Robbie Loomis. That's right, Robbie Loomis.
Jeff Gordon entered Bristol looking
He's
for
known.
straight
He was
win.
a Richard Petty loyalist, man. He was Richard Petty's crew chief for a while, and then he left to go crew chief Gordon, and then he
Longest
came back
streak
to
of his career without a top 5.
And that's the side the track bar is on, and so it's, and the trailing arm's probably bent. I can't imagine it didn't run the drive pole up in there and rubbing into the back of the transmission.
And Darrell, the biggest problem he has right now, we talked about it a lot earlier, is just getting out of the way of the leaders.
Yeah.
There's just nowhere to get out of the way.
No, you ride up high there. The only thing he's going to help do is clean off that top groove.
Has Kyle Busch ran a throwback of this exact scheme yet? I
I
don't think he has. Oh, God damn.
Tony, hang on, buddy.
He was going to try to sneak up there and take that position away from Rusty Wallace.
That's right. That's for position.
More on Rusty, Dick Berggren.
Yeah, Stewart and Rusty got into a few spats at Bristol. They're like little brief, minor spats, but big enough to remember.
They have had consistently good pit stops today. They put
particularly at Bristol
in
too.
In that last pit stop, the car is nearly perfect. Steve.
Well, Dick, Kevin Harvick on the last pit stop said he wanted more grip off the corner. They took 4 tires and went down half a pound.
When is the next NR 2003 Mandatory? I'm not sure, man. You can do one like next week or the week after. I want to do one before I have to leave for Daytona. I leave on the 9th. And then I'll be in Daytona all week for Speed Week. It's not Speed Weeks anymore, Speed Week.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., your leader, John Andretti.
I'll be joining.
Trouble up between turns 3 and 4.
The car's already killed.
He's way off the pace now.
Yeah, he can't get to the bottom of the racetrack to get the pit road.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Being in Daytona, if you're there, you see me, say what's up.
Thunder Valley, but after you car torn up like that, it becomes the Lonesome
I didn't get to
Valley.
see the full Daytona 500 last year.
He'll have to do something
to see it this year.
car. He can't. You got to pick it up a little bit.
NASCAR's told him to pick up the pace or get it off the racetrack, Matt.
Well, Mike,
Yeah, Rick Crawford. I need to do a bus video on him.
In the driver's meeting, NASCAR officials said the minimum speed, the time will be 18.01
Weirdos in racing, like, they all need to be exposed.
Not below that, so they're definitely going to have to pick it up.
He's at 9 top 5s the last 14 races here.
Damn.
12 top 10s in the last 14 races. But
like, I guess that was a thing. I forgot. I guess when they used to hit the apron in these cars at Bristol, the cars would go spinning.
Only 300 or so laps to go, DW. We've only had,
I figured they just like bounce up,
Yeah,
I guess, coming off the corner. But no, I guess they just spin entirely.
They're getting kind of spread out a little bit. Get into a long green here, I hope.
Oh, okay, Auto Rock. Yeah, that's right. The short track scene out there. That's right, New Smyrna.
Jeff Gordon's barely running at the end of the
I think that's
straightaway.
how you say it.
Dale
I
Earnhardt
don't
Jr.'s running
know.
down
I get
the
these
middle
track
of the corner.
names mixed up from time to time. Oh yeah, GN, Ken Alexander. I've seen Nixon's video on him. Ken Alexander in the No Good, Very Bad race. That took place the day before this one.
How they come up with that is they take.
Well, there's Kurt Busch. We finally see him, but when is he going to come to the field?
Drivers meeting, you must maintain this particular lap speed to remain
Corbin
on the
Forster,
racetrack.
yeah, we need to make a bus video on him
a victim of a crash with.
There's a lot of bus videos I'll be getting to this year, trust me.
Thanks, Mike. Joe, tell us what happened and can you get back in this race?
I'm not sure what exactly happened. I got to take responsibility for
Yeah,
it.
Nemechek was in limbo at some point. In 2001, he drove for Andy Petrie.
Behind him.
Only lasted a year there, but he almost won. Well, did he win? Oh yeah, he did get a win for Andy Petrie. That's right. At Rockingham. And then 2002, he's kind of just wandering around. And then 2003, lands with Hendrick. And then he's back at Indy 2 in 2004, so he was like all over the place.
Now, guys, the other problem Jeff Gordon, Robbie Loomis, that group has, if they don't get up to that speed, they come to pit road.
We can work that out. We will. We can do that. Hopefully, the NASCAR Wiki podcast will hopefully do that at some point. Full race watching one. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. We can definitely try and put that together.
No top 5s in the last 13 races.
Yeah, and you can see
oh,
the problem
damn.
with the slow
Yeah,
cars
Gordon
running
was,
high.
I mean, he's coming off his
the corner,
championship,
he's
but
in the
entering
way.
2002, he certainly was not
At one point,
at the top of his game.
Gordon came off the corner and they were 3 wide, and fortunately everybody gave everyone just enough room.
Now the problem with him running low is everybody's running low. So, you know, there's really nowhere for a wounded car to go.
Yeah, these days, Gordon's teams had the Tart and Tony
That's called
Gibson.
the crash cart. It almost has every component that's on that race car on that car.
Well, I know, Larry, you would probably tell me stay out there as long as you can, and then we're going to bring it in and work on it.
Yeah, Junior's running away with it. And quite honestly, I'm surprised. Like, some of y'all know Junior's my favorite driver, but I don't pick races just because like favorite drivers winning and all that stuff. But I'm honestly presently slightly surprised.
You got to fix it.
It'd be probably the NASCAR outside that would get us.
Second.
And Warburton. He started 40th. Or no, excuse me. He was 30. He was started 29th. He was 40th at one point. And now he's all the way up in the top 5. Then Newman's third. And Bush. Oh, Bush is in the top 5. Okay. So now I saw the leaderboard there. Bush is in the top 5 finally. So this car's finally coming to him.
And caused the battery to have a problem. I mean, here's a guy that was a lap down, almost 2 laps down. They make the repairs. And
I want to visit
Tommy Baldwin,
Coda.
his crew
I
team,
want to visit
he's
Circuit
the
of the
king
Americas.
of staying out. They elected to stay out.
That's
Here
a
they
track
are
I
in
gotta
fourth
visit.
position.
I want to visit that
And we got
track.
Ryan Newman up in 3rd place talking about.
And if we go for the race
this guy's-
weekend, I'll be
he's
with
pretty awesome.
I know Jared's
He's up
talking
there
about
in 3rd
going
place,
there. I
minding his
really
own
want to go
business,
there.
and not too far back there in 5th place, our buddy Kurt Busch. So a couple of our young buddies are up there
We could watch
racing hard.
Monaco that weekend too, because Monaco's going to be separate from all the
this
from
group right
India,
here
the
was in the
500.
pits a lot sooner.
So we'll just get up early and watch that. And be sure to watch some F1 and IndyCar this year too. Those series are really like F1's a lot better than people think. And then IndyCar is very underrated.
You're going to lose 2-3 laps.
Make sure to watch those.
But what
Not
that
just
top
NASCAR.
5 wants
NASCAR's
right now,
always
Earnhardt Jr., Martin, Newman, Burton, and Bush, they want a fairly long green run where if the caution comes
Yeah,
out,
Gordon just fell.
everybody has to
He
pit
just
and
fell
not
like
just
a
those
rock.
guys.
And even it all up.
Well, it's the game you play in the pit.
So is Andretti.
And,
Just trying to stay out
That's why you
there.
see sometimes you're up front leading, sometimes
Do a
you're back in the middle of the
David
pack
Croft
fighting for your life.
Oh crap.
Early
I
leader
will
Jimmy
do it.
Spencer
I
now
can't
finds himself
do
in
that. I can't do
ninth
the
place.
accent. I'll
Jeff
sound like an
Gordon, who
idiot.
led from the pole,
More of
is
an
back
idiot than I
in
already am.
33rd.
No, I'll sound like an idiot, bro. I can't do it. So finally, Bush is in the top 5. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. As soon as they break from commercial.
Lock them down, lock them down.
Damn, Newman, Mast, Jeff Green.
Hey, Ryan.
Damn, and Newman was running in 3rd too.
How bad is
But
it?
yeah, now the nose is bent in. See, he would have been fine if he would have just been a few inches back from the wall. Yeah, he just throttled it up. That's right. He kept throttling it, and then he just smacked straight into the wall there.
Clipped him.
Clipped
right
him.
on the corner.
Did y'all see it? Y'all heard that, right? The W like clipped him.
Ninth caution of the day,
Don't
lap
clip that.
209.
They
Coming off
clipped
turn
him.
4, Tony Stewart just nudged the back of Ryan Newman. Newman
It just
caught
popped
it,
up.
lost it,
The
caught
sound,
it,
the
lost
sound,
it, and
the
then
sound
the
bite
turn
popped
one
up at the right
wall
time.
It's the dreaded while you were away. I know. What happened.
Folks, we hate it as much as you do.
Oh, man.
Not as much as Ryan Newman does right now.
Oh.
Damn.
He comes in here 2nd in points.
Damn, Newman came in here
Won't
2nd in
leave here
points.
second.
I mean, he was a rookie. I forget
he's
how
got
good the
radiator.
rookie
He
class
might
of
have to go behind the
2002
wall
was.
and do some work. Watch what this starts off at turn 4 down here. Tony's all over He's been beside of him once before. Ryan got way down on the flat.
See, everyone's on the apron and keeping him
Tony
loose.
gives him a
Oh.
little push. Looked like he's got it saved.
Oh!
Then around she goes. How
about that?
stays in
Damn.
gas. That's what
That's
all that
it.
smoke is.
Stewart.
Probably should have backed
Inches
out.
away from touching
shot
him.
it straight up into the wall.
But yeah, Newman probably should have just backed out
Then
of it.
along
But
comes Rick Mast and
Yeah.
Jeff Green. They get part of it.
didn't.
Sterling Marlin, remember last week he dodged the big wreck?
Car spinning up on the front, high side up here on the high
Oh
side.
my goodness.
Watch him spinning up there. Stay low. Stay low. Come on. Stay low. Watch that 12. Watch that 12. Go, 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 go.
Dodged another one.
Yeah, he got in the back of the
Marlin's
99, but it didn't hurt anything.
He's been dodging these wrecks so
Far
far.
right of your screen, Mast and Jeff Green. Trying to take evasive action, become part of the wreck.
Jeff Green's lucky. He didn't. I don't think he hit anything. He just
Green
spun.
didn't
And I
hit
think Mast may have just spun as well.
Michael Waltrip got a lap back from the leader as they ran to the
NASCAR was
caution,
actually
as
allowed
did
to
John
cancel commercial
Andretti.
break if anything
Here's
happened
Dick.
back then. Well,
Well,
they
the
should
nose
do it
of
now.
Ryan Newman's car is absolutely flat.
And
The
NASCAR had a lot
radiator
more
is
power
broken.
with
He
the
left a
TV
lot of
partners
water
back
on
then.
pit road. There's about none in here
Right,
right
no,
now.
we're gonna
They've
come
got
back
the
from
crash
break
cart over
any
here. They're
time
gonna
we
have to
want.
Rebuild this car. He had been running in third
Not today.
place before
No
he
sponsors
fell
like,
off.
no, you're gonna play this whole commercial.
Well, Dick,
And as
Jeff
a matter of
Gordon has
fact,
also
we're gonna run
parked
it
his
over
car
and over
behind the
again.
pit. Tony Gibson and the
Repetitively.
boys are unhooking the damaged deck lid. They're going to replace it with a new one. Also trying to work on the hoses inside for the fuel system. Remember, Jeff Gordon's crew chief Robbie Loomis told you that they did have some damage back there as well, as Tony Gibson has the Sawzall trying to cut off the rear fascia. Jeff.
Damn, this
One of the
that
things
was one
we're
of the
seeing
best
here,
cars
folks,
of
is
the
the
day
fact
too.
that all these bars, when they hit into these cars, if you don't have enough
Completely
bars
forgot about
behind
this
here
segment.
to protect your radiator, it
Jeff
gets
Hammond,
shoved back
go outside,
to the rest of
outside of
the
the
engine area.
Hollywood hotels,
Bust the
they called it.
radiator, you've got to come in and fix it if you want to continue to
NASCAR
run.
and Fox,
Just
they
noticed
basically
a
do
little
all
while
this.
ago, we saw
Just do
several
the
guys
analysis
from
and all
the
that
24
stuff.
car
Why'd
guys
they take them
run
away
to
from
come
the
get some more
broadcast?
parts as far as the
This is
rear
always
deck
cool.
lid. As you can see, right here's a radiator that they're replacing right now on Ryan Newman's car. And we're going to go back here to the back of the car, and I'm going to show you some of the damaged area
make some F1
that's on the
references.
24
Yeah.
car. One of the things they're trying to do is reestablish the downforce. We keep talking about grip off this corner. When you lose this rear spoiler, it even
Jeff
has
Hammond
an
is
effect here at
jacked as
Bristol.
hell,
This
too.
is the one
Saw
thing
him in
about
Bristol
aerodynamics. You've got to have a little bit of
2019.
downforce to make the car
Dude
bite
looked
up
jacked
off
as
the
hell.
corner.
And
So
Jarrett
they come
tried
down
to
the
go up
garage area,
to
took the
Hammond to
deck
ask
lid
him
off
to
the
be on the
backup car,
podcast.
and
And
when they come
Hammond
in to
just
make
like,
repairs,
he looked like he was
they'll change
flexing.
that deck lid out to try to help Jeff Gordon
looks back, he's
continue
like-
this race. And the way things are going,
Like this,
he
you know what I
still
mean?
may
Just
have a decent
eyeballs
day.
him.
What do you think,
And then
Steve?
as soon as I saw that, I turned the hell back around because like I wasn't too far behind. I just turned the hell around.
Their adjustment,
man.
they took a strip of tape. You can see it's numbered 1. Danny Earnhardt.
Safe to say he was very
grill,
busy
and
that
that was their adjustment here on pit road.
Well, one of the problems they're going to have too, Jeff, that damage is all on the left rear there. And while you're at the deck lid back there, maybe you could show the folks at home the filler neck and all that they're trying to replace so they can put fuel in that car.
Oh damn,
as
they're
well.
really trying to replace the
Okay,
whole deck
Darryl,
lid.
Right now, you can see this is the filler neck when it's in the car like it's supposed to. Nice straight shot down into the fuel cell. This
See,
right here
we didn't have a
is the
crash
overload
clock. See, why do we have to have a
lets
crash
everybody
clock?
know
Let
that
the
car is
teams
full of
make
fuel.
these
What they've done,
awesome
they've damaged all
repairs,
this.
these like
They've
funny
ripped this
looking
here
repairs,
loose. I'll
you
show
know.
you if this thing come loose, you can see it dangling
But no,
here.
we gotta wait
This is
5
the catch
minutes, and
deal.
if you're not done
What
within
they've
5
got to
minutes,
try
you're
to
done.
do
Like, they'll
is
kick
try
you
to
out of the
straighten
race.
this back
Stupid.
out, reestablish it so they can also.
Yeah, I know,
get the
Jared.
car
He
back
looked, he
full
was
of
like,
fuel.
he was
So they gotta
angry
get
about
this tied
something,
down so it's not
or maybe that's
flopping
just his
around.
general mood. I don't know.
Spilling fuel on the
He's so
racetrack,
nice on
creating
TV. He seems so
safety
nice on
issue.
TV,
They've got
right?
a lot of work to do
And then
if
he
they
was
wanna
just
get
like,
this car back in the
I'm
race
like,
safely.
no, I don't want.
But they did
All right,
tell the
fine. We
caution.
won't
Now,
ask
they
you.
rode around there, they
See,
got a
with
caution, now
Newman,
they're going to work on it.
when we were there, Newman was just straight up. He was
Bristol
like, no
Motor
thanks.
Speedway,
Like,
the used
we asked him.
metal
He was just no
supermarket
thanks. You know,
of
Newman's just a
NASCAR.
regular guy.
260
But no, Hammond was like,
laps complete.
you know,
Hardly
well,
any
he
of
didn't
them without
grunt,
incident.
but still. Now this race has been amazing so far, and it's a lot more entertaining than I thought it'd be. So this is a good one. But I know eventually we'll have to watch some of the
9
boring
caution
ones.
flags for 54 laps. Jeff Gordon.
Some people wanted me to watch the 2000 Daytona
led by
500.
Robbie
No.
Loomis, working on that car now behind the wall.
But this is how you win championships.
And
Come in, work on the
Steve
car,
Letarte
repair it,
sighting.
Go back out there.
Right
Fix it
there.
right now. You're in here working on it. Don't patch it up. Fix it right. We're going green. Tony Stewart lead.
Now the cars up front did not pit
Stewart's
under this caution.
There was actually 10 cars. Tony Stewart, Jimmy Spencer, Jimmy Johnson, Matt Kenseth, Sterling Marlin, Elliott Savard, Jerry Nadeau, Casey Atwood, Dave Blaney, and Steve
just
Parker
can't get
got
over
his
this
lap
lap
back several
cars.
laps ago. Top 10 cars.
The lap cars
elected to
start
stay out
beside it,
here for the
and
Jets
look
on
at
this
it.
pit
He's
strategy.
just holding up Johnson. I know he doesn't
Race is
mean
already
to,
at
but he's
more
still
twists
doing
and
it.
Turns than a Tom Clancy novel.
NASCAR's like, no, you gotta earn your lap
Right now,
back,
he's out in
even
front
though
of
it's
Spencer.
pretty
Remember,
obvious
they were
that
both involved
Hermie
in the
Sadler
big
is
one
not
at
going to
Darlington
drive
a
his
week
way
ago.
around the leaders. No, you gotta start beside him. Okay.
And not too far behind them is that 48 car.
He
Jimmy
made some
Johnson just
amazing
kind of
restarts,
lurking along
but it was
behind
just,
them.
it was just unnecessary
You got Matt
chaos. You know what I mean?
Kenseth and the point leader who is easing his way into the picture as we go. Car 40, Sterling Marlin.
And right behind Marlin,
And now Johnson.
last year's winner, Elliott
Johnson's
Savard.
just
Quietly working his way up there.
again started
What he did
33rd.
last
Now
year,
he's
we didn't talk
30.
about him much last
Now
year,
he's in
and all
third.
that. There he was.
He's just always good. It didn't matter what year it was. He was always the best.
They have really done a good job with Elliott's car. He and Pat Tyson of tying that car down and making it drive good for him.
Elliott
We told
Sadler's
us the other night on the
previous
show,
years, man.
they're now fixing the car the way Elliott
He's in the
Sadler
top
likes
10,
it,
right?
and that's really paying
I
off.
think so.
He almost spun out.
Yeah,
didn't
he said.
Car was very strong last week at Darlington. He
Jimmy,
finished second.
Jimmy's a
Yeah,
joke.
he finished second
That
at
reminded
Daytona.
me
I
of
mean,
the
this
large
team has
Farva
really come
video.
around
So
this
only
year.
OGs remember. They know which
And he
video I'm talking
attributes all
about.
that to a test they did in Lakeland
large
Speedway
NASCAR if it was in a heat lobby. Or no, excuse me. NASCAR the game 2011 lobby. And this dude, he was like on some sort of
Jerry Nadeau goes past to pick up the 6th.
He was high off his ass. He was high off his ass. He was like, "Give me the Juggernaut Johnson." He was freaking screaming and berating. Like he was like screaming at the top of his lungs. And I'm like,
they said they just didn't get it going.
Oh, Casey Atwood. He's in P8. We're gonna do a remastered bus video on Casey Atwood because you know the first ever bus video I did was on Atwood, and it was my second video ever.
race car. A template car, you might call it.
I cringe at a lot of my older content from when I first started because it was obvious I didn't know what I was doing. Still, I kind of know what I'm doing now, but I still didn't know what I was doing
coming into his own, I thought, last year in that 19
and I got to make a remaster video on that.
And then he had to go through this transition.
But NASCAR Plus Casey Atwood video deserves better.
All right, Jeff Gordon returns to the racetrack.
You'll see that sometime
18 laps back in 36th position. But cars that are more laps down than him are John Andretti, Hut Strickland, Brent Bodine, Stacey Compton, and Buckshot Jones. Only 2 cars make that 3 in the garage right now. Ryan Newman, Joe Nemechek, Johnny Benson.
But if Gordon and that group had tried to do these repairs under green, they'd have probably lost 50 laps.
Yeah, I remember that car, Ryan. I remember the alternative scheme they used to have, too. It's on NASCAR Thunder.
He's having a hard time.
The white scheme. It was like some white polar bear scheme. I can't remember.
Now moving up, we just saw Jerry
I think it might have had something to do with Looney Tunes. Or no, it was a Muppet scheme. Yeah. There was a Series 7 Muppet scheme.
Oh, Mike, it hasn't been the best of days.
I don't remember when it raced, but it raced in 2002. But for this team's credit, Jimmy Smith was a terrific Truck Series owner when he wasn't screwing over Brendan Gaughan for championships. I mean, he did win a championship in 2005, and then he just left, but still, that's a big part of his legacy, screwing over Johnny Benson. Or not Johnny Benson, Brendan Gaughan. Love your channel. Keep up the great content. Thank you so much, Zach. Appreciate it. We'll make this streaming thing, rewatching the older races, a regular thing. Oh, there's your daily Viagra sponsorship thing. Early 2000s NASCAR. Like, Mark Martin had to have a lot of pride, and Mark Martin's just a chill guy. That's how chill he is. Because if I were sponsored by Viagra, I'd probably feel some type of way. But Mark Martin, that's how chill he is, bro. He's like, hey, money, I'm racing. He's a chill dude. Like, I don't care. I'll embrace it.
Let's take you back in the field and pick up a couple who didn't.
And now he just jokes about it too. So we'll definitely be joking about his Viagra when he's on the show next week.
Ricky Rudd and the man who was leading when we got yellow flag fever again,
is back next week on the
Now, Darrell, if you're stuck back there 16 through 20, the spot on the lead lap, I mean, this has got to be a tough race to run right here.
Well, you got two
that's
problems.
Right. Go Rams.
One, you need to go forward, and you got to keep looking behind you, because you do not want to get hung up there in traffic with lap cars and cars that are not as fast as you are, and the leader runs you down.
20 laps earlier, but now
Tony Stewart's leading
pretty
this race,
obvious
and he is not cutting anybody any slack right now.
Stewart 9/10 of a second up on Jimmy Spencer. Rookie Jimmy Johnson third, Sterling Marlin and Jerry Nadeau as we're 15 laps from.
And Jimmy Spencer has been the most consistent guy all day. He's been the most consistent. He hasn't missed a beat. Like, everyone's basically been, everybody's come and gone.
Racetrack and see a crowd.
But no, he's been
bigger
consistent.
Than any football or
he's been
baseball
consistently
game.
inside the top
Here we are,
5.
Bristol Motor Speedway.
Like Jimmy, okay, so like now I kind of feel bad
Jimmy
for Jimmy.
Johnson,
Well, I'm not going to spoil the
Jr.
ending, but if you know, you know.
But you know, the guy that blew by there,
he had an amazing car.
25 car. He just drove by that crowd, and he is long gone. He's got a fast hot rod.
Yep, only 5 more days. That's right.
There's Jerry Nadeau, the Danbury, Connecticut driver.
He was our fastest car in happy hour too, you know. So
right.
he's dialed in.
And not only was he fastest in happy hour, we looked at his long run. He was fast 30 laps into a run.
Let's see who's quick here at the line.
Oh yeah, it's stat track.
Tony Stewart, your leader.
Speed trap thing.
Jimmy Spencer.
See, again, Fox would only cover the top 3.
A little quicker than Spencer.
Oh, no, never mind. They covered the top 5. Oh, I was wrong. Oh, no, excuse me. I had it mixed up. Okay, that's right. Fox would cover the top 5, and NBC would cover the top 3.
We haven't talked about all day that'll be in the picture.
That's
about halfway
the way I
long.
remember.
Some guys just
I had it
around
mixed
for about
up.
half this race. Stay out of trouble, then try to get going when the traffic thins out a little bit.
And notice how everyone is still in their seats. Like nowadays, if a race just gets long and drawn out, you know, some people leave. But you know what? That's Bristol, though. Like nobody gets up and just leaves Bristol. You know what I mean? I can understand, you know, you get up and leave a race early at Texas, Las Vegas, you know, a mile-and-a-half track. But no, Bristol, no, nobody's going to leave. Now, me personally, I would never leave a race. That's just me. I paid for my ticket, and I would never leave a race that early. I'm just saying. Nobody's ever going to leave a race at Bristol early.
Tony Stewart, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Jeff Burton have each had a turn at the front.
So we just hit the halfway point.
9 cautions in the first half of this
halfway
race.
home.
When I had
think
a
the
car
second
here that I
half
was
is going to
happy
be crazier
with,
than
and
the
I liked
first.
the way it was running and driving and everything, I never worried about where I wanted to stay on the lead lap till halfway. And then things that you see, we're into a long run now, and this is when you want your car to be good.
This is definitely the longest run.
Here's
the longest
Tony
run of the
Stewart's
race thus far.
To really pick himself through
Now
lap
Stewart,
traffic.
yeah, he's got to pick through lap traffic.
Yeah, because these are good cars.
A lot of
I mean,
these guys,
Hamilton's running
they
good,
don't
Bill
care
Elliott right in front of
because there's
me,
no lucky
Jeff
dogs.
Green,
So they're like, no, I can't let you
outside
pass
pole
me.
sitter
So
Robbie
everyone
Gordon.
had to be Ryan
Now, they
Newman
told
back
the
in the
lap
day.
cars
People
to
give
stay
Newman a lot of
up
crap
high.
for
Now they've got to work
not
past
letting
the
himself
wounded
get
car
lapped
of
by the
John
leader. But
Andretti
you know,
before
everyone in
Stewart
this
will have
era,
a
you know,
chance.
they had to do what they had to do.
He's
So,
got
you know,
quite a bit of
Newman
breathing
was a
room
rookie
now,
in this
though,
era,
on,
so
Jimmy Spencer.
And
that's a
Darryl,
throwback.
this is actually, we
in
just
a
crossed
sense.
the halfway point. This is the longest run these guys have had to see what their car really is.
I mean, it's not
We're
going to be
looking at
long
Jimmy
before
Johnson
some of
right
the
now in the
Winston Cup
48th.
guys
He's
are
fallen
fully
back to
retired.
7th position.
Like,
He's
who's
got
left?
almost 100
Harvick,
laps on his tires. He was last
Newman,
on pit road at 160.
Busch.
This is when the good handling race cars start to show
it.
up.
And this is
That's
when
all
you
the
better have the right
Winston
pit
Cup guys
strategy.
are left.
They haven't had this many
He's
green laps
full-time.
in succession since happy hour.
I'm forgetting some.
Look at that car behind him. I don't think
Let's
we've
go through
seen
his
him all day
leaderboard. I know
long.
I'm
Bobby
forgetting
Labonte,
some.
he started 32nd.
But again, the
He's
Winston
moved
Cup
up to
era
10th.
ended in
300th
2003.
Winston Cup start today.
2004
He's
is
never
next
had a top 5 finish
But yeah,
at
I
this
think it's just those
racetrack.
three.
He's never won a short track race, which is a track less than a mile.
You want to know why? Because he's such a courteous driver. He drives
sure, man,
so
that's a good one. I
cautiously
didn't think about that.
that he
Should
gets
do that.
himself in trouble by not going on sometime, I believe. And this is no criticism to Bobby. He's a great driver.
Oh yeah, drivers
but
would
you gotta keep
self-police
forcing
each
the
other
issue.
You
He'll
can
get
be
to the
too courteous
fullest
here.
back
He's
in these
he's a
days.
little too courteous sometimes.
And there's Kurt Busch. Now he's been coming and going inside the top 5. I think he's been in the top 10 for
Rookie
most of
Jimmy
this run.
Johnson. There's his speed since the last restart.
There you're seeing 14 laps from lap 226 right there to 240. He's lost almost 4 miles per hour.
And now's when I was going to tell you that I was hollering at you about don't leave me out here on them old tires no more.
And this is when this race sometimes traditionally will have those long green runs. We're in the halfway point. Everybody's figured out, you know, I need to settle down here just a little bit.
He's still in the booth sometimes too, but he should. I don't know. He should be in the booth.
All these races
should be in the
where
booth.
there's a lot of cautions, they have a track.
Casey
they have
Atwood's
a
done
history.
a lot better in this
If you
race
go
too.
back
He's been
and
another
track
surprise.
cautions,
Okay, Kurt Busch
you
is in
can
10th,
almost predict
but
how many
Casey
there's going to
Atwood.
be.
Yeah,
When they're
he's
going to
been
be
solidly
to a
inside
certain
the top
degree,
10
and then
too,
if
all
there is going to
day.
be a long green run like we got here, I'm telling you, if you look at it
I
year
think he
after
has
year,
at
you
least
can
one
see a
top 10.
pattern.
Perhaps it.
Let's go back to about
perhaps it was
19th
this
place.
race,
There's
if I'm
leader
not
Tony
mistaken.
Stewart, where Dale Jarrett, Ricky Craven, and Terry Labonte are racing. They're all on the lead lap from 19th on back. Mike Skinner, part of that battle. Then Dave Blaney, Kyle Petty, and Steve Park.
Dick Trickle's off the track. I wanted to say Dave Marcus
right here. Tony Stewart is only about 4.5 seconds behind them, so it's another one of those deals. Patient, but you have to go. You know that leader's coming.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
Dick Trickle would do
Look
some
for the
races
leader.
in his
There
car
you saw
sometimes.
Mike Skinner, and there is Stewart, Dick Berggren.
Tony Stewart has over 100 laps on the tires that are on that car, and just a moment ago he
Poor
keyed
Bill
the
Elliott
radio
just
and
getting
he told
lapped,
his crew
getting chewed
the
out.
tires feel like they are
Casey
brand
Atwood's
new.
in P8.
The strategy from here is the same
Both of the
strategy they
Everham
started the
cars
race
are
with. Before the green
laying an
flag,
egg.
Chief Greg Zimbinelli told him,
And the
take your
associate
time, be patient. On lap 116, he told him,
Abraham
patience
car
won you
doing
the
the
race
best.
in the fall. It can win you the race now.
Yeah, Stewart's been up
Stewart
front now. Now
leads
he's a
at
player in
Bristol.
this race. He's a true contender. in
Last
this
year,
race
Elliott
now. 53
Sadler
of the
did not take
260.
tires on his last pit stop, and that made the difference. He won the race on tires that had a lot of laps on them. How will it play out today? Stay tuned.
Yeah, I get DMs all the time. I'll check it after this race. But yeah, no, I have them open and stuff, and I don't know, I just get a lot. So if I don't ever open DMs, I'll
Hey,
take it personally.
34,000
Oh,
horsepower.
we
How
gotta-
about let's crank it up?
How about that?
Hung up in traffic.
These crank it ups back in the day when they first got the contract were too
They
short.
Young is hurting. If they don't get a caution,
That's too short of a.
he's getting passed by a lot of cars.
It's too short of a crank it up cycle. These were the early years.
Mark Martin backing up.
But yeah, no, NASCAR in 2002.
A couple
was
of
popular.
drivers
It was
seem to
popular.
have lost the handle.
Look
as
at the
we're in
crowd,
this
sold
long
out.
run here.
Yeah,
The
there's just
engine
several
sounds,
guys
the car
that,
was perfect, the personalities.
They need a caution because they're
You gotta get back to the
sequence
Hopefully
thing
we
that
do
we
it
talked about a
someday.
couple times is going to end up biting them.
Need one, don't want to be one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting up there close to 120 laps on some of these guys' tires right now, and they're really starting to slip sliding around.
And,
See,
and really
Jared
truly
sending me
for Tony
these-
Stewart,
the,
he'd probably like to
very-
see
the
a caution
all-important
fall
analytics.
periodically as well. you know, with the injuries he has. But I got to tell you, there were times when I was injured that I drove some of my best races because I did extra things, took extra precautions to be sure that I could make it.
Yeah, we got some
We need to document that Johnny Benson is back on the racetrack after
we always
being
try
in
to
the
race the
garage
bar.
for 112 laps, as well as Ryan Newman, 64 laps down. So the only cars that are in the garage right now.
You know, usually after 4 seasons, if the
Nemechek
NASCAR Weekly Podcast was a kids show, let's say on like Disney,
Benson,
we'd be canceled because you know the kid shows, you know, a very successful kid show, and those. Oh,
there's Newman.
Never mind. As I was speaking about gibberish. Now Newman getting tapped.
And Robbie Gordon again gets the luck of the caution.
And Jarrett's a victim.
And Steve Park, Buckshot Jones, and Jeff.
And now
Green.
Robbie Gordon's back on the lead lap. Oh,
just barely made it.
Yep, they'll just get back to the caution ahead
of
God, Tony Stewart, the leader.
Oh, God.
10th yellow flag of the day, lap 282.
No, what I was saying is that the NASCAR Weekly Podcast
Newman
was its own kids
Jarrett.
show on Disney.
What happened here?
He canceled after 4 seasons. Like at this point, the audience would grow tired of us because apparently, you know, 4 seasons in those days of kids shows was like successful. It seemed like after 4 seasons it'd be so like, in which case we'd be on our season finale. But you know, you guys have been showing us so much support in this community and stuff that we keep growing and growing. So hopefully we keep growing as the years go on.
Well, that is the second great piece of luck for Robbie Gordon. A caution keeps him going a lap down as we see this again.
Like, get out the way.
And the second piece of bad luck for Dale Jarrett.
Yeah,
the second
Dale Jarrett. Yeah, the second one he's involved in. He was involved with the Hermie Sadler incident, and then this one he catches the tail end.
Everybody on the lead lap will be on pit road now. This should
what F1 driver is Harvick?
Looks like they're saying the third car did not get his lap.
Wouldn't Harvick be considered Kimi Räikkönen then? Because like Harvick's been in the league. I mean, they've been in their sports equally. Kimi Räikkönen first joined NASCAR, or no, excuse me, Kimi Räikkönen first joined F1 in 2000. And then so did Harvick. Now Räikkönen did take a break to go race, you know, rallycross and all that stuff. But then he came back eventually.
Now Tony Stewart came on the radio. They're going to take 4 tires, clean the windshield, and for the first.
Yeah, 2012.
Someday.
Oh, ad, and it's a K ad. Oh, boo! Get off my screen. I hate ads. Oh my gosh. Ad.
Start
Get off.
your someday
ad.
today. With 20 to 40% off
See,
all
these ads
bridal.
just sneak up on me. I know NASCAR's gotta get their money and stuff.
He said, I'm
no,
feeling sore. Tony Ziminelli, crew chief, said we're going to give you a cool drink of water, and that'll solve the problem.
Oh yeah, Kimi
Stewart
Räikkönen.
has had a
But
terrific
Kimi and
race car
Harvick, they've
all
been
day.
in their sports.
And Mr. Excitement, Jimmy Spencer's in a 4-tire change. He says the car is very neutral. It's a 25 cars in also. 25 is tight. Spencer says his car is neutral on entry, but he can't get it to roll through the center.
Yeah, every time the ad pops up, I'm just going to scream ad.
25 is away. The 41's away. No adjustments for Spencer.
I have no control of the ads. By the way.
Ahead
I
of
don't even have
Stewart,
super chats
Spencer,
on for this. I don't want super chats on for race streams.
Now this is the back
Race
pit right
uploaders,
here.
they can't make money off of their stuff.
This is where Earnhardt Jr.'s pitting. It's the last pit at the end of the backstretch pit, so he can leave there. And even though he has to maintain 30 miles an hour, I don't know that he can get to that speed until he's almost to the front stretch pit. I see that little smirk.
And then when I'm going
hard to read the tag when you're going around the corner.
Right. Down south.
Hard to time a car.
So every time I hear it out here, it's always.
But he wins the battle off pit road here.
Yeah, I don't have ad block. I need to get ad block from now on.
Here's a look at it.
I'll make sure I have that program installed.
Get a little fresh air out the window.
Getting him a little air. I got you.
No, he's just
Hi,
waving.
Tony.
I got you, buddy.
But no, I thought Robbie Gordon was going to be beside him.
a good day.
That's for later on in the race, I believe.
250
Another
laps
caution.
to go at Bristol.
I think this
We
is
are
like the
working
10th.
the 10th
Yep.
caution flag of the day.
I got it right, exactly. Let's go. See, I have been paying attention. I said 10th, and it immediately says 10th.
Welcome back to Bristol. The record for caution flags, in case you were wondering, is 20. It happened
20.
twice. And this race ran without a caution.
We gotta watch one of
flag
those
in
races.
1971.
Next time we watch a Bristol race, we gotta watch a race where it had like 20 cautions.
I think didn't Kale win a race here, no cautions?
There's a race here with no cautions?
Or no, Kale led all the laps. That's what it was.
Okay.
And Charlie Glotzback won.
No cautions at Bristol? That's impossible.
One to go for the restart.
Junior's
Dale
just
Earnhardt Jr. first
He's
off
just
the
chilling.
pit
He wasn't
road,
mad at
then Tony
nobody. At least
Stewart.
not yet.
Look what happened to Matt Kenseth.
Oh, Casey Atwood, no!
Came out 20th.
Casey, no!
And Casey Atwood came in 10th.
You were
went
doing
out
so good.
22nd.
Man, he was just solidly inside the top 10.
What happened here?
What happened?
All right, there's Kenseth.
Okay.
Ramos.
Mike Skinner, the fourth car, had to back up.
He was like, yeah, I'm not going to commit manslaughter on
And
this
they've made these pits bigger, but they've made them wider from side to side. They've not been made them longer. We're green flag.
See, the race off of pit road is just this way.
Everybody on fresh tires. 211 laps to go.
Now, if you're here's a problem I see. If you're a lap car, you start on the inside on the restart. How are you going to get up on the outside to get out of the way?
Starts a contender. Jimmy Spencer's been a contender.
Well, that's exactly what's happening to Jeff. He can't get out of the way.
And Gordon's like, I got to move. Yeah, I just got to move.
All thing he can do is go down on the apron.
Yeah, see, that's what I like about Gordon. He didn't push the issue. Gordon was just like, dude, I'm not competing for nothing. I'm just going to move. But the Newman and Robbie Gordon, they would have just... They would have just not had a care, a single care in the world.
But not with these guys on the fresh tires.
I'm racing. I like that to an extent, but damn. Especially when you're like that slow, get up the way.
Just behind there,
hey, 5 Wide Sports. What's up, man? Everyone go sub to 5 Wide Sports. This channel is very underrated. Very underrated NASCAR channel. Make sure to sub to that.
Rusty riding 7th.
Yeah, we had a lot more ad placements back in the day. A lot more ad placements within the race.
He leads all active drivers
besides the cars going around, of course, but talking about the broadcast aspect.
9 of them here and 7 poles.
It's like the Burger King moment of the race, or the McDonald's pit. Like you know what I mean? There's just so much money floating around the sport, and there still is, but like it was to a point where it was insane back in these days.
Set a world stock car record at this racetrack, but right now, today, at the moment,
I get nervous now every time they hog that apron. Every time it's even below it for a second.
That's a product of just beating and banging. You beat that grill open.
Beating and banging. Beating and banging.
You just can't get enough air into the radiator when you're running bumper.
Oh, thank you, dog. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Where they was taking tape off
appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for watching.
We have to remember these guys. They never
practiced in ambient temperatures. We'll do this more often. And if you have any race suggestions, let me know in the chat below, and also let me know in the comments.
How would you like to talk to your buddies and say, "Yeah, be sure and bring a jacket"? And you got here today, and I thought you said you needed a jacket. That's East Tennessee up in the mountains for you.
Earnhardt Jr.,
nothing about East Tennessee.
And Spencer, 3 cars that have been at the front all day, but here's Bobby Labonte in 4th.
And I know about Nashville. I love Nashville. Nashville, I wouldn't mind living there.
Stimulated from Jimmy Finney making some gutsy calls in the early part of the race. They started in 27th, pinned on the backstretch, kept him out there, got that track position. They got
Kurt Busch is finally he's finally approaching the contender status in this race now. We're getting down to the closing laps. We're already past the halfway point. But Busch has quietly been moving up. Nothing too loud
yet. All the transitions out yet.
Angles.
Labonte also.
A very unique scheme. I think this is the only time he ever ran it.
Winston Cup start.
It's a very unique first win.
Jeff and I were talking about that in a pre-race show there about think, and he said 3 times he's right. Think driver, think crew, think everybody.
Rusty Wallace 6th, Jerry Nadeau 7th. They continue to run nose to tail. Matt.
Mike got his last
Nadeau's been underrated too. All right, so there's 25 cars in the lead. I'm surprised by that.
Had trouble with a lug on the right rear, and that slowed down the stop of 17.44 seconds.
Hey, what's up, Denny Delivers?
What's up, man?
Yeah, Denny Delivers exposed me on Twitter. He's like, I caught you in 4K. This is 4K. He caught me there. I thought I blew the whistle on the Mark Martin announcement way too soon. I thought we were all going to do it now, and they were just like, no, we'll hint it. And I was like, oh, crap. So I immediately had to delete it. Like, sorry, guys. I messed up. Sorry.
You would think so, particularly he and Glover, Tony Glover working together. I mean,
yeah, that's what I thought, Mark. It was the only time that's what I thought. See, even this old freaking, like, even this old leaderboard
there, late model cars.
He did win a Busch race here 2 years ago, March of 2000.
It's like hella old these graphics. You got the old track graphics too.
Coming in here, 99 points ahead of Ryan Newman. Matt Kenseth, Rusty Wallace,
Am I even saying that right? I'm probably
in the
not.
top 5 in the points.
And we look at his telemetry, he's just turning about 8,500 on the straightaways, down to about 6,400 in the corners. Right here, 8,500.
I'm just trying to
into the front stretch. It's about the same, which this racetrack is.
But yeah, no, this camera angle too.
Yeah, the thing about it is that
it's pretty
he's got
underrated.
a fairly
as well.
high gear in the
looking
car.
correctly there.
That is
and they have the sponsors too. The sponsor would be on the
put that
right
yeah, it
side
doesn't
of the
try to spin the
car.
tires so easily.
You'd have it on the dashboard and all that. So it was perfect.
Tony Stewart, a tense moment, trying to lap past Ryan Newman, got under Newman.
Man,
had to get out of it.
You know, that's how
slipped up the racetrack.
I mean, Newman
Dude, Newman's not letting up.
Dale Jarrett earlier and got this thing going like that.
Dude, yeah, this is rookie Newman too. He's still racing. He's like, no. And yeah, Spencer's like, bro, you better move like now.
How many of us predicted that Dale Jr. would be out here leading this race the way he is?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Junior's leading. That's right. Junior's gone.
A lot
better.
He's got a fast
He was a
race
lot
car
better
right
than
now.
I thought he'd be.
Bobby saw that 12 car up there in the way. He's trying to get him a little cushion.
Oh, Marlin got loose, almost lofted. He may have cut a tire in 1 and 2.
Yeah, he cut a tire.
Because something was happening to that car, it looked like.
He's got to go all the way around the racetrack. He's going to get a
Ken Alexander would have wrecked the field if that happened. If you know, you know.
That happens. Sometimes you get into somebody and cut a tire down the right rear.
Steve?
For some reason, he only has one win at this racetrack. That was in the 2000 Spring Busch Series.
You saw some sheet metal damage there.
This home track too. I figured, like, you know, him being a short track guy on short tracks in Tennessee, he'd conquer this track no problem.
He's going to go 2 laps.
He had some bad luck for sure. Yeah, and he was the points leader. That's how good he was. That's how good Sterling Marlin was at one point. He was leading the points for most of the 2002 season. That's how good he was.
Still maintaining 30 miles an hour.
Oh, he's got loose.
Got a car down.
He didn't hit anybody. He just got a tire. Tire
One
is
more.
randomly cut
Clear
down.
low. Coming to you guys. Right to left.
His voice. See, Marlin's like country voice to his accent. I love Sterling Marlin. My name. Well done, 2 times.
Well, with this end, Sterling's string of 8 straight top 10 finishes.
And Mikey was like, okay, Mikey, I gotta move.
Lot left to play out here in Bristol over the next 180.
Now Bob is down the body's in the top 5 for the first time I've seen
by
it.
UPS. .324 laps complete. Where you start has little indication of where you finish here in Bristol. Look at last year's race.
That's right. Sadler started 38 in that race. Oh, I forgot about that.
Started in the top 10. So let's move forward.
That's crazy. That's a record that'll probably that'll never be broken.
Race, and only one driver in the top 5.
Kyle Busch breaks.
Spencer.
I don't think Kyle Busch
in the
breaks.
top
No way.
10.
He usually never starts in the
pit strategy, especially with Earnhardt Jr., with Kurt Busch and Bobby
Yeah, a lot of these guys coming from the back.
Sequence,
3 of the 5.
Run we talked about Daryl and got
Didn't
that
even
track
start in
position.
the
That
top
caution
20.
came out several laps ago.
Yeah, right along now is when you're really glad that you're doing that workout program, that you're in the gym and you're in good shape, because now is when you start knowing what kind of shape
now,
you're in.
just like exactly what DW said. Now you're going to find out how much shape you're in. And it still applies to today's Bristol. Around this time is where, like, let's see if I really have the stamina and the mental
First time that Dale Earnhardt Jr. has led.
But then again, racing isn't a sport.
Racing was 14th here last August. And he leads this race by 1.8 seconds over Tony Stewart.
You know, we talk about those top 5. 3 of those
Any
cars
idiots
are
who say that, they clearly don't know what they're talking about, number 1. And number 2, just ignore them. Just feel bad for them. Have pity on them. See, I used to get mad at people all the time. Sometimes that's what they want, you know?
Ward Burton off the pace for the second time today. He had been on his highest form.
But we've been a long way since they changed that battery. Just
meanwhile, Junior and Ward. See, I know in the 2002 Bristol night race, the 2002 Sharpie 500, Ward Burton and Junior ended up having a bit of a rivalry going on. Junior threw something at his car. No, Burton threw something at Junior's car.
5 races this season, 3 of them won by Dodge. That is quite a turnaround for Dodge in their second year of their return to Winston Cup racing.
Well, then,
oh, Benson's back out.
Program, they've gotten the engines are better, the cars are better, the teams are working better together.
He says that the Dodge engines are better, just as. Wait, I think he was off the pace. Just as they were complimenting Dodge's engine program, I think Bill Elliott was off the pace. Something like he clearly wasn't up to speed fully.
Yeah, he's just really, really slowing.
Just as they were bragging about the engine program. Okay, this is the first time we've seen these two. Finally, first time we've seen these two together all race.
Up on the back of Tony Stewart, but it's almost like Tony
first
looked back
time.
and said, "Okay,
We have gotten to this point. Like, we are this far into the race. Jimmy Spencer and Kurt Busch
if he's
are
having
running
a problem,
third and fourth
we're going to know
right
it
now.
very shortly.
2002 Food City 500. This is where the real race
Kevin
is.
Harvick.
Of course, they've been racing all the
Spun
time.
into the wall in yesterday's Busch race by Greg Biffle. And quite a shouting match. Not really a shoving and no punches thrown match after the race ensued between the two of them.
Yeah, he started
even the camera
22nd.
quality
He's
too.
up to
2002
7th position.
doesn't really hold
this
up
is
today.
the same car that he was leading.
It's vibing,
man.
It's vibing too. It's vibrating there too.
The green ran second. All
Look at that, just vibrating in the corners there.
Oh,
oh yeah. Oh, it's really They didn't screw it on there too
well.
Car. It was like bouncing.
I talked to Todd Bodine around lap 100 and asked if he was going to have to work today and take over for Tony Stewart in that number 20. He said, not with a car that's that good, he'll last all day. But Stewart called in just a few laps ago, said he's feeling sore. Bodine rushed to the truck, put on his driving suit. Right now they're fitting him with his harness.
Oh, does he switch with him in this race?
He may have to go in and finish the day for Tony Stewart.
Who would NASCAR Twitter be obsessed with, Spencer or Busch? Bro, they probably they would crucify Kurt Busch because people forget people hated Kurt Busch in this era too. They hated him a lot. Like I think in 2006 he was on GQ's most hated athletes list at number 3. If somebody wants to verify that for me, go for it. But I believe that's what it was.
So if he's already starting
I remember hearing it in some documentary. I believe it was GQ magazine, most hated athletes, top 3.
Like I said, this is the long
No, Kurt Busch, if we had NASCAR Twitter back in these days, after this race, he would have, in this era, he would have been crucified on NASCAR Twitter. But no, if we had NASCAR Twitter in these days, they'd be hammering, "Oh, Junior Dumba, let's go." Yeah, because Junior's just been, he's gone.
We're under caution. Last year's winner will not repeat. Elliott Sadler has been crashed. Pit
Oh,
stops.
no, not Sadler.
Under caution.
Just comes up, they just like scoop up on us like that. All of a sudden, we're under caution, like, damn.
Well, just a moment ago, crew chief Greg Ziminelli came on the radio and asked Tony Stewart if he could make it all the way. He said there's 150 laps. There was silence from the driver's compartment. Stewart still in the race car. Come on.
4-tire change for Jimmy Spencer. No adjustments.
Stewart, 16 seconds, 16.8. And then Nadu had to back up.
Earnhardt Jr. again wins the race off pit road, followed by Kurt Busch, Tony Stewart, Jimmy Spencer,
16.8, 16.8, bro, that's so
Jeremy
slow.
Mayfield, and Jeff Burton.
Different era, but
We've
yeah,
got
that's so
all the way
slow,
around
man.
the speedway now.
It happened in the backstretch.
Yeah, that wouldn't cut today.
Somebody got in the back of Elliott Sadler, I believe it was Kyle Petty.
So now all 3 Petty Enterprises cars have been involved in some sort of melee on the racetrack.
A lot of times that left front corner, that's where you run your oil cooler. And he broke the oil cooler.
This cannot catch a break,
off the oil cooler. He strung oil all the way around the racetrack.
Oh, I thought he was going to save it for a second there, but couldn't do it. Oh, so apparently Tony doesn't finish this race.
Get his lap back right there in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Of course, tires flat, oil's leaking out. He slams the inside.
See, in this era, dude clearly has a wrecked race car. Oil's leaking everywhere. Now it's gonna take forever for the track drivers to clean up the track.
Now Steve Park.
And it's just all for the sake of trying to get his lap back.
There's all the smoke ahead, and he gets into the back of Robbie Gordon.
No, damn it!
And around Gordon
Not
goes.
Steve Park. Park keeps like getting bad luck.
There's hardly any single car accidents.
But yeah, Robbie Gordon with the bad luck too.
Stay in front of you, Robbie. Stay in front of you.
But again, Gordon's kind of a nutcase.
Come on.
Yeah, but this wasn't his fault.
Daryl, that's what you said at the top of your day. You got to drive behind you as well as in front of you.
And at this point, I'd have to assume Steve Park's reactions weren't the best
Hold on
either.
to it. Hold on to it. All right, go hard to get it straight. Go hard, man. Leader's still behind you. You can fire it up.
Yeah, even on the radio, he's like, "Bro, leader's still behind you. Keep going, keep going."
Go hard.
He's like, "Bro, just go for it."
Trying to stay on the lead lap.
And Junior's like right there, and they're buddies too. Damn, Heat 5 physics again.
Caution out for the 11th
Hitting on
time
the apron
this
a little
afternoon.
bit.
Bristol, you're watching NASCAR on Fox, presented by UPS.
That music. Oh,
150 laps to go. This is the 11th caution flag of the day.
know it by
20
heart.
is the record. Steve Burns.
I know NBC's
Well, Mike Dale
theme
Earnhardt Jr. pitted, and he said, boys, I really like the way this car is handling. All they did was change tires, no chassis adjustments, no air pressure adjustments, and he said, I've been running this car hard. Jeff Hammond.
Steve, one of the things that some of the guys were concerned about, and I talked to him this morning about this new pit road rule.
Yeah, how did Junior not win this race then?
Happens to be in, which is pit number 23
we all
on the
know he
back
doesn't win
stretch,
this race, but
may actually
how
be
did
the
he
best
lose?
pit now. In years past, being in pit
Like,
number
that's the
one was
thing.
always
Tony
the best
Erie
at Bristol.
Senior,
But
Junior,
because
and,
of the new
and Dale
rules, that
Junior,
was one
like
of the
their
major
combination
concerns.
thing, driver and crew
On the
chief.
other side of the
when
deal,
they were
a lot
on,
of
they
guys
were
that wanted to
on.
pick
When they
that
were
pit were not
off, they were
allowed
so
to
bad. You know what I
by
mean?
NASCAR. If you
And then
qualified
like
top
they would make
22, you had
bonehead
to pick on the
decisions from
front
time to
stretch.
time
So
too.
it's
Either
very
because
interesting how things
Junior
are
was
kind of
too
played out here
stubborn,
today.
or the Uries were too stubborn.
Jeff, you know, I remember when we had to pick a pit on the back straightaway, we liked that pit because it's like
Dale
being in
Senior
the
were
first
alive.
one on
He
this side,
probably
and there was
would've
nobody
sorted
in your
a lot
way,
of
and
this
you could
out.
just
We'll never
shoot
know
out of the
for
pit,
sure,
come
though,
around that
but-
corner, and be hauling the mail.
Yeah, and you know, it's you got to give NASCAR credit for trying to make
I'm
things
curious
better.
to see how
It's
Junior
not a
loses this one.
disadvantage right
He's
now
been
to
up
be on the
front
back
like
stretch,
a lot
but
of
it makes you
for a lot of the
wonder
long
if all of a
runs
sudden
too.
the
So he
advantage
clearly
of having
has
a front stretch
an
pit
amazing
and being
long
in
run
pit
car at
number one
Bristol.
is what it used
So
to
how
be.
does he not win this race? Did the stream crash? It's on him.
So working under
it's on
caution
my
as
screen.
they put Speedy Dry down on the track, blew the track, and
It might just be lagging for some. If it's lagging for you, make sure to refresh it. But no, everything's good on my end.
Stewart in third place. This caution will allow him a bit of a rest. But Dick Berggren, give us an update.
I'm going to let crew chief Greg Zipadelli do that. Can Tony make it all the way, Greg?
I don't know. His back's really bothering him right now, but his kid's
Oh,
done a
yeah,
great
back
job. Home Depot
problems.
Pontiac's been running good.
That
Guys in
makes
the
sense.
pits have done a great job keeping us up front. And,
Of course,
you know,
he did
my
stay in
hats
the
off
car
to him.
where
We'll
he
keep our
shit
fingers
himself. But I mean,
crossed, and
that's
say our
shit, though.
prayers,
That's
this kid's
poop.
tough to get him this far here.
I mean, it
150
smells
to
bad
go
and all that
is
stuff,
as
but
bad
I
as
mean,
he's hurting,
it's
we're
icky to
proud
sit
of him.
in. But
We'll just
I mean, he
keep
won the
working on it,
2004
keep
race
talking to
just
him,
sitting
trying
in
to keep
shit
coaching
for
him and, keep it off
a
his
good
mind.
part of the race. I think about
Told him drink
80
as
laps,
much
around
fluid
lap
as he
10,
possibly
he
can. He's
shit
got
his
a device
pants.
that helps his back a little bit. They've told him turn it up as high as he can stand.
But no, I mean, back problems though. I
Will he
mean,
make
I've had
it? I'm
back
telling you
problems.
what, I've been listening to him. He is in serious
Remember, I
pain.
got rear-ended,
Stewart in trouble.
and I was just.
I tell you, one of the real
in
losers on this
pain
last round of
for
pit stop, Jerry
days, you know?
Nadeau. He went from 6th to 14th, but we want to look at it here. What this is the time was spent on pit road. Tony
Look at these
Stewart,
stops.
29.7. Jerry Nadeau, 37.1.
Oh,
But the
okay,
difference
so the
was
stop,
in that pit
14
stop right
seconds,
there,
15 seconds,
20.9
okay.
to Tony
So
Stewart,
those are actually fast.
17.3. That's over 5 seconds. Matt Yoakum, they must have had a problem.
Well,
They do
Larry,
had to
the
back
problem
up.
they had actually, when the stop was completed, Jerry dropped the clutch and thought he was going to pull forward. Actually, he started to back up. He grabbed the wrong gear. He grabbed reverse instead of first.
He grabbed the
DW, that ever
wrong
happened to you?
gear.
Oh, yeah, it's easy to do. You're sitting there and you're kind of juking the thing around that's in neutral, and you slam it up in gear, and you got him reversed.
Damn, and he lost. It said he came
Rather
sick,
embarrassed.
so he's lost like 8
Jeremy
spots there.
Mayfield was the big gainer. He went from 14th
I've never
to
seen that
6th
before. That was
on
the first
round
time I've
of
ever
pit
seen
stops.
something
Under
like that.
caution. We'll be right back.
I swear to God, I've never seen that. Just like got in, just put it in reverse by accident. He wasn't at
Welcome
Hendrick too
back
long
live to
afterwards.
Bristol, Tennessee. Let's take a look.
He was still a G though. He's still
One of
good.
the early casualties here on this tough track. Johnny Benson. This was the 6th caution.
Everybody's
a little bump
getting
for
roughed up.
Sterling Marlin.
Gordon's
Jeff Gordon led for a while, but spun out on
And
lap
Stewart's like, get out of
158.
my way.
Ryan Newman.
And, oh, he almost
Stewart with a
clipped him
little
there,
tap.
too.
Newman coming in 2nd in points. His first time racing here in Bristol as a Winston Cup
Burton's like,
driver.
dude, you're
And then
holding me up.
again, after
And
Jeff
Jarrett
Burton
again,
tapped him,
getting
spinning
in
out of the
something.
moments ago,
And then Elliott Sadler
won
gets
this
in the
race
rat,
last
gets
year,
back up to full
suffering a
speed,
break
trying to get his
in the
lap back,
line,
and then wrecks the second
currently
time.
out of the race and hoping
Winston
to bring
Cup
him
racing.
back as he is working on his car. His crew is in the pits. Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to get Chevy his first victory of the year. You're watching NASCAR Winston Cup
Yeah, Chevy
racing on
hasn't won up to
Fox,
this point
presented
yet.
by UPS.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A lot more to go, so stick around. We're live
That's crazy
in
in this era,
Bristol,
too.
Tennessee.
Chevy was always on it.
Back under green at lap 300.
Did they sneak up on us again? They're like, no, we're back under green. No, we're coming back from the commercial. Back under green again. It's like the 4th time it's happened. See, I'm not used to that. I'm used to always the welcome back and then green flag. But in this
And
in these days,
point
it's
leader
like,
Marlin has gone
go.
one lap down.
We're back. Watch it or don't. Yeah, dude, how does Junior not win this race? How does he not win this race, man? I guarantee it's probably some dumb call. I don't think he wrecked in this race.
Right now, Dale Earnhardt Jr., he has the cushion of 3 cars. It's a lap down in between him and Kurt.
Like, look at that. He has the that's like the best view in the world. And there's lap cars in between.
Just follow up a little bit more on Tony Stewart.
So yeah, Gordon's a lap down. Robbie Gordon's a lap down. Sterling Marlin's on.
Hands off turn 2.
Oh, damn.
Keeps it off the wall.
No. Wow.
Jeez.
Everybody gets by him.
I got anxiety just watching that, and he already has back
He was
problems.
headed back up that racetrack with 2/3 of field
Oh,
coming at
dude,
him.
that would have been
I'm just
terrible.
gonna say he had a tinge in there to kind of exercise those back muscles.
Dude, if you would have gotten just
May have
blasted
turned
in
it
the
up too much.
rear end, oh.
Sterling didn't get his lap
It
back.
gave me
Neither
anxiety
did Robbie
there.
Gordon or Bill Elliott. They took the caution
By the way,
flag before they got
254
by.
people
Pace car
watching.
picks him up here in turn 4.
Only, damn it, update. It's not updating.
Also in the seat.
So yeah, 252 people watching, only 243 likes. Make sure to click the like button. Appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments below after the stream and down in the chat below right now which races you want to do or want to watch.
Stewart
We'll
comes
get to
onto pit road if he comes onto pit road for relief.
See, the last time would have been a better time to do it.
That's what I'm making.
Because he was at the front.
Like Robbie Gordon just like he just this is what he did. He caused a bunch of havoc. And apparently NASCAR was like, nah. I mean NASCAR didn't get after him enough.
But like you say, Daryl, he's giving up.
There's no way Robbie Gordon could get away with these
where
antics
he's at.
in today's car. No way.
No one else pits.
And he's just like, dude, I gotta get out of my way, blah blah blah.
It's gonna be hard for Tony to jump. He can't jump out of the car.
5 points
and I
said in
don't
his
even know if
video.
Todd's been in this car.
Punchable face, the most
But what he
punchable
has to
face
do,
of any
Daryl, he has
NASCAR
to be
driver. There's nothing
unbuckled,
against him
winding that
personally.
down everything but the steering wheel off when he gets to those
piling up
pits.
over the
Help
years.
those guys all he can.
And then just the way he looks.
And what will help here, there's not a right side window
Gordon is
in the
without a
right
doubt
side,
the most
so
punchable
someone
driver
can
in
go in
NASCAR
that right
history.
side.
Maybe in
and help get
motorsports
Todd
history.
Bodine buckled in.
Still gonna be pretty hard to pull that
there
off.
goes the window net
But
down.
he's so entertaining though, bro. So you gotta give him props. One of the best raw talents of all time.
Off goes the steering wheel.
One of the greatest raw talents the sport has ever
They're
seen.
not
Oh
gonna
damn!
let Todd climb in. They're gonna shovel him in.
I wasn't ready for that. He was like, get.
Gotta help Tony out.
Right?
It's easier to sit him down in there and him
You're
try
like,
to
bro,
climb out there.
you're like, nah, get in this fucking car, bro.
Now, what I noticed
We gotta
about Todd
put you
Bodine,
in this
he's
car.
using the Hutchins device, head neck restraint, a lot like you see on the
I've
back
never
of
seen a
Tony
driver
Stewart
get
here.
picked up like that.
Normally,
Where
Todd
you,
Bodine
I
runs
mean,
the
usually the
Hutchins
drivers
device
get
much
out of the
quicker to
car,
get that Hutchins
and then
device
the
hooked
drivers
in
hop
than
in.
the
I've never
Honda
seen a guy
device.
pick up a guy too.
And
I
both
don't
of
know.
them are good devices.
That gives you
Yeah,
an
that's a
idea
lot more
of
funnier
how
than I
sore
thought it'd
Tony
be.
Stewart must
But
be.
damn,
It's been a
Tony
long
Stewart,
time
damn
since
it.
We've seen him climb out of a race car.
Boy, it's gonna be close. He's gonna make it.
I'm not
Look at
gonna
that.
go there. I'm not gonna
They
go
did.
there.
They're gonna stay on the lead lap.
Little sus, bro.
What
Nah.
happened to Stewart?
Oh, see, dude, if
Everybody
a few more
just
inches,
gets by him.
that would have been terrible. Yeah, the guys literally like, get your ass in that car. Fix him up.
Tony Stewart
I don't know.
out
I
of
just
the
thought it
car,
was funny. I've never
Todd
seen a
Bodine
guy
in
get
the lead.
picked up to
And they stay
to
on the
be
lead
put in a
lap.
race car.
Gotta fix
Doesn't even
up
have the
the
window net on.
We'll be back.
This is crazy. He didn't have the window net on all the way. And I think that's a penalty for that now too. But yeah, I guess Todd Bodine's a short guy.
In one lap, we'll be racing. This morning, Tony Stewart's team prepared for this possibility, fitting Todd Bodine for the car and getting him in there to see how the seat and the belts and everything that were adjusted for Tony
he's so
Stewart
short, they didn't
would
want to
fit
risk
Todd
it.
if he had to
Like,
climb
hey,
in
just
there
pick him up
quickly.
and flop him, flop him in
when
the
did
car.
he get in the car? I knew he had
Don't
to
even-
been in the car
don't
at
even
some
let
point
him
in time.
get
I
in
don't know
on
if they
his
made
own.
that decision this morning or not, Jeff.
Yeah, this morning I happened to be down there when they brought him
Yank
over.
him in there,
And
put
the
him
thing about it, Greg Zipadelli said, hey, we're adapting and improvising in case we have to have this happen, because Tony was tightening up after
So I'm
practice
assuming
sessions,
Todd
and
Bodine's
they
like a
felt
couple
during
laps
long
down now at this
cautions,
point.
This may be a
Because
problem.
like Bristol, that's like the
Now
worst
they'll
place
miss
to
the
do
green
to
flag.
have a
No,
driver's
no,
test.
They waved it off. They waved it off.
Waved off the restart as Bodine brings the car
You
down
can-
pit road.
You can see there, everybody was doubled up, ready to go, but for some reason they waved it off.
10,
And, you know, Todd
11,
Bodine has always
12,
been one of the
13.
innovators and promoters
Nope,
of
start on the
safety. So
inside.
there's
See,
something in that
this
race
was
car,
this
whether
is
it's the
crazy
belts or
to
something
watch
he don't feel
nowadays
good about,
because of the rules
then
we
he's
have
coming
now.
back to pit road.
Because
I don't know
like
if he missed
the
his
only
pit
way
or-
to really get a good run,
Maybe,
a good
you know,
solid
maybe
run,
did
is
he
to
speed down
stick
pit
it
road?
on the bottom here.
What's going on here?
And on the initial restart, there's like
Got a
11,
drive-through
12,
penalty
13
for
lap
Drive-through,
cars
I
on the
think that's
bottom.
what happened.
Yep.
That was a
And the
question
leader's
I
gotta
had. He had been
maneuver
in the
through
car,
that.
no pit stop. I
And
know
yeah,
it was
this is
probably on
too.
the
This is
dashboard
old school too. They
what
had the
time
guy,
says for,
the
30
Winston
mile
Cup
an hour
official.
RPM.
Like
But
this
unless
guy's
you
one
practice
job
it,
all
it's a long way
season.
around here to
Stop
the first time.
And turns the sign around. Go.
We're still
that's his
still
job.
going to be
That's
one
it.
to go this time.
I'm assuming they only had one guy do it the whole
one
year.
thing, guys, I want to point out,
What do you do?
They had to work with the driver, get him in and out, and do some more things in the car. So speeding down pit road may have been a good call on Greg Zipadelli's part to give him more time to work with the driver, work on the car, and get him comfortable.
I just turned the sign,
you knew
stop
you're
and
going to be
go.
at the back end of the lead lap
That's
cars.
about it.
I mean, he's 20th, but he still has an opportunity right
In
now
NR 2003,
to move up
it's
and
still
keep
a
these
thing
guys
in
up
NR
in the point hunt
2002, I think.
on behalf of Tony Stewart. I mean, I don't think
It
it's a
is.
bad
That's right.
call.
It's 2003 rules.
Oh, no, it's a good call, Jeff.
Steve?
Mike
He
Elliott,
did a good job. I
defending
agree
race
with
winner,
that.
sitting in the
You're
car.
right.
Elliott, what happened to put you
Lucky.
back here?
Just normal Bristol stuff. Kind of got run into from the back, but it wasn't his fault. I was getting pretty loose. We had a good race car, and I drug the left front sway bar arm off. Man, that ain't no fun here at Bristol. So tough break with everybody from Motorcraft Quality Parts and U.S. Air Force. We really want to come
The
back.
Wood
and
brothers,
run
Elliott Sadler
just a
was their
tough edge
98th
off.
win.
Yeah, they're
No,
still working hard on
97th
this
win.
car, but there's a lot of
Trevor
damage
Bain
to the
got their
21 of
98th
Elliott
win.
Sadler.
Defending
In the
champion
2011
behind the
class.
wall.
And then Blaney got their
Dale Earnhardt
99th
Jr.
win
leads them down to the green flag.
in 2017.
Kurt
So we're waiting on
Busch,
win
second
100.
place car. Jimmy
Win
Spencer,
100.
Bobby
Hopefully,
Labonte, Jeremy
DeBenedetto
Mayfield,
gets
the
them.
front five.
Win
Still
100
rolling up there in
finally.
the second
this
position
year.
on the racetrack. Kurt Busch takes a look at the
And again,
inside
how
wheel.
does
Remember,
Junior
he's
lose
out
this
there trying to
race?
get a lap
He is
back, but he only has two
clearly
fresh right side tires
has the
after
better
pitting on the
car.
green.
No,
Busch needs to be real careful.
Kurt Busch
He
is second, but like
Gave him room.
he's
Don't
like
kind of
3-4
do the
tenths
same
behind
there.
him.
All right, let's go down to Tony Stewart's pit and Dick.
I mean,
Coach Gibbs has just come out of the medical center. How's he doing?
Right, just real sore. He started complaining at about 250, lap 250. And I think he's just real sore right now. It's a tough time for him to move the wheel or anything.
And they're working on his back right now in the medical center.
So Stewart, after he complained
Newman didn't race
of
him.
pain, ran another 125
Like, even in a
miles.
slow car, like beat up car like that, I
wish
still
I could
expect
change
Newman
drivers
to
at
be
halfway. Get me a fresh driver up against these guys that already worn
I don't
out.
know how you drag the sway bar off. I have no
Right now,
clue.
Todd and Tony Stewart
That-
cars in
I've never heard
21st
that.
positions. How many
So it
cars
must have
on
been
the
that
lead lap.
bad.
And actually, last October,
Like, I heard that
Tony
sentence,
Stewart
and I'm like,
decided
that
to
doesn't
fly home
sound
to
right.
surprise his sister for her wedding. Todd Bodine got in this race car. and
Oh, now
practiced-
Kurt Busch. Oh, he's
practiced the car
coming.
in
No,
final
no,
practice.
he's coming. So his car, they adjusted.
Runner-up Kurt Busch with a new paint job. His sponsor, running a sweepstakes, wants to give some fan a chance to win $1 million. Kurt Busch closing in on the race leader.
Did they scan old Bristol? iRacing never
Guys
scanned
having a
old
wheel to run
Bristol,
there.
did they?
Yes, he
There's
is.
no
for,
way
for
to.
a guy that didn't sound very confident about this place a couple of days ago, he
Yeah, no,
got
if there
that
was
track
old Bristol and
position there.
iRacing, you might as well not even join the lobbies because your crash
Give me a
rating,
break, you know?
your driver rating is just going to slide because everyone's
For
just
more,
going to wreck.
here's Steve.
Mike, interesting strategy may be playing out here in the 97 of Kurt Busch. Jack Roush has told Jimmy Wenning and Kurt Busch
missed
that they
Steve
can make it
Burns.
the rest of the way on gas. They like the tire wear. They may not stop again the rest of this race, taking a page out of Elliott Sadler's
why
from a
would
year
he?
ago.
Shades
Best car,
of
one of the
last
best cars in
year.
the field. I want to know what Junior does because I'm assuming it's probably something stupid. Because I remember there would be a few races when I was a kid, and I'm like, okay, you should have won. And this is obviously one of them. And this is the first time I'm seeing it like that. So I'm like, how'd y'all screw this up?
I believe I'm going to give you 4 if that costs you.
I don't want to spend Bitcoin instantly. I'm going to invest in
really
it.
got a pretty good hot rod. We haven't said much about all these. That 28
Bitcoin thing
car.
keeps coming up.
He just keeps inching his way to the front.
Yeah, Ricky Rudd is now up to 8th place. And he's
Okay.
That's
That's what I thought.
Position at a time. Having a strong run.
Started in 20th position. This is a brand new car, new Hopkins chassis.
Oh,
48
bringing Lincoln the
starts
mounts.
here,
Okay.
28 top 10s, but he's never
See,
won
some
a
of this
race
car
here.
stuff, I'm not exactly an
Good
expert.
run for Rudd today.
I'm always willing to.
Carol, what's it like to climb into a car halfway through a race? You did it in 1977, I think, at Talladega.
Yeah, I did. I relief drove for Donnie Ellison. I won the race. The car was fast, just like Tony's was here. And I got
I
in
didn't
there
know
and got
that.
myself squared
I guess
away. And
DW
after a few laps, I was running as
subbed
good as he
for
had
Donnie
been, and
Allison.
ended up winning
Won
the
the
race.
race.
So it
Didn't
can
get
be
credit.
done.
And where these guys had 53 seconds to change driver, Talladega, you probably have about 3 minutes and 53 seconds.
We had plenty of time. I had me a couple of cold drinks and hopped in there and took off.
Here's the 5th place battle. Jeremy Mayfield, who had a great pit stop, went from 14th to 6th on the
Mayfield
stop.
was underrated too.
And now he gives that position up to Jeff Burton.
Burton, damn, that was a good pass. Burton, he never really, he never really bumped people. He's the type of driver who
Hadn't been all
really
that
dump
good.
people.
It's been pretty loose
He
on him.
passed in
But there he is up there in
Same with Martin.
6th place.
I think Mayfield was kind of, well, Mayfield was kind of 50-50.
In 2 weeks, new surface on that racetrack. They're going to be welling in excess of 200 miles an hour at the end of the
yeah,
straight.
oh, that's for the top 5. That's
down
right.
there.
Yeah, okay, so Burton keeps coming and going as well.
Down there.
And Skinner's been underrated all race, too. He's been staying in, like, the top 15 as well.
We'll find out a few things about the drivers, too.
Craven up there, battling for the lead. A lot of parity in
laps to go
NASCAR back in the day.
In the Food City 500 at Bristol. Dale Earnhardt Jr. leading Kurt Busch by a narrow margin. There you see the battle for 6th place. Rusty Wallace, 9-time winner here, closing up.
Yeah, Mayfield was actually,
Jeremy
he was good in
Mayfield.
the 12 car. But him and Rusty and management at Penske, they always had problems. They always had beef for whatever reason. So that didn't really last. And that's the reason why. It wasn't due to performance. It was just attitudes and, I don't know, egos within the organization, I guess. So. Hey, look at this. Coming back from commercial break, Junior is still ahead of Busch. Like, Busch is closing in, but...
400 laps go up on the board at Bristol, Tennessee.
Oh, Spencer's there, too.
Go. Dale Earnhardt Jr.
In this edition of How to Lose a Race,
we'll
find out.
Ahead of Kurt Busch.
Yeah, and Kurt Busch is fixing a POD.
Holy crap. This race has gone by super quick, guys.
All right, what we're seeing
Less
right
than
here,
100 laps to go now. It feels like we just started. And I appreciate the 250 people. Make sure to click the like button.
There you see the frozen right here.
Consistently at 252. I'm surprised by that. I'm really surprised. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I can't even talk. You guys have spoken loud and clear. This will be a regular series, so be on the lookout for more down the road.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. right on his rear bumper. We'll look at the same split again.
Oh, you DM'd with Mayfield this morning? Nice.
Yeah,
make a video on him. Get an interview with him or something.
Yeah,
we'd love to hear Mayfield speak on the Sports Today.
That's the thing, but I believe if Dale makes a mistake, he's going to get him.
All right, there you see down to a quarter of a tenth. Let's look at it one more time.
Poor Buckshot. Buckshot wrecked in the first 5 laps. He's still hanging, though. He's in 41st. He's still staying on the track, though.
But in defense of Dale Earnhardt Jr. that time, he ran up on the lap car of Buckshot Jones. That slowed him down a bunch.
You got to go, though, because Spence is closing in fast on both of them. I think Dale Jr. is holding up the 97 car, allowing Spencer to catch up.
But Dale Earnhardt Jr. is protecting the bottom of that racetrack. It's just going to be hard to pass him on the outside unless he uses lap traffic as a pit.
You know how you do that? You get him looking in the mirror. You'll go right by him. As he looks back, and he'll go up the hill.
Yeah, but Junior, he's about to get passed any moment now. Because now Busch is developing his long-run car. They definitely got it right. Stay off that apron, keep spinning. Apparently there's a big issue. And I love that too. I love how the dollar bill sign on his nose is just crunched in as well. I love that. It's a good look.
The driver ahead be looking in his mirror would go that way, would go the way Eddie's hands went. He'd go by on the other side.
Anytime you're looking back, you're losing time.
You know, Busch is just thinking about it. He's like, dude, let me move him. I know I can move him.
You look at the nose of this race car right here, Kurt Busch, the 97, and we've not heard anything about it for 3 days here. Race number 6, aerodynamics, forget it.
Whoa, chassis. Park, drive, run straight away. Park and Stacy Compton.
See, that was a timely sequence of sounds. Larry Mack just yelled, "Forget about it! Forget it! Forget about aerodynamics!" And then friggin' Park just like, and then Mike Joy's like, "Oh, trouble! They park on the wall."
Todd's having a heck of a time with that car. He's just been all over the racetrack.
See, the way Waltrip and
loose with
Larry
him.
Mack would
But he's
always
got enough
express
time in it
themselves
now. He can tell Greg Cipodelli and those guys what he needs, and they can make some adjustments on the
it's stale because they've done it for so long, you know.
Park trying to get rolling.
That's just the difference of driver style. Some
and I'm
drivers like
neighbors
for the
with
front
Jeremy's
tires would be
mother.
slap a
Oh
little
my
bit, some like the rear
goodness.
ones.
Five Light Sports. Video on Jeremy Mayfield is coming soon. I'm assuming it's going to be a very detailed video.
Position, but I'd like to get my last set of tires on here right now. If I'm at the front, I don't think I am. But if
yeah, poor Steve Park again, bro. I know, Blue Jimmy 48 fan. Poor Steve Park. He's Elliott Sadler's car is destroyed. What happened? Oh, he just got loose. See, Park used to be so good before the injury. He was so good.
And then Compton spins to miss him.
Of course, Stacy's already been.
It's not his fault too. It's like you can't fault a guy for being in an accident. It's like something broke. I think it was a sway bar or something that broke in the car, or some sort of axle, forced the car to turn. And just as the car was turning, just at the very moment it was turning, I think it was AJ Foyt the third or the fourth. It hit him in the driver's side, and bam.
And right now, they just now opened pit road for the leaders, so we'll see who's going to follow them and who's going to deal with
We've
it.
got 90 laps to go.
Whatever way you
want
want to abbreviate my name or use it.
And I believe I'm going to do what the leader does. Leader is on
some
pit
pretty
road.
wacky combinations.
Kurt Busch stays out along with Jimmy Spencer.
Whoa, Dale Jr.
Oh, that's how he lost the race. Of course, you deserve to lose the race if you did that. You deserve to lose the race. I don't feel bad for Junior.
Mike Skinner, Steve.
I'm a diehard Junior fan. I was a diehard Junior fan. This is stupid. Kurt Busch and Spencer were clearly the two best cars, and you were in that class too. And it was clear that the 8 car was not going to get past on the long runs. Busch was gaining some ground, but you mean to tell me Junior couldn't hold him off? Like,
And I believe that's a good move though, Mike, because Dale Jr. wasn't as fast as Kurt Busch.
Yeah, but
he was as fast as Jimmy
I mean, there's no he's not going to have enough time to march through the field.
Wallace came in because he was not getting the fight. He wanted on the corner. They had decided if the leaders came in, they would pit, and in the rear tires they were going to
now you got to go through a
them open to try and fix that problem. Just a moment ago,
look at this. Now he's behind Labonte. He shouldn't be behind anybody. He should be the leader.
Mark Martin pitted.
This is some of the strategy calls that the Budweiser 8 would do sometimes.
And Dave
They weren't perfect. Far from
So we're under caution yet again. 13th yellow of the
But yeah, poor Steve Park. He's just trying to survive at this point. They did it again. They're like, break from commercial, immediately go it. Just wave the green flag, let's go.
The 7 cars behind him.
It's like the 5th time or 6th time this has happened this turn. They sneak up on us. Like, oh, here you go, race is starting. Oh, Mayfield's 3rd.
None of those drivers pitted under this.
See, why did Junior pit? See, that's so stupid.
There you see the Fox tracks right there.
So dumb.
Jimmy Spencer.
I don't even see him in the top half of the field. Oh, so terrible. Wow, what a terrible strategy call. What a bad
Petty
move.
up into the top 10, running in 7th.
Hey!
One of those 8 cars elected to stay out.
Petty Enterprises.
Busch, the best thing he has going
Dude, Petty
for him
Enterprises
is
had
those 7 cars
Andretti
behind
wreck.
him that are on equal
They had
tires to
Buckshot
him.
wreck in the
His car
first
just
5
looked like he got
laps.
better and better and better on
Petty's
this long run.
P7. Let's
Of course,
go.
you got to give Kyle
It's not entirely terrible.
a real call here, and Spencer's having a hard time getting around.
Well, Kyle probably knows he's going to lose some positions, but you got to give him credit for hanging out, still being on the lead lap.
He's done a good job of staying on the
4/5 of the way through this
Gordon,
race.
Robbie Gordon, trying to get his lap back here. Yeah, I can't get over how stupid that 18 is. Now he's in the middle of the field. Like, the car is obviously not going to drive the same in traffic. It was clearly good in
Steve.
Mike, with Jimmy Fennick. Jimmy, tell us about your decision not to pit.
Well, based on last time,
I don't know. Typically short tracks, like clean air, doesn't really play a factor, but the car was obviously amazing up front. And I don't know if it's clearly not going to be that. But Kurt Busch, though, Jimmy Fenning, they made the right calls, and so did Spencer. Spencer has been like P2, P3 this entire race, right from the jump.
Back at what happened here last year. This is the same way Elliott Sadler won the race. Worked in, ought to work now. What they need to do, though, is throttle him back just a little bit and save something for the end here. Now, you don't want to use your stuff all up.
All right, but Jimmy Spencer is coming, Matt.
He's got less than 80 laps to get him. Like, really, Jimmy and his crew chief Doug Randolph went back and forth on whether to pit or not, but Jimmy just said the car, it feels awfully well on old tires.
See,
So let's take
he's not even in that sequence. He wasn't even in that
camera
camera
like the way it comes up off the corner.
He's too far
yesterday,
back.
Spencer nearly won the Busch Series race here in Bristol. He has one Busch win.
That's right, AW. Yeah, I was about to mention that. After 2001, because Roush Racing had a terrible year, Mark Martin had a bad season, Kurt Busch had a horrific season. Matt Kenseth, a terrible season, Jeff Burton, down season. It wasn't entirely terrible, but wasn't the best either.
Spencer missed the Daytona 500.
They swapped the teams. They swapped the 6 and the 97. And I believe the 90. Well, no, the 17 stayed the same.
That's old tires versus fresh
They
tires.
mixed and matched with the 17 and the 99. But I think the 97 and the 6 completely swapped entirely. That's what Kurt Busch needed at the time. He needed a veteran crew chief with some veteran experience. Won a championship before.
He's
Jimmy Fenning was perfect for Kurt
when
Busch.
he has to start manipulating that lap traffic. maneuvering that race car.
Coming up off the corner underneath somebody.
Yeah, Junior 5 seconds back now.
All right, into the front stretch right there. See, Dale Earnhardt Jr. still almost a mile an hour faster.
What a
That lap
bonehead
about
move.
a half a second behind.
What a dumb move.
But I sure do like the view from
Hey, we have one of the best cars in front. What should we do next on this caution stop? Oh, let's pit. And let's give up the track position we had.
Jeff Hammond.
Even though the 97 and the 41 clearly have become the two best cars in the racetrack.
To run. So far, I've watched guys like Mark Martin as well as Jeff Burton stay out on old tires, and they've gotten past about 30 laps into a run. I believe this is the same as
oh, this is perfect. You got the hands there, you got the steering wheel, you can see the hands move. See, this is a perfect camera angle for Junior.
Junior just got past the 7th place car, Kyle Petty, who did not stop.
Oh yeah, and I remember, yeah, they would have the whole dashboard, right? And have a huge Budweiser sticker right there.
Yeah, and I can't
totally
disagree with Jeff, but Jeff,
I mean, that's just the
Kurt
way it
Busch
is.
is coming off turn 4 right now. He's at the line right now, and Junior's just entered.
Yeah, I should do more video game videos, NASCAR Thunder 2002. Yeah, we'll see. You'll see a lot of videos this year.
I like being out front this late in a race.
Right.
I can breathe a little easier.
These laps wind down in a hurry when he gets to this point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I miss this camera in racing, too. So underrated. We need to have this camera angle back. I know it's like simple, and yeah, sure, to an extent, the helmet cam replaces it, but you can't have a helmet cam on everybody.
His best short track finish, 18th in Richmond last May.
69 laps to go. Nice. I'm glad we caught that.
Now is Kurt Busch's spotter on top of this field.
By the way, 281 people watching. Make sure to click the like button. Appreciate you guys tuning in.
68 laps to go. You're watching NASCAR on Fox.
You're watching NASCAR on Fox.
UPS.
From Bristol, presented by UPS. You might join. I was like, you're watching NASCAR. Kyle Petty's running ahead of Johnson. What a time to be alive.
Past Jeremy Mayfield, making a change at 3rd place now with 59 laps to go. Kurt Busch leading Jimmy Spencer, so Rudd now at 3rd.
Oh yeah, the Coca-Cola Racing family
Kyle
drivers.
Petty, Bobby Labonte, and Jeff Burton.
Yeah, Kyle Petty was holding his own that day.
Tony Stewart will get credit for that
Kyle
finish.
Petty definitely put RPM, not RPM. Petty Enterprises on
They got new tires on the car for him, and he's driving. We got to
hey JC, you know what it is. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is where it starts. This is where all the baiting and banging starts between them. Yeah, Spencer, he hasn't even led that much all day. He's ran up front all day. It's about time. Finally, he's going for the lead.
Come back under him sometime, but just let him go right now.
Whoa, he hit him.
Go.
Oh!
Busch got under him and muscled Jimmy Spencer. You don't see that often.
Spence is hanging on for dear
life. I know
the
Get it up, you're right. Outside.
Big save for Spencer.
Message received.
Damn, that's worse than I thought. Yeah, I forgot how bad that was. He just bumps him.
Just hoping he didn't cut a tire down.
And now he's like a second behind, I think, or something.
Probably could have passed Spencer right there, but they are teammates.
Hey, look at this. And you know, Kurt Busch, he was just the second year at the time. He didn't care.
Back up under him, man.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, move.
There he goes.
And he finished him off.
Many guys will save a car like that.
Yeah, this is the second bump. That's where
and not many guys
happens.
Would go up against Jimmy Spencer like that. You just think you let Spence go.
Well, the nice thing, Darrell, is when you're in that car, everybody weighs 3,600 pounds.
Let's see if he can run him back down, though.
His arms are real big.
I forgot how much time he lost from that. It wasn't just a little bump. He was like, come on, move, and then he was like a second, 2 seconds behind after that.
All right, guys, I want to talk about those guys that pitted, and right now the one that's
oh yeah, the idiots that pitted. I want to talk about those idiots that pitted. Let's talk about the idiots that pitted. The 25 who backed up, he put it in reverse, and Junior who pitted for no reason.
Kurt Busch is in really good shape for a while, Larry, but what's going to happen to Kurt Busch is just like what Jeff was talking about.
Like, there were aerodynamic problems with these cars back in the day.
Through traffic on those old tires.
And it's pretty obvious they're kind of, like this race has been good, but obviously the Gen 4 had some problems.
There's about a cluster of 20 cars here that he's going to have to work his way
Again,
around.
why he's P7, not even in the top 5. Why'd you pit? You were clearly up
over
front.
7 seconds. It wasn't that many laps ago. It was 5.5 seconds, and he's actually slipping back from Jerry.
Everybody weighs 3,600 pounds. Basically, yeah.
Problem we see week
Kurt
in,
Busch,
week
like,
out. You get back in
Kurt Busch
traffic,
and
cars
Jimmy
are so
Spencer are
equal, it's
definitely
hard
not
to
the same
pass.
in
And
proportions.
you always say, well, what happened?
But we saw that in practice yesterday.
Yes, only in NASCAR can a skinny guy like Kurt Busch beat up on a big man like Jimmy Spencer. Oh,
the fastest cars on the racetrack right now are the ones that have track position. Jimmy Spencer, Jeremy Mayfield, and Ricky Rudd. for the last couple of laps in the row have been the 3 fastest, and they're running second, third, and fourth.
But damn, 48 laps to go now. This race has gone by. Wow, it's gone by fast.
Just because you're faster than they are doesn't mean you're going to
7:30 out here on the West Coast. I appreciate you guys staying up on the East Coast, flyover states, mountain time. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Now Ricky Rudd, where did he come from? And Ricky Rudd's in the top 5. And Matt Kenseth is back there. See, there's been a lot of comers and goers inside the positions 3rd through 5th, but first and second has remained pretty relatively the same.
39 laps to go. Kurt Busch the leader, Jimmy Spencer, Ricky Rudd with a strong car, but a long way to go to catch the 2 leaders. Pole sitter Jeff Gordon brought out a caution at 1/3 distance, spun up into the wall. He's back running 24th. Only 3 cars in the garage. Sadler, Trickle, and Nemechek.
And Jeff Burton in the 99, he was on the lead lap in the top 10, started falling back, and he's come to the pits here with 38 laps to go. Steve Burton.
Do they gotta make green flag pit stops?
Well, there we saw the crew jump to the wall all of a sudden. They don't know exactly what's wrong.
I don't think so.
They don't know if he has a vibration, but they had to come in and give him 4 new tires late in the race.
So, guys, you know what this is going to be about, don't you? Hundreds. Kurt Busch's spotters over saying, how many hundreds will it take for you to get out of my way? Whoa, Todd Bodine just about got turned around.
Oh, Steve Park, just pull over, buddy. Steve Park's had quite the day. Oh, he's not moving.
His lap times, he's hung behind Steve Park right now. Mike Skinner.
He's not moving. Park has nowhere to go though.
In the meanwhile, Jimmy Spencer, he is reeling them in.
Yeah, Mike Skinner and Casey Atwood are trying to stay on that lead lap as Busch moves under Steve Park.
Even Kurt Busch was saying something.
There you see on the Fox tracks, the interval's really closing right there. Again, Kurt Busch is caught behind those cars and can't get by.
And what happens is you need to be able to come off the corner wide open, but you got to have the whole racetrack to do it, and these guys are taking your line away.
Inside of Skinner there.
Comes Big Jim.
Yeah, but he's got to pass those same cars.
Because if Spencer gets back to him, he's wrecking him for sure. But I don't think that happens.
Got the report from the 99, Jeff Burton. It was a flat tire that he had here under green.
Oh, yeah, Burton was.
Spencer gives Park just a little bit of bump, and now Kurt Busch opens up.
It's like, it's like, Steve, just accept it. Just get lapped. There you go. There you go, Steve.
You'll race the leader trying to stay on that lead lap, but once he gets by, there's no need to hold him up the next
Now Stewart. Oh, wait. Stewart's not in the car. I forgot. That's Todd Bodine. Never mind. I forgot.
No need holding him up.
And lap traffic was a bitch here. Excuse my language. Excuse my French, but it was a bitch here to work lap traffic at old school Bristol.
Jeff Burton, Larry Mack, they thought they had a tire going down, but Jeff Burton just radioed in and said he thinks something.
Oh my goodness! And speak of the devil. Okay, Burton's gonna be a gentleman and let him by.
Just in front of the leader.
Jeez.
Yeah, you see smoke. I just saw smoke coming off that car, that 99 car.
All right, closing in. Less than 30 laps to go this time.
Moments ago, Jerry Nadeau, Jeremy May.
Oh, Nadeau, Mr. Intimidator.
Not for long.
Now Nadeau there,
Mr. laps ago, these guys
Newman.
Down. Somebody told him, hey, there's 50 to go. Need to get both hands and feet up on that.
Jerry Nadeau is
we got about 27, 8 laps to go here.
I think he's still in the top 10 too. Even after backing it up on pit. I still can't believe he did that.
Right now,
of all the drivers, Jerry Nadeau would be
Jimmy
the last
Spencer,
driver.
20, Todd Bodine subbing for Tony Stewart, Mike Skinner.
Puts it in reverse by accident.
Last year we had a first-time winner in Elliott Sadler.
Based on the same pit strategy, stay out
to this
when
point,
everybody else came in.
Wallace, Irvin. Ernie Irvin had an underrated career, and we will be doing a video on him very soon. And Sadler too.
You couldn't have done this. But now with this
we're almost at 300 watching. Make sure to lick the like button, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
You know, right now,
it's been quite a stream. If you stayed the whole time, I appreciate it. This race has been so fun to watch.
Just like then.
And yeah, at this point, Spencer's like, you gotta go. You gotta get on my way.
And it's hurt his tires here just a little bit.
I'm sure
See, that's the sad thing. I don't think Spencer's going to be close enough to make anything happen. I don't think.
Kurt Busch's car still looks really nice.
Because I don't know if this goes green for the rest of the race or if there's one more caution. Like I said, I've never seen this race in its entirety before tonight.
Another young gun.
Yeah, young guns.
That's right. Another split here on miles per hour. This is with Kurt Busch with Jimmy Spencer. We're going to look down in the middle of turn 3 and 4.
Pretty much after Senior died, pretty much just everyone like
Down the middle,
Wanted a young driver,
2 miles an hour. Jimmy Spencer, 3 miles an hour.
This is the early 2000s racing in a nutshell.
Now,
The younger the better.
reminds me of that crew chief thing when y'all call me and say I'm
But I mean,
catching the leader,
statistically,
and I say,
analytically,
"How come
that's
he
not
seems
true.
like- I can't see
And
him
usually
as
drivers
good as
peak
Colin.
around
He gets smaller."
30, like their late 30s, usually.
Kurt Busch has never finished in the top
It's much
15
different
in a Winston
than
Cup
in
short track race.
actual sports. In motorsports, you know,
We're
your
going to look
peak
at the other end of the racetrack. This would be turn 1 and 2, Kurt Busch
a lot
versus
older
Jimmy Spencer. Right down
than the
middle
typical
of the corner,
NBA or
right before
typical
the
NFL player.
Hermie Sadler's hit it hard.
Oh, not Army again. Damn it. So we do have another caution.
Lower right front tire. That's not what Kurt Busch wanted to see at all.
No, that's not going to make
Spencer is
sense.
a
Todd Bodine trying to get his lap back. He gets
Hey.
his lap back.
Don, leave Spencer. Leave Jimmy Spencer alone. What are you talking about? Jimmy Spencer's a G. He's a goat. Don't ever disrespect Jimmy Spencer like that.
Well, your bed's made
Your
now.
bed's made. You got to lay in.
You got 20 laps to go.
Yeah, 20 laps to go now.
Here's what happened to the Little Trees car of Hermie Sadler.
Probably just lost a tire here. Going forward with him. And skadoosh. Bam. With no safer barrier too. That hurts. Hurts a lot more than people think it does.
Only on the right side here.
This is crazy. No safer. Yeah, look how thin that wall
Tire
is.
within a tire.
Now, I tell you who
Oh.
could be a problem.
See, every
for
time
everybody
a guy just hits
based
a
on lap
non-safer
times,
barrier wall, just
Ricky
cringe.
Rush.
Yes.
But no, this was the regular
Ricky
thing
Rush
back
got a
in the
good
day.
race car, and he just needed to get caught up. So we got a race on our hands here for the last, whatever it's going to turn out to be.
Yeah,
Get
Hermie
this car off
Sadler,
the track.
for sure, one of my most favorite underdog drivers ever.
20 to go, so Rudd will pull up behind the 2 leaders.
Get out of his way.
Mike, just listening to the radio communication between Kurt Busch and Jimmy
Oh,
Fennick.
Steve, we
That caution had
miss you,
just come
bro.
out, and
We
Kurt
miss
said,
you,
"We've
man.
got to stay out. We've come this far. Let's stay out." Jimmy said 10-4 on that.
Yeah,
And
there's
also,
a
Jimmy then
there's a
told him
smart
how the
crew chief
41
right
was
there.
running.
Stay
Said the
out.
same
We
thing
have the
that
track
Larry Reynolds
position.
said the
Nobody's
41
passing each
wasn't
other.
getting off
Stay
the corner
out.
that well. So Kurt
Junior's
Busch
like, no,
knows
let's
that in
come
the
in.
closing laps of this race with 20 to go.
Jimmy Fennick has 16 Winston Cup wins.
I still can't get over that.
14 with Mark
And I
Mark,
know,
and 2
I
with
know some
Bobby
people are like
Allison, including
probably
the
thinking I'm
88
annoying for
Daytona
keep
500.
bringing it up, but
Well, now,
why'd they
you know,
pay?
if I'm Kurt Busch and I look back and I can see Jimmy Spencer, I bet he's smiling.
Hey,
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
hey,
because,
JC,
this
yep,
little
he
incident
knows
a
exactly.
while
Yep,
ago
come from
when
Canada.
Spencer's
Yep,
back up
skadoosh.
here,
You know
got-
exactly what I'm talking about.
Spencer kind of doesn't really say, I wouldn't say roughed him up.
Well, little.
Let him know he was there.
Let him know he was there.
OGs know.
But now here's
See, they had prior
Yeah,
history
he
though,
puts the
so it
crossover
wasn't
move
just
on.
that
Jimmy
one
goes up in the
moment.
corner,
They had prior
scoots
history
him up out of the way and
at Phoenix.
adios.
And Jimmy,
There's
what
a
a
clip
job
of the
hanging
crash.
on to
I
what
can't
Spencer
remember.
did.
I'm telling you,
I don't think the
that
full
was
race is up on
great
YouTube.
job.
But so,
Jeff, what's going on down there?
at one point in the race,
Well, guys, I'm telling
Spencer
you right now,
dumps
what we're
Busch.
seeing is one
Busch
whale of a
down.
race getting
Yeah,
ready to
doesn't
shape up.
forget.
We were just talking when we were off camera that if this caution does come out, it's going to bring everybody back up there together.
yeah,
That's what
Ferrari
a lot of
pitting
these
straight.
guys
Yeah,
really
yeah.
Let's talk about the
When did Junior's
experience of
Budweiser
Kurt
8 turn
Busch
into
at his
Team
40th
Ferrari
Winston
for
Cup
some
race
reason?
has never won. Obviously, up there battling with a guy
We'll
like
just
Jimmy
pit
Spencer.
at a random
Advantages,
time.
disadvantages. We've
Yeah,
seen them
basically
go
rattled his
toe-to-toe, and
cage,
Jimmy
Isaac, yeah.
has shown
Yeah,
that he can
2001
dish it out
Phoenix,
and
yep,
take
yep.
it.
Well, I
Yep,
hate to
yep,
tell you,
yep.
I've worked with Kurt
Yeah,
Busch.
Spencer
If there's one
dumped
guy out there on that
Busch.
racetrack,
They
once he
ended
gets
up both
behind that wheel,
wrecking.
he's not intimidated.
Stupid.
It's Kurt Busch.
Yeah,
he gets
Kurt
an
Busch never
opportunity to win a
forgot.
race. I don't care who's in front of him. He's going to give him a good run for the money.
All right, if let's, you know, we had a big brawl yesterday, a couple of fights. If we
Yeah,
look at the
that's
tail
another.
of the
Yeah, I'm
tape
pretty
of today's
curious. What was
matchup here,
always
Jimmy
the tail of the
Spencer
tape?
weighing in at 230 pounds. Jimmy,
Holy
I never forget.
shit.
He never forgets against Kurt Boom Boom Busch, who has a slight
I'm like
disadvantage when it
I'm
comes
like-
to height and weight.
Floats like a butterfly.
I don't know if I'm
stings
6
like a
foot or
bee.
5'11",
So you have the
one of those.
experience, the
But I'm like
heavy,
6
the
foot
veteran
5'11",
against the
six
lighter
foot, or
Kurt
either
Busch, who has
5'11",
plenty of experience,
6
but
foot,
certainly not in the
160
victory lane.
So I'm
And
not too
certainly
far off.
This
from
would be a
Busch.
great place for him
But yeah,
to
I
get
would
another
certainly never want to mess with
winners,
anyone like
their
Jimmy
first Winston
Spencer.
Cup victories
He's
at
not
Bristol.
solid.
If Kurt Busch could do that, Dale Earnhardt
I'll
back in
pass. I'll take a
'79,
pass
Rusty
on that.
Wallace in '86, Ernie Irvin in 1990.
But yeah, no. Spencer
and
was
Elliott
thick.
Sadler,
He was also
of
Mr.
course,
Excitement,
last
but he was
year,
also
who
Mr.
had
Thick back in
problems
the day.
today.
Before Ryan Newman
Don't
was
forget
known as
on
the thick
Fox
boy of
tonight,
NASCAR.
strap in for a
It was
special
always Jimmy
Sunday
Spencer.
movie presentation with Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum. It's
Holy
the epic
shit,
adventure
Nostalgia.
Independence Day. That's tonight at 7, 6 Central, right here on Fox. 17 laps to
Fox
go.
promos too. See, thank you
we
so
might
much to
have Hollywood
NASCAR
ending,
for
or
not
at least,
only allowing these
after
race
yesterday,
uploaders to upload
certainly
these
not the
races in their
fireworks, but the
entirety,
drama
but also
building
NASCAR has
with
been
Kurt
uploading
Busch
a
running
shit ton of
first,
races
Jimmy
for the past
Spencer,
year.
Ricky Rudd all the way up to third.
So I appreciate
Dale
those
Earnhardt
guys
Jr. currently running
allowing those
fourth.
races
Let's
to
go
be
back
up, and
upstairs.
them
Mike,
adding
Darrell,
new
and Larry.
content as well.
Kurt Busch has his
Yeah,
work cut
Kurt
out
Boom
for him
Boom
now. He has
Busch.
Jimmy
I know that
Spencer
graphic.
right on his bumper, and he has the fellow who's been one of the fastest cars
King
on the
Matt on
racetrack
6'5",
in his last
246.
long run, Ricky Rudd,
Pretty
right
huge.
behind Spencer, then Earnhardt Jr. and Bobby Labonte.
And here's the
See,
thing.
I was a track
Kurt Busch
runner
said
back
as a
in
kid,
high school.
I know he
Just
said,
put it
I
that
knew
way.
this was going to be hard, but I know it was going to be this hard. You
it was
didn't
a track
have to
star.
make it difficult.
Now we're in the 25 lap rule.
Or at the very least, a track letterman
but
run.
only lead lap cars to the outside. Dale Earnhardt Jr.
I played some football,
He's the one
but
that has the freshest tires, but it's like
grow.
restarting this
Couldn't grow.
race in 8th because of the
It
lap
is what it
cars on the
is.
inside.
323 watching the ending of this race now. Make sure to click the like button, everybody. We are getting down to it. We're within the final 20 laps.
Got a good start.
And I think Kurt Busch just won it. He had the best restart. 16 to go. It's not even a challenge.
His teammate Jimmy Spencer to go through to try to challenge Kurt Busch.
Oh, never mind.
Ricky Rudd for third.
Came right up in front of Ricky Rudd.
Absolutely.
So it's a two-man battle right here. Kurt Busch is
Oh yeah,
going
Mike
pretty
Harmon.
good,
Yeah,
but
Mike
no
Harmon's a
traffic.
real thick boy. Never
No
mind.
traffic, and
Hey,
he should not get to lap
it's
traffic
Harmon.
with 13 to go next time by.
That's going to be the key. If he can stay out of lap traffic, get
Damn.
clear sailing. I believe
Robbie
he's a
Gordon
little
was
quicker
rocking.
than
He was
Jimmy.
loose off that corner. Oh, Junior and Gordon are together. I think Junior's going to move him here.
Hit your marks.
This is where they're pissed off.
All the things that you guys tell us all the time.
Because Robbie Gordon's still a lap car, by the way.
Not being able to get back to that throttle.
I know the way he's racing makes you think he's on the lead lap. He's not.
12 to go this time.
Jimmy's actually losing a lot of time off the turn, and
They're side by side.
trying to get around the 31 car. So everything's working. Kurt
Yeah,
Busch is
Junior's
winning
already
right now.
frustrated because it's like,
Just
damn,
like
I gotta
it
get
played
back.
out for Elliott
And
Sadler.
Gordon's like, yeah, Gordon's racing him. This is crazy.
Cool the tires off.
Robbie Gordon's just racing him.
Think it over. Have at it.
When you're on that hot of tires, definitely a little cool down
It's not. They're not racing for anything. And Gordon's like, no.
Matt?
You bumped me earlier in the race because I was in the way. I was obviously in the way. I was holding you up. So I never forget. I'm gonna annoy you.
Well, second's going to be nothing to be ashamed of.
Bro, like he should have just dumped him. Like he should have just really spun him out. Like no way anybody could put up with that nonsense today. No way.
I think Rudd's going to have a hard time getting to Spencer.
I believe NASCAR will probably suggest to Sterling that he moves out of the way.
Well, they continue to wave the blue flag with the yellow cross, which means you're a lap.
Oh yeah, Marlin's a lap down. See, all this lap madness was crazy.
All over the place.
Yeah, the lap car was starting up. Oh, Hamilton.
Everybody had their tires smoking. Some for being sideways,
yeah, something. Yeah, his car's
Bobby Hamilton
popping.
had trouble. Everybody did get through. 8 laps to go.
345. Make sure to look like
gets by Sterling Marlin, so he's got his sight set on Jimmy Spencer right now.
Yeah, I think Busch. Yeah, at this point, we all know Busch is the winner. He has this in the bag.
Tires, I believe.
Yeah, you hate if you think you hate lap cars today. Imagine watching this back in the day.
8 laps to go.
And seeing the lap cars start next to the leaders.
Had another 10 or 20 laps.
And having to miss and having to go through them every time.
Kurt Busch is in the driver's seat right now, boys. Coming around, it'll be 6 to go this time back.
And right now, Jimmy Spencer just playing defense, trying to protect second.
Yeah, poor Jimmy Spencer. Dude, Jimmy Spencer had the best overall car here the entire race. He wasn't outside the top 5, I think, for what, more than 30, 40 laps? And he doesn't win the race. It's crazy. And Busch started like 26. 27. I was about to say 26. Kurt Busch started 27.
Now, but Rudd's
was able to make it work.
Pretty worn out as well.
Catching him and passing him, that's going to be the hard part.
Yeah, poor Jimmy Spencer. This could have been weird. This could have been career win number 3.
4 laps to go this time by.
And Junior, this could have been a win. And now Junior, I mean, he's in P4, but I mean, it's too little, too late. They're gone.
Could happen to him. Got a good restart.
I know. I wish Jimmy Spencer were. If he were close enough, Spencer would have dumped him for sure.
Good run, top 5. Then Matt.
But I mean, Busch, dude, and Finney, like they just had it. They were on the rails that day. They were just able to make the right adjustments towards the end.
Top 10. Good day for them. Kevin Harvick's in there in the 10th place.
Actually, Jimmy Spencer starting to pull away a little bit from Ricky Rudd right now. Here as we'll get the 2 laps to go this time by.
Yeah, that's it. That's all, folks.
2 to go. Bring it home.
He probably won't catch the lap traffic.
Dude, this is one of the biggest what ifs in NASCAR history too. What if Jimmy Spencer had a faster car on the final run at Bristol? He would have dumped him. He would have dumped Busch. Oh, he's already celebrating. Damn. I didn't know he did that. He was already celebrating. See, him and Kyle were similar, because Kyle used to do that too.
Ernie Irvin, Elliott Sadler, Rusty Wallace, and now Kurt Busch is a first-time Winston Cup winner.
If Spencer had a faster car, I swear.
Jimmy Spencer, a car length ahead.
I didn't think. I guess Spencer just didn't have the faster car that last run. But I swear, if he had a faster car, oh my goodness.
Kurt Busch gets his first win. It's only his third race.
That race went by fast. That race went by a lot faster than I thought it'd be. 368 people watching. Make sure to click the like button.
In 6 races.
We'll make sure to watch
Jimmy
one of
Finney, his crew
the
chief.
classic
He was
Daytona
one
500.
crew chief
Let me
that
know
not
which
won a
one you
race
want me to
since
watch.
back in April of 2000.
We gotta watch one of the
I believe Steve Burns is with him right
classic
now.
Daytona
Yeah,
500
with a happy
races
Jimmy Finney.
Before I head out
call to stay out there,
for
Jimmy. What
Daytona.
does this mean to you?
I'll tell you, this team's they've been working hard all year. You know, we've been close, but I'll tell you.
Yeah, he's from Wisconsin.
Kurt did an
You hear the
awesome job.
Wisconsin accent.
He's the man.
We've been
Final
working
laps
so
to stay
hard.
on those tires and not come in.
Yeah, but Goodyear's got a good tire. I'm telling you,
What
Rick
is it,
Campbell and
Cambridge,
guys,
Wisconsin?
You know, my hat's
That's
off
where
to
Kansas
Goodyear.
is from, I think.
Notice anything from
See, there's all these small towns in the mid. I don't know them.
Everybody should have paid attention.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's right. He did the
Kurt
bow.
Busch
He did the bow
salutes the
stuff.
crowd. He is a happy camper. 155,000 people here today, and I'll bet no more than 100 left before the checkered flag.
Oh, Gordon, wait.
What happened was the 31 car raced the 8 car all those last few
What
laps
is
there
he
and held him
doing?
up. And
What?
Dale
Robbie,
Jr.
he's
got into him
crazy.
back here
He's
coming
mental.
down pit road.
Robbie Gordon's got mad.
And Robbie
He's just
turned him
mad.
Boy, that first win, Daryl. You remember that?
He jumps the restart.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Now this is what
He gets in Junior's way. Junior is understandably angry with him, like, hey, get out of my way. You're clearly a slower car. Doesn't forget it. He still holds Junior up in the final run, and he's mad. No, Robbie Gordon's mad at Junior.
You think the starter will ever get that flag back?
No.
And then Larry Mack's like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
I
don't know.
Series, and here he is, won his first Winston Cup race.
I don't get the
4
logic
years
of
ago,
Robbie Gordon.
stocking shelves in
This
the
era.
local supermarket
I don't
in
get his
Las
logic.
Vegas, his hometown.
He just
He's
spin
a
it,
Winston
like,
Cup
it's your
winner.
fault, Junior.
I like it. And you got to know something. Take that, go, Dick.
I know. That's crazy.
All
It's
right,
crazy.
we got a little problem down here, little altercation with Dale Earnhardt Jr.
yeah,
and a
listen
couple
to
of other folks. Dale, what's cooking?
Damn 31 wouldn't get out of the way. Lap down, racing the leaders with 10 laps to go, but that's why that's why it takes 3 or 4 times for him to finally get into the West Cup Series, because he don't pay attention, he don't know what he's doing.
Wow, second fight in 2 days down here on pit road.
Yeah, the second in 2 years here.
Junior's usually not
after
that
the
angry, too.
checkered
Hey,
flag
look
at
at
Bristol.
this. He's gone.
Last year it was Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart.
Hey, Rob, see, you just turned her shit up.
Yeah.
This year it's
That's
Robbie
what he
Gordon
said.
and Earnhardt
You
Jr.
heard that, right?
Yesterday.
He's like, Rob, don't tell her
But you heard the
shit.
spotter right there, and that's I'm gonna put my crew chief hat on. I don't like
Bro,
that because there's a
that's so
fabricator
crazy.
back at that shop now has to fix that race car.
He bent the whole race and didn't bend it up
Even
too
the spotter's like,
We're gonna
Robbie, don't
debut
tear
the
our
new
shit up,
Victory
dude. We
Lane
got
building
like,
at Bristol.
that's probably their
Kurt
short
Busch
track
goes past
car.
the inspection station.
You reckon those
tracks
dollar
other than
signs or
Bristol,
dollar bills were on there for a
Martinsville,
reason?
maybe New Hampshire. I mean, New Hampshire
He'll
not
be
really a
able
short
to
track,
take it
but
to the bank.
I told you
that
it's gonna
car
be
is
right.
Now,
obviously
this is
going
kind
to
of
be
new,
racing
folks. Instead of driving
at
into
more
Victory
places than
Lane,
Bristol.
we're going to go up on top of this parking garage up atop the Goodyear building,
Up on the roof.
up to Victory
He
Lane.
didn't care. See,
Look at
Robbie,
all those
we need
guys
a
following.
personality like Robbie Gordon back in the
Wait
Cup
for
Series.
us,
We
wait
need a
for
guy
us.
like that. We need someone like that. So entertaining.
Kurt Busch has worked
Even though
his
he's
whole
clearly in the
Winston
wrong,
Cup
so
and his whole
entertaining.
racing career to get right here into a Winston Cup Victory Lane.
Damn, the Victory Lane looks so different.
Second
I mean, it's in the
win
same
this year
place
for
though,
Jack Roush, Matt
similar
Kenseth
place,
at
but it's
Rockingham,
the
Kurt
Victory
Busch
Lane
at
at
Bristol.
Bristol.
What he tells he's 23 years old?
I think that's right.
23 years old. Won him a Winston
Yeah,
Cup
maybe I
race.
should make a video on Robbie Gordon
Jimmy
entirely. Just make it.
17th
Maybe I should
victory as
just
a crew
compile
chief,
a list
14
of
with
Robbie
Mark
Gordon's
Martin and 2 with Bobby
shenanigans
Allison.
and turn that into a video.
At the
That's a good
Stavola
idea.
Brothers team.
I need to find all of them because I know it's
And for
not.
the
It's
second
not just
straight
limited
year,
to
this race
NASCAR
has
too.
been won by a first-time winner.
I'm assuming
For the second
he's probably
straight
done
year,
a lot of stuff in
there's a
IndyCar,
bang and
Champ
collision
Car,
on
wherever
pit
he
road
went.
post-race.
It's just Bristol. What can you say?
It's just Bristol.
We're going to have a holding area.
Matt Yoakum.
And the 23-year-old gets the big handshake finally from his veteran crew chief, Jimmy Finney.
He's not there this year. Like I said in the beginning.
You have dreamed about this for a long time.
Fox is letting everybody go.
Congratulations,
Why?
You
So
finally
messed
reached
up.
it. What's it feel like?
This is unreal. This is absolutely unbelievable. I just have to thank the whole
Damn, he was the
Tech
youngest
organization
winner
for
up to that
making
point since
swap,
Jeff
giving me
Gordon.
Jimmy Fennig, Sean Parker,
I didn't
this
know
whole
that.
group of guys. This was awesome. We had pit strategy. I don't know why the 8 pitted.
I don't know
and
either.
Jimmy Spencer forgot about
He
what
even
did to me
sees
in
that. I
Phoenix
don't know
last year.
either.
This was an awesome run for
And yeah, he
Road,
just
man.
mentioned that too.
Sharpie on the car, $1 million
Yeah, he
offer.
didn't forget
You
what
can't get any
Jimmy
better
Spencer
than
did
this.
to win
Bristol.
Phoenix the previous
Hopefully
year.
come back in the
And
fall
yeah,
race and do a double at the Sharpie
same
500.
thoughts as
Now, those
like,
tires must be
why
worth
the
$1
8
million
pit?
because you went 157 laps. Were you concerned at all?
Yeah,
I saw
he
Lance
ignores the
Edler
pit.
do it
Yeah, he
last
does.
spring. These
And he's
tires
been
last forever.
DQ'd.
Goodyear
I know he's been DQ'd too.
Good stuff.
Montreal
Just keep blasting.
2007.
Jack brought the engine that keeps lasting.
Robbie
This is
Gordon
what
had.
it's all about, a team effort. It's just
But yeah, Kurt Busch though, man. This is a start. Kurt Busch is a Hall of Famer for sure. And I know Kyle Busch kind of, upstages him. But no, there was a point where Kurt, he was the best out of all the brands.
Then another handshake by Jimmy Fennig, Steve Burns. 162 laps on one set of tires last year for Elliott Sadler. This year, 157 for a new first-time winner here in
2003
Bristol.
Sharpie 500 next.
Steve?
All right,
Maybe.
thanks,
We'll
Matt.
do
With
that.
Robbie, what
we
happened
got to
in the
hear this
race with
guy.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.?
I don't know why he would be running into me after the race. I mean, he's the one that knocked me sideways early, and he tried to run me into pit wall, so I hit him back.
You were probably in the way. You were probably in the way, you fool.
We had a good car all day. Singular car was a good car. Jeff Gordon snookered me at the start. That was.
What? How was that Gordon's fault? He was the leader. That's the rule. These were the rules at the times, my guy. Gordon was the lead car. He was the leader. He dictates when to go. How was that hit?
It's unfortunate. I mean, he started to go, and then he stopped and let me get a stop and go.
You got to stop.
It's just the way it goes. Bristol's
How's
always
that Gordon's
exciting.
fault?
I got to be honest. I had a lot of fun today.
Oh
car
no,
worked
we
really
could tell.
good. We
We
had
could
a
tell
car
you had a
that
lot
was
of fun.
easily good as
You was
a
all over the
top
place.
10 car. Just got to be up there to run there, and it's just really hard to get through traffic.
Robbie, this may be a dumb question. Is this a frustrating place to race?
It is, because so many times you can be a victim of circumstance. Like, I was running along just fine, and Dale Jr. decided to, move me out of the groove. I lost 20 positions.
He's serious too. He's serious. He's not trolling you guys, by the way. This is he is 100% serious. So Junior moved him out of the way, even though he was laps down. Well, I think at this point he was on the lead lap, but still it's Bristol. It happens. But no, he doesn't forget about it, and he's like, I'm gonna hold him up now, even though he's running 19th and 20th, multiple laps He's Junior's fault.
He was right there at that point. So, I didn't quite understand why he did that early in the race. And then after the race, why he ran into me again on the side. So I don't know what I did to make him mad, but hey, nobody runs into me.
Thanks, Robbie. Let's go to Dick Berggren.
Well, Jimmy Spencer finished second. He hasn't
It is the
smiled
best
since he got
interview,
here. What
though.
happened between you and the winner, Kurt Busch?
Oh, he just smashed into the back bumper of my target car, but it had a big bullseye back there, and I guess he couldn't see too good. And he ends up winning the race that way. But I'll tell you, Team Target just ran really well today, and I just think that it's pretty neat to come out of here with a top 5 finish. I felt like we should have had that last week also.
Robbie Gordon's a character.
The team is really, really strong,
Jimmy
and,
Spencer's Mr.
We'll get wins. There's no question in my mind we will. And the guys
He would
have done
not,
just
unfortunately,
absolutely
wouldn't get a win with
excellent
Ganassi,
job making calls on
This
these
would be
cars,
his best
adjusting
shot.
them, and we're getting better every week.
Second time you finish here in second position at Bristol, Tennessee. Jimmy, everybody thinks you're going to win. What do you think?
Oh, I know it. I think I'm going to win this year, and I'm going to win more than once, Dick. I really truly believe that. But you can't race. There's a lot of things you can and can't do, and one thing you can't do is just beat and bang with people and knock them up out of the way, especially racing for the lead. And I notice a lot of guys don't do that, and they're the Winston Cup champions, like myself and Gordon did earlier in the race. And I really admire him the way he raced me, and I raced him. And some guys have to learn. They just have to learn the hard way.
Okay, thanks, Jimmy. Mike?
Thanks, Dick. Hope you've enjoyed our UPS post-race
Busch
show
would learn
here.
the hard way
We're gonna
a
need
year and a
2
half
weeks
later
off
in
to get ready
2003.
for Texas. All of us.
In Michigan, too.
Yeah, Saturday,
Spencer
yesterday,
would give him a
big
black
fights
eye.
Today, big fights, but that's what this place does.
Oh,
It's
but
just
that's
so
Bristol.
tense.
Bristol in a nutshell, man. Oh,
Busch,
yeah.
Jimmy Spencer,
I was not
Ricky
expecting
Rudd
to
for
hear
third,
the menu
Earnhardt
music.
Jr., Bobby Labonte top 5.
Gets
The
his
start
first
of
top
line of
5
music
ever at Bristol.
after the, at the end
Good
there.
run,
I
Jimmy
didn't know they used
Johnson
to
just
play it.
keeps on every
Oh, yeah,
week.
Navy.
Top 5, top
Still
10.
finishes
They
in
do
the top
there.
10. That's
Rusty
good.
Wallace in the top 10 again.
And
Mark
Casey
Martin's up
Atwood,
11.
he would at
18
least
cars
finish
ahead.
on the lead lap.
Good run. Best days.
Lead lap all
Todd
day.
Bodine
Tony
would at
Stewart
least
with
finish
Todd
on the lead
Bodine
lap
finishes
in 15th. But Stewart would obviously get credit for the finish since he started and ran in most of the race.
Well, it doesn't get a whole lot more exciting
than this. Of course, you just have to start in the race.
Caution flags.
Look at this. Poor Buckshot is 130 laps down. Poor Johnny Benson, 100. And then there were only 3 cars off. That's great.
Ricky Rudd started in 20th spot, finished in 3rd. Hey, are you mad at anybody or are you happy?
No, I'm happy.
See, Ricky Rudd, was Ricky Rudd ever mad at anyone?
And
I don't think he was ever mad at anybody.
It's just about impossible. That's the first time I've ever been able to do that. But we had a really fast race car. This Haviland Taurus ran good. You guys in the pits.
Looks like that'll do it for another
pit strategy
stream.
all day.
Coming towards the end of the stream
weren't seen
here.
really until about 100.
As we're letting the driver interviews go along, I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in tonight. Peaked at 368 viewers. We were consistently in the 250s, 230s throughout the entire stream. I really appreciate it. Let me know down below in the comments and in the chat which races you want to see in the future.
Sterling Marlin came in as the
not just
points leader,
limited to NASCAR.
If
we're able to do IndyCar races, we can do that.
No driver leading in points after 5 races.
I would do F1 races, but I don't want to get my channel striked. I don't want my channel terminated
as well. All right, Kurt Busch, you actually were his crew chief for 7 races. Kurt Busch, a 23-year-old, one of the young guns. His favorite band is Metallica. They have a song, Hero of the Day. He's the hero of this day. Retook the lead on lap 445.
Just let me know what happens. Just let me know which races y'all want me to watch, and we can get a list going too. I'll write them down.
I knew this kid was going to win. Jack Rouse told
but yeah, no, this race was a whole lot better than I thought it'd be. That was worth watching the entire time. So yeah, y'all let me know which races y'all want to watch.
For Kurt Busch
I've been watching a lot of stuff mainly from like the late 90s, early 2000s recently.
Fearless numerous times.
So we can do
Jeff,
that.
How about the incident afterwards? This is how it started when Dale
Earnhardt
Jr.
that's how it started.
Bumped Robbie Gordon, and then
but I mean, he just bumped him.
Robbie Gordon retaliated.
Okay, he bumped him.
Again, this is Bristol. Earnhardt Jr.
But look,
felt
this
like
is
he was
overkill.
done wrong. He didn't have an opportunity to come
Overkill.
Back. This is what happens.
Overkill.
But I disagree with what these guys are doing.
And you destroyed your car.
This race is over with. You got a problem with one another. Get out and settle it man to man. This right here is being disrespectful to the teams. You could hurt somebody on pit road, and I don't agree with that.
Well, all right, Tony Stewart again did start this race.
Was
do it for a
stream.
by Todd Bodine, who wound up finishing 15th,
right, so I'll do my
Tony
outro
Stewart,
really
the
quick.
Joe Gibbs team.
Thank you guys so much for watching tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, let me know which races you want me to watch in the comments below.
Wish you a happy Easter
I've been seeing a
week
lot
if we
of
don't
races
see
too,
you.
a lot of
But on
requests,
April 5th,
particularly ad. Oh my God, no! Get off the screen. Ad. Oh my gosh, Jake. We've only had 3 ads this entire stream,
Start
so it's
your
not,
Sunday
it's
today
not the worst stream. But
with 20 to 40% off all bridal.
Okay.
Friday, Winston Cup qualifying. That's on Fox.
So I'm getting a lot of requests. 99 500, 2011 500, 2014. Let me know which Daytona 500 you want to watch. And also, when the month of May comes around, you can also watch some Indianapolis 500 races.
Start your race day with
it's going to be a
this morning, presented by Smirnoff Ice.
So,
that's on Fox Sports.
tune in for some more content later in the week.
500
Make sure to
defending
like
champion in
and
Texas.
subscribe
That's on
as well.
Fox. The
Make sure
pre-race
to
show, the
stream all
NASCAR
that
Victory
stuff,
Lane
all the usual
wraps
stuff.
everything up. And UPS,
So,
the official, when you see a
that'll
little
do
brown
it.
truck come by,
I have to get out of
you know
full
I'm going to
screen
tell you
so I
about the
can,
official
exit
delivery
stream
company of
labs,
NASCAR,
but
delivering a
that'll
chance to
do
win
it
4
once
tickets
again
to the
for
2003
another
Daytona
Watch Alongs
500 on
race.
Fox.
We hadn't done
on
one
foxsports.com.
since late March, so March 27th to be exact. I'm glad we're doing this again. Make sure to tune in next time.
It was a matter of patience.
Anyways, that'll do it for another stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Black Flags Matter. Catch you next time.
And a big win for Roush Racing. Ford has won 4 of the last 5 races here in Bristol. Pamela Anderson at Kid Rock, part of the more than 150,000 fans that came out to enjoy. They saw Tony Stewart return to action. Jeff Gordon struggle again. Sterling Marlin hanging the points race. And Ryan Newman, the rookie, take a bit of a beating. Our thanks to Director Artie Kempner, producer Neil Goldberg, tip producer Pam Miller, coordinating producer of NASCAR Richie Zion, senior producer Bill Brown, Ed Gord, and David Hill.